Thank you, brother. All right, there he is, Slash from Guns N' Roses and Snakehead. Good morning, everybody. It's your pal, Howard Stern. There is so much to talk about this morning. I was just sitting and reading the newspaper and giggling because there's so much funny crap going on. Like Roseanne dumping her third husband. We got to talk about that. Today's a good day to groove, man, because, we got a nice open schedule. A
lot of things going on.
Yeah, I got a couple of things, Andy Richter stopping by to play the Mike Walker game with us. And I got a bunch of other things that I got to play for you, but pretty much I got a whole day to groove, take your phone calls, that kind of stuff. I was just listening to that James Taylor song. And every time I hear it, I think of this one girl. When I was in high school, she was a friend of mine. She was a friend of mine from summer camp named Andrea.
Yeah.
And I had a crush on her, but we were always friends because I was too ugly for her.
Whatever.
I mean, she really liked me as a friend, which meant I had a great personality, but I was ugly. And
are you sure you just couldn't convert these things?
No, maybe I was just so insecure and such a loser I didn't know how to talk to a woman.
I don't like you as a friend.
No, I tried, believe me. I tried a couple of times. I used to put the moves on her all the time.
Knocking on heaven's door.
No, it was obvious to her that I wanted her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I remember when she first got her first James Taylor album, which was Sweet Baby James.
Yeah.
And she used to look at his album cover, and, he had his hair then and everything, and she was like, oh, God, he's so cute, I want him. And I was like, why can't I be James Taylor? Why can't I be...
Why didn't that happen to me?
Yeah, why can't I look like James Taylor? And now, quite frankly, I think I look a little better than James Taylor, which I'm very happy about. I really am. And I didn't say much, but I got my hair.
But he turned into like a good-looking bald guy.
Yeah, I respect him. He lost his hair. He didn't try to do the Marv Albert thing.
Cover up or do anything.
I'm with you. I mean, I think he did the right thing, but you know what? He don't have his hair.
So cool.
He's bald.
I don't care what you say. He's James Taylor.
It ain't that cool. Hey,
And he still sings and plays that guitar.
I don't know.
I bet you, all right, who could get Andrea now? You or James Taylor?
Yeah, baby. I don't know. Might be tough. Probably me. But it's really weird. It'd be a toss-up. I don't know. It's just every time I hear that song, I tell you some songs make me sad and make me want to cry and everything. That's one of them. I had to crank up the music.
Sad song.
Yeah, rockabye, sweet baby James, sweet dreams and blues are the colors that you.
And he called that a lullaby.
Yeah, I don't know what he called it.
A wrist-slashing song.
Well, he's a guy who tried to commit suicide, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like.
But he wrote that for his little nephew or something.
Yeah. One thing I want to say about James Taylor, then I'll close the subject. Number one, I think that not only is he a great singer and songwriter, but also when he plays that guitar, you got to remember, play a little bit of that again, Fred. Just just have it on in the background. When he plays the guitar, he's playing all by himself. You think that he's got a couple of people.
No, he's doing that all alone.
They're sitting here right in the studio with one guitar. He's got the bass thing going.
There is a young cowboy. He's playing on the range.
Yeah, I mean, there's not two guys playing. It's one. I was sitting here right before the show starts. I go through all my papers and stuff. Fred's doing his thing. My trusty companion.
Tonto.
Dogie. Tonto. And I was just sitting here thinking about Andrea, thinking about being in her bedroom, looking at the James. I remember that.
Even in her bedroom?
Yeah, oh yeah, we used to hang out there, and the James Taylor album was on the floor, leaned up against her shelves, and it was that shot of him on the back with his sun setting and his hair streaming down his face and the beautiful look on his face, and it was a really nice picture. And I remember her staring at it and me staring at her, thinking, why am I here? And she's thinking of James Taylor. It was then that I knew I had to become famous in order to get any respect in this world. My life was filled with one sadness after another.
That's what told you.
And I'd say, rockabye, sweet baby James. I think he says, deep greens and blues are the colors I choose. Let me go down in my dreams. Who knows what that means? And I didn't care. I hated the guy.
The lullaby is supposed to be lulling you to sleep.
Yeah, but he's got a beautiful voice. He's a nice guy, too. We've had him on the show. He's a real gentle hippie, Yeah. Money-loving gentle hippie.
That's the kind of gentle hippie. He's a gentleman hippie.
Seems to me every gentle hippie I know is money-hungry. Yeah. Yeah, baby. All right, listen, I got to take a break. When we come back, there's about 50 funny things. I got to read about Cher giving the eulogy at Sonny's. You got to read the paper today. Is chock full of funny stuff.
Hollywood is just too funny.
And I got some. I just want to brag about our ratings that just came out, and a whole bunch of other things. But we'll be back right after these quick words. Thank you, bro. There is husband number 2 for Roseanne, Tom Arnold. All right, let's get into it. Baby. What kind of music is this? Oh, Jesus. Sounds like a nightmare. Who is that? Not exactly my idea of up-tempo rock and roll, but I don't know. What?
Mr. Twist?
Mr. Twist? We'll twist his ass right out of here. So much to talk about. On a day like today when there's so much to talk about, I'm almost tongue-tied. I almost don't know where to go. I don't know where to go first. I don't know where we're going to go. Man, it's hot in here. A little cooler would be nice. A little cooler.
This is the first day you've noticed the heat? It's been like a tropical...
You know what it is? We got back from vacation. I've been so busy trying to get organized that I get hot in here, and I don't even have time to tell Scott to fix it. One of the saddest things I saw this morning, I'm just going to buzz through everything. You and I paid Scott $10,000 apiece on a bet that we won.
Right.
Essentially...
We're the biggest suckers on earth.
The 2 biggest suckers. And this morning, I had reconciled in my mind yesterday that I wrote a check for Scott for $10,000, and then I got home and my wife said, "You paid him?" Because, it's her money, too.
Right.
Half of it is hers. She went, "Oh,
so she paid Scott $5,000.
Yeah. She said to me, "Oh, you paid him?" And I went, "Yeah, I paid him." And she was like, well, okay, I guess, look, you want me to explain to you why, or you just want to accept that this is the cost of doing business? I was coming off looking like a prick.
It's done already.
It's done already. And she said, look, I have no problem with it. I have nothing to say. I said, right. Seeing as how you didn't earn this money, let me figure out how I'm going to spend it a little bit, okay? She spends money day and night. My wife's out of control.
And you never get a say.
I never get a say. My kids have clothing I forget about it.
Well,
forget about it.
You can't begrudge your kids having clothing.
I kind of do. I'm kind of angry about it.
I don't understand it, but you can't begrudge it.
I'm an incredibly selfish man.
So am I. I really don't understand how you let people use your money.
It's starting to really get to me. It's like I go out, every day I say to my wife, this is blood money. I give her a lecture because I hate getting out of bed. I hate my job. I hate going to work.
You want her to feel a little guilty about using it.
It's not really that I hate the job. I just wanted to think I do, so that at least she knows that I'm working hard.
She should think before she writes that check.
Yeah, now my wife takes private cars everywhere, and the kids go shop. She took the kids for a shopping spree in Manhattan. Why do you have to drive into Manhattan for a shopping spree? Can we at least
have shopping where you live?
I know. Yeah, I had to pay for the car. I had to pay. And I love my children.
You start paying the moment they leave the house for their shopping spree.
My mom and dad love me, but they didn't spend endless money on me.
You don't doubt that they loved you very much.
Right. And what I'm saying is I love my kids, but I get a little nuts that my wife gets all the credit for buying them and stuff because she gets to go with them while I'm out earning the money.
You didn't get them anything.
Yeah. And for a while, my wife was not even reminding the kids that Daddy goes out and works and pays for all this.
Money's money.
Yeah, it makes, you know what? And then I said, man, there must be something wrong with me psychologically because I'm incredibly angry that my wife's spending all this money on herself and the kids. Shouldn't I be?
No, believe me, I sit and marvel at you sometimes.
Oh.
I can't imagine somebody else
spending my money
on my bank account.
It makes me nuts.
I wonder how you do it.
I what?
As much as I make, I can't figure out how to spend anything on anybody else.
So anyway, I went home and I said to my wife, and I bet you a lot of guys secretly say to themselves, I can't stand this.
You have to, as hard as you work and as much as you go through, to think that somebody else has free reign. They don't even have to ask.
My wife doesn't even tell. My kids have Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo 64 or whatever it's called.
Whatever the new one is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they just got the CD-ROM Crash. You know this one?
No, I hear these things on the TV, but I don't pay attention.
It's like Mario Brothers, except it's a different guy going through the different things. And so anyway, my kids didn't have the memory card, so they left the TV on for 3 straight days with just their games, so they wouldn't have to go back to the original boards. They didn't have a memory card to save the games. And I'm sitting there looking at my TV, burning, my money.
An image into it, too.
And I went downstairs. I sounded like my dad. I went to my wife. Why is the TV... I work. I see my money going out the window. Why are we allowing this? Well, the kids don't have a memory card. I got to buy a memory card now? It's making me crazy. It makes me nuts. So, then I start going well, gee, kids, turn off the TV.
And they're like, we don't want to lose our game.
Yeah, and why doesn't my wife become, mad at this? She don't care. Sucker pays.
You've spoiled them.
My wife goes back to work. I got to pay rent on her office and everything, and I'm like, when am I going to get the money?
You pay on her rent on her office?
Yeah, everything. Well, what do you think's going to pay? She don't have any money. What?
It's funny because my wife.
Why does my wife have to go shopping in the city when the kids are closed?
It's funny because I ran into Town Car Jack the other day. I said, "Hey, what's up, man? What are you doing?" I was over in going over to the east side.
Yeah.
It was Allison's getting her hair cut over here.
Oh, and now Allison does everything in the city and used to drive into the city with her own car. Now it's Town Car Jack, full-time limo.
She never drives in herself.
No.
I thought of you when I saw him waiting there and heard.
Oh, and I pay. You don't know the bills. You don't know the bills. You don't know the bills. And there's no mercy for me. There's no mercy.
And I know you.
Yeah.
You sometimes think, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You're still in that mindset that you don't want to be too extravagant.
Yeah, because I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah.
I work hard. What's wrong with saving a little so you don't have to work the rest of your life? I'm into that. I'm into putting aside a little something.
But Howard, it doesn't matter what level you're on.
Yeah.
Because my wife does not spend any money. She's really good with the money. She doesn't spend on extravagances or anything.
Yeah.
And the day before we came back from vacation, I had to drop her off to get her. She wanted to get her hair color or something.
Right.
And I saw the bill, and it was $170.
Yeah, I know.
And she doesn't even spend money on anything. And I go,
yeah, and I've seen your wife's hair. It don't look that great. Don't look like $170.
$170.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even in Manhattan.
Right.
And she goes,
my wife takes a town car into Manhattan to get it done.
$170 for the car, but the hair
plus.
colored.
Yeah. And everyone's now decided they can't drive. It's unbelievable.
And the best is the car waits.
Yeah, it just sits there empty. At least have them doing something. I tell you, I got to tell you something. It makes me a little crazy, and I have a hard time with it. And I'm being honest.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and my wife yells at me when I talk like this on the air, and I say stuff like this. She says, that's not right. And, it makes me look so silly and all that. I go, no, makes you look smart.
That doesn't make you look silly.
Makes me look silly.
It's not even about you looking silly.
Right.
It's a valid thought. You're the one who goes out, works, who gets up early in the morning, who comes up with the idea.
Yeah.
And the money goes into the bank, and there's a whole bunch of people who get to write checks on it. Yeah,
last night I'm rushing to get into bed at 8 o'clock so I can be asleep, make sure I'm awake for today's show.
Right.
I'm busy downstairs typing on the computer like a madman, notes for Gary's show for today, for Gary, for stuff for him to do. And I'm like... And then everyone walks in with the stories of, the town car in Manhattan.
Right. And they're still up lollygagging while you're running off to bed.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's having a great time.
Does she throw stuff in your face, like luxuries that you afford yourself? No,
never. No, my wife will never do that. Because I would take everyone and throw them out of the house.
She would never say, hey, I'm only getting my hair cut. Look, you just put in a $50,000 Shark Tank.
Never. There can never be a discussion around me like that. The extravagances I afford myself are few and far between.
When you get like this, you get this tense look on your face.
I rarely
get a nerve.
Yeah, I rarely ever spend money on myself. Rarely.
Now, don't say that.
Yeah,
you live in the house, Howard.
Barely. I have one room in the house. I barely live in that house. Don't forget the whole thing going on there. My wife, gets overwhelmed with the kids. I get her 12 housekeepers.
That's true.
I spend a lot of money on this.
But you don't have to worry about anything.
What?
So that's really money you spent on yourself.
I guess.
You don't have to hear about, I need your help with this or that.
Well, that's just the point. If I got to go out and do my job, can't my wife just raise the kids and save me money on housekeepers? And clean the house once in a while. Get on her knees and scrub.
Hey, that's what's crawled into my head several times.
You bet.
Really?
Yeah, why can't my wife clean the house? Because it's now become a thing where, it's accepted.
Huge.
It's accepted that my wife... It's not that big.
Huge.
It's not. I don't live in a huge house.
No, but you're a whole different person.
Yeah, but you make your own money,
big and you can't clean it.
Yeah, But if I say, well, gee, I don't hire somebody to come in and do my job for me. Why can't my wife get on her knees and clean a toilet? It's unheard of now. She will never clean another toilet.
Well, let's say.
Why not?
She did it one time.
I don't remember a time that she
had
did.
to. When you guys were
didn't
four,
have maids.
I don't remember the toilets ever being that clean. Okay?
Well, somebody had to clean them at some
I guess
point.
she did a little bit.
Oh, stop it. I never saw your house dirty.
That's because we clean up before you come.
Howard's house is not, like, uncleanable by one person, because obviously one person does it.
Right.
Oh, have
That's
you
right.
cleaned a house?
Yeah, I clean my house a lot.
Yeah, he's pussy whipped. You can believe it.
I can't imagine.
You can believe that.
I will help clean up. I mean, we have somebody that comes in and cleans.
Anyway.
I'll help clean up.
Here's my point, because I'm completely off track now.
I mean, there's lots of things to do. She has to get her hair done, her nails done.
Yeah, I mean, you should see my wife's itinerary. Nails, hair, all this stuff.
Well, I know that I knew things had gone awry when I went over there once in the summer, and I saw her running around in her tennis outfit.
Yeah.
I knew there was trouble.
Oh, there's tennis lessons. The kids all take tennis lessons, music lessons.
Oh, I meant the music teacher.
Yeah. My kid's music teacher?
Yeah.
They've got several. They've got singing coaches, music teachers.
Yeah, I met one. He said, I'm the team music teacher.
Right.
Like, for instance, Howard.
He might have been one of several.
I have no idea. I didn't know which music he was talking about.
There's all kind of music. There's classical, there's rock, there's all different kinds of instruction.
I don't know which one he was.
Like as a for instance, I don't want to get you riled up, but like a friend of mine ran into your family at the theater. Right. I'm assuming.
Now, I wasn't there.
Right. I'm assuming that they didn't drive themselves in.
No, never. They never drive themselves in. In fact, an extra big car had to be ordered because everyone was going in at the same time, and it wouldn't be comfortable enough.
I know there was one day I wanted to use Town Car Jack, but my job was so insignificant because Howard's family was doing something.
Oh, it's every day. It's major. Okay, how about sometimes my wife's too tired to take the kids to, like, their karate lesson. Town Car Jack takes them over.
Stop that.
Stop.
Yeah, okay.
Now you're going too far.
No, that's extravagant.
Sucker pays.
Now you're going too far.
Sucker pays.
She's there.
What?
She's there.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Oh, geez, Howard.
Now my kid wanted to go into the city the other day to visit a friend, and she took the town car.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, do your daughters have their own phone in their room?
Own phone? They've got cell phones and beepers.
Stop. You lie.
Yeah, all their friends do.
Little houses they have. Those aren't rooms. They're mansions.
But you know how many phone lines I got in my house now?
Well, yeah, I've seen a bunch of them.
37.
Come on.
No.
37 phone lines.
Stop it, Howard.
But how many of those are for your business?
15.
Huh?
All right, 20.
All right.
But even
the computers and the network and everything.
If you tell me
17 lines?
Yeah.
Tell me there's 10 lines for your family.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's insane. The kids each have a line.
They
have
each
fax
have
machines?
their own phone number.
Yeah, they have faxes and they have TV.
No, stop it. They don't have faxes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Each one of them?
No. They have faxes in their computers.
Like, do they have computers?
Yeah.
They have dedicated lines
They
for the
have
computers?
one computer.
They need a dedicated line. Now my wife needed a dedicated line.
For the computer.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, man. You think I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown?
Yes.
I am. I'm telling you. I had it.
See, you can't. I can't. This boggles my mind. How
You think I got money? I got overhead.
the extravagant.
Robin, if you were not the strong woman that you are, there'd be a guy in your house doing the same thing.
Right.
No.
Ask Roseanne.
Yes, Roseanne. Hey, anyway, so let me tell you the rest of this story. I don't mean to even get into that discussion. That's something we're gonna have a discussion on that some other time. So I come in this morning, and where was I? How did I get into this?
You were talking about just being at home and noticing that your wife uses.
Oh no. So anyway, I'm talking about Scott the engineer. So I wrote the check for $10,000 to Scott the engineer. For a bet I won.
Right.
In fact, the results of our phone poll, we did a 1-800 phone poll, and 44% of the people feel Scott did the push-ups. 56% of the people feel he didn't. And let me tell you about the breakdown, because we had male-female. Most of the 44% Scott got were all women who don't know what a push-up is. They were just like, hey, he
Or
worked.
just like to let people off the hook.
Well, their comment was, hey, he worked hard, give him the money.
That's not what we were doing.
That's not the bet.
It wasn't about him working hard.
Right, and that's what his wife even said, Scott the engineer. He worked hard, give him the money.
Everybody was saying that because you couldn't give Scott the money for push-ups.
Right, so anyway, I wrote the check to Scott for $10,000. Go home. My wife goes, Then I started feeling a little bad that I wrote the check for $10,000 because when your wife says to you, "Hey, you wrote the check for $10,000," and you have to explain it doesn't sound so good. She was like, "Well, he didn't do the push-ups, did he?" I go, "No."
I didn't feel good about it myself. I had a lecture with myself.
Did you? You should have called my wife. So then,
she could have lectured me.
Then I'm sitting at home and I'm frantically working because I got home late because I was in therapy all afternoon.
Because of the $10,000.
Because of the $10,000 check. And then Had a breakthrough in therapy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I smiled. I actually felt happy they counted 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I went back to being miserable.
Progress.
I felt good.
Progress.
Yeah. So then So my wife says a comment about 10,000. Then I'm sitting at home. Ralph calls me. Goes, hey, I slept late yesterday. What did you resolve with Scott? Then I'm going, get out of here. I hung up the phone on him. I'm going to do a recap.
There's another member of your family.
Yeah. Then I had to do a recap for him of the show.
He's another one who's getting paid for doing nothing.
I wake up this morning. Ronnie, the limo driver's taking me in. He says to me, hey, listen to this. This guy we know, he saw Scott in a restaurant last night having a celebration dinner.
Whoop-de-doo.
This drove me nuts.
Don't tell me this, because let me...
Hold it. Just listen. Having a celebration dinner at a Chinese restaurant, stuffing his face with fattening Chinese food. Not only is he putting the weight back on, but he's celebrating just getting our money.
Gone from the celebrations.
So now I'm really sitting there this morning angry.
No,
out of my mind. Hold it. I got to tell you the rest of this story. Listen.
Well, I can tell you something to make you more upset.
Go ahead.
When I walked in this morning, Scott's standing around like a receiving line, waiting to look at me as I come in. And then as I walk into the office, he says to me, should I say F you now that I've got the money?
Wait a second. Now listen to this.
Hold it.
That makes me crazy. You know why that makes me crazy? Because we gave the guy a charity.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Listen to this. So then I'm sitting here getting ready for the show this morning, and I look over, and Fred is talking to Scott, and he says, Scott, I've got you $1,000 for you. Because Fred only bet $1,000.
Right.
I see, and Fred brought in cash.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fred handed Scott $1,000, and I watched Scott take it, and I went, Fred really doesn't have a lot of money. I know that. Fred makes a good living. Don't get me wrong. He makes a real good. Fred doesn't have, but Fred ain't no Seinfeld, okay?
No, none of us.
Wait a second.
Well, maybe you are.
Wait a second. I'm not either, because I'm going to read about Seinfeld in a minute. I'm watching Scott just take this money. I said, is he not ashamed at all?
He's not at all. He doesn't think $10,000 means anything.
So wait, I turned to Scott and I went, Scott, do you have any shame? You're taking a handout from Fred of $1,000. He doesn't even owe you the money. You didn't do the push-ups, you asswipe. Why don't you just give it back to him? I'm waiting for him to hand it back.
I owe him this money.
I know, he really still thinks he was owed. How could you have a celebration dinner last night? And don't tell me you didn't, because I know a guy who saw you.
It wasn't a celebration. I'm not allowed to go out to eat.
And how could you say to Robin, should I say F you?
Oh, come on,
We
Robin.
gave you a gift.
You should never say anything. You should take that money and be quiet.
Scott, can I tell you something? I expected after the show that you would walk up to me and say, you know what, in good conscience, I can't take your $10,000. I didn't do these push-ups.
Howard, you begged me to take that money yesterday.
Oh, okay, right.
I mean, for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, I got to tell you, taking Fred's $1,000 rubbed me so the wrong way. And then I started thinking about Robin, and I went, how did he take $10,000 from Robin?
It's $10,000.
With a smile.
With a smile, like he earned it.
He was literally walking down the halls clicking his heels.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how.
In the air yesterday.
You were. And I was like, in the back of his mind, why does he think he got this money?
I'll tell you something, Howard.
Yeah.
We had to give it to him. I knew that it would never be comfortable to walk through the halls if we didn't give it to him.
And then I started getting real upset because I go, he didn't walk down the street naked.
We were held up.
We were held up.
Without a gun.
But you know what? I dealt with it, although my wife thought it was really freaky that we paid him. You and I paid him. I dealt with that, even though I felt really bad.
I really have. I just wrote the check and I refused to think about it.
Right. Well, I would have not thought about it. But then when I had to hand the receipt to my wife because she does the checking, the checkbook stuff.
Right.
And then she was like, oh, you paid him?
Just imagine. I got to call people and transfer money and write.
Yeah.
Wow. I got to write out.
It's embarrassing.
Faxes to get this done.
Yeah.
And I can't tell anybody what that money is for.
Yeah, I know.
Suppose they say to me, well, Robin, we need to write down what it's for.
We don't want to even tell people. But then all of a sudden, when I got really disturbed when I heard about the celebration dinner.
Yeah.
The Chinese food and him, holding court.
I got a question for you. Isn't that like 2 or 3 days in a row where he's just eating nothing but crap?
By the way, I thought you were going to keep the weight off. He's telling me this morning how he's going to keep the weight off. Do you know that Chinese food is the most fattening food on the planet?
I didn't eat a lot.
What'd you eat last night?
Yeah, right. I had
veal parmesan the night before. You're going to put the weight back on so fast.
I'm not.
The only way you're going to keep it off, the only way you keep it off is if we had a bet.
No, not true.
I'm telling you, man. You're eating Chinese food?
I worked out yesterday at the gym.
Yeah.
I did a full workout yesterday.
I've seen your workout. Let me tell you something. You didn't burn off a third of the calories of those Chinese food.
I'm not going to stop working out.
Okay.
Continue.
And you're going to keep eating out of control?
No. Absolutely not.
All right.
I have another 15 or 20 pounds.
How did it feel taking the $1,000 from Fred this morning, knowing you didn't do it? What was that about? And then I turned to him and I go, I had to say something.
He has no shame.
I go, dude, do you have any shame?
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to say, I'm a loser. I have no shame. I felt great taking the money.
You did?
Yeah.
Hey, and why do you think you took the money?
I have no problem with that.
Taking $1,000 cash from Fred Norris.
That's right.
Even though you didn't do the bet. There's nobody's money you wouldn't take.
I've been through this already.
Could you ever say, I didn't succeed at what I did, so...
What's it like to have no pride?
Anyway.
What is it like? Tell me.
Man.
I couldn't take up. If I was bankrupt, I couldn't take that money.
I had to let my hair down.
I'm looking at, there's Jim Cameron, who made one of the greatest films ever, this Titanic, and he's getting not a penny because he didn't want to be dishonorable with the people who backed him for this money. So
and then there's
Scott. His salary and his points, and then there's Scott, who doesn't do anything and asks for all the money.
I understand you taking the money from me because, like all people who work for me, they resent me for some reason.
I don't resent.
I know. Yeah, I saw it in your face when you got angry.
I'm lumped into that pile too.
Right. So I can deal with you. But when he took the $1,000 cash from Fred,
I can't believe it.
I got to admit I couldn't believe it because Fred,
But the idea that he looked at us and he thinks we don't need our money.
You're an ATM to me.
I never said that. You work hard for your money like everybody else.
The look on your face is like you don't think it hurts.
Yeah.
You, Robin. I got your money.
I just can't imagine what it's like to be a man who didn't accomplish his goal and then still walk around like he's celebrating.
He's like a little kid. I remember when I used to make bets with my uncle when I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
He would give me the money even though I lost.
Yeah. That's what it's like with Scott. He's like a baby. You give him the money because you can't handle the fact that he lost.
Yeah.
All right, get out of here. You make me sick. You really do. You sicken me. Come on, you have work to do. Seriously, go in there and do what it is, whatever you do.
I never saw a happier man.
Doing push-ups.
I told you not to use the goddamn tape. Did I say you?
Coming to Broadway, a new play by David Mamet, directed by Jason Robards, and starring Scott Salem and Ben Stern in their most riveting roles.
I told you not to use the goddamn tape.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Stay out of my face!
Shut up! Sit down!
Get out of my face!
Get Out of My Face, the new play by David Mamet, starring Ben Stern and the distinguished engineer and mobile DJ, Scott Salem. Coming soon to the Howard Stern Theater on West 46th Street.
Shut up! Sit down!
Broadway will never be the same.
You blew the whistle once!
Listen.
If it wasn't a push-up, you would have blown it more! That's all I gotta say!
What did he say?
Hey, I'm leaving! I know it! You better pay off!
I feel bad for Scott. I think Scott worked hard.
I feel bad for you! You're welching on the back!
No, I'm not. I'm
Come on, man! Let's do it!
But let's do what? Let's do what? What do you want to do?
Hold it, now wait.
I wanted to know what he wanted to do. I would have gone over and punched him in his head so hard it would have rocked his world. You didn't do it.
Let's do it. You don't decide.
The judge says no.
The judge said 19 right there! 19!
19 what?
I watched some of the tape of
Yeah.
Scott charging out of the room. It's some of the funniest tape I've ever seen.
And watch it on the E! Show. Hey, speaking of the E! Show, the E! Network, Franche sent me a note last night. She said she's broadcasting today on E! The Sonny Bono funeral service live, wall-to-wall
really?
coverage. I think so.
We've got full coverage of Sonny Bono's funeral.
Yeah.
Was the Cher eulogy?
I think so, but it says in the paper today that the Cher eulogy went down yesterday in some memorial service.
Oh, maybe they had some little private.
So I guess it was a private service.
Because they expect this to be a free-for-all.
Yeah, Sonny Bono's funeral live at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.
You know, I thought they had sung to an all-time low when they did the Corey Feldman Hollywood story.
Yeah, but this might be the lowest. I love the E! Network, man.
They're too much.
Any network I work for has got to be the lowest. So, they're going to be showing that. Hey, I have a woman on the phone. Before we break for commercial, she got poison ivy of her vagina.
Oh,
and I know people want to hear that. And then we're going to get into Cher and all this other stuff that I got to talk about. But Heather, hi.
Hi, Howard.
Hi, are you cute?
Yeah, I'm cute.
Yeah? How old?
I'm 27.
God, that's such a great age. That's right before you turn sour.
Yeah, right. Well,
27.
You're just about to curdle, but you haven't curdled yet.
Yeah, the milk hasn't curdled yet. 27 is a wonderful, wonderful age. The women smell so good at 27.
How do you remember these things?
I don't.
You make them up.
27 is the age I like. I was dating.
You don't like them younger?
27.
Yeah, you
27
like
is what
it
you
younger.
27 I like.
You wouldn't take a 22.
I'm a young 27 also.
You are. Yeah, I like a young 27.
Young 27.
Not an old 27.
That's right. All right, just tell me, you're very good looking. What are your measurements?
Well, I'm pretty athletic. I have I'm a 36B.
B.
B.
Oh, B, okay.
And I have really toned legs and toned arms, and I have a bit of a tan.
A nice face?
Yeah, long brown hair.
And you look like anyone famous?
A little bit like the nurse on ER, the curly-haired nurse. I forget her name.
I don't watch ER. I'm the only guy on the planet who doesn't.
Oh, well.
You watch that, Robin?
I saw it last night.
Yeah. Any good?
I could care less with all those people running through there.
Yeah, you know what? I need to see a doctor's...
Keep track of all that. It's 50 billion people in the cast.
I don't know. I have no interest. I don't care.
I don't want to have to take attendance.
I hate hospital shows. I hated Marcus Welby.
Yeah.
I hated...
well, I liked him when I was, in medicine.
I hated his goddamn nurse Consuelo.
Oh, she was great.
James Brolin.
The motorcycle doctor?
Yeah. Yeah. Young, hip motorcycle doctor. I bet you George Clooney's a motorcycle doctor.
I don't know.
Who knows? Motorcycle.
All I know is they got one doctor who always makes mistakes. That Noah Wiley. He's always apologizing for almost killing the patients.
I like when James Brolin would drive into work on his motorcycle.
Right.
And it'd be like, but he was like a safe like he wouldn't even drive like a Harley.
Oh, he always wore a helmet.
Yeah, he always had his helmet on, and he was dressed in a suit. And, you know what? That ain't a biker.
Do you remember that show with the black nurse? Julia, I think it was.
Julia, yeah, I watched
with,
that.
Diane Carroll, yeah.
The first black television show.
Well, it wasn't the first black television show.
Wasn't it? Oh, yeah, Amos and Andy was. What was it? It was the first something. The first prime time.
I don't remember.
Remember?
It was a first of something.
It was the first something. It was the first female black.
Well, what was... Somebody else had a TV show a long time ago.
I think it was the first black, sitcom that didn't deride black people.
Maybe that's it.
That's what it was.
To play a maid or something.
Yeah, she wasn't like a mammy.
Yeah.
The only person on before that was Nat King Cole, and nobody sponsored the show.
Right. Well, mostly black people watch it and they don't buy anything.
You know what was... I found out that I was watching biography of Shirley Temple, of all things. And they said, you remember she used to dance with that Bojangles character?
Yeah.
And in one of the movies, she held his hand.
Uh-oh.
They had to cut that out when they sent it down south.
Yeah.
What a wonderful country.
And here we are, years later. Dennis Rodman's got his white pictures over at Scores. You know what I mean? It's cool. So, yeah, Julia, that was that show.
Yeah.
She was a nurse or some crap like that.
Yeah, baby. Lloyd Nolan's nurse.
Hey, you speaking of biography?
Uh-huh.
So my dad comes over during the holidays. He says to me, all right. My father always quizzes me.
Uh-huh.
He got to... He goes,
he's still doing that.
Oh, please.
You should run a tape.
My dad will do that till he dies. All right, Howard. He goes, I was watching Biography the other day. You know that show, Biography?
Sure, on A&E. Same one.
They did a wonderful show where they had the top biography of the year, the top 10 biographies of the year. Oh. Who do you think had the top, most important biography of the year?
Oh, dear.
And I went... What? My dad always tries...
Always a quiz.
It's always a quiz to prove that he knows... it's always something he knows the answer to.
Right. He was watching the TV at the time.
Yeah, if I quiz him...
Should give him a test.
So I go, the top biography of the year, I go, let's see, who was... So I'm starting to think Scandal, and I go, Marv Albert? He goes, what? Huh, Marv Albert?
Oh, that was a stupid answer.
Yeah, my father... has a thick New York accent, but he tries to correct it, so that's why he sounds like Marv Albert.
Well, yeah, he sounds like Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, right. Howard. And he goes, Marv Albert, like, you stupid idiot. What do you mean, Marv? And he starts laughing at me, like, you idiot, Marv Albert. And I'm like, well, gee, I'm sorry, I don't know biographies.
I guess it had to be Princess Di.
Well, that was the answer.
Jeez.
You see, if you had been there, but I went through, after Marv Albert, I went like, I couldn't think of who it would be. I just couldn't. You see, you're thinking with a clear head. When you're in front of my father,
right, you start to get jittery.
You can't
get
think.
That flop sweat.
Because I was like, who else did I guess? I guess Marv Albert, and then I said something even dumber, like OJ. I said OJ.
What's it OJ's year?
And he goes, OJ. Then he went with Johnny Cochran, maybe. He goes, Johnny Cochran. He's just like, starts in on me.
And he won't give you a break and just tell you.
No. And then he goes, it was Lady Di. I was like, oh. Well, okay. And I felt dumb the rest of the day.
Oh.
He loves to humiliate me.
Still.
Like, you can't just say, I was watching A&E, hey, guess who's the number one biography?
He decided that Lady Di was the number one biography.
Yeah. And then I would say, hey, Dad, that makes sense. But it's always got to be like a...
Do you know?
Yeah. But meanwhile, my dad doesn't know crap.
You think you're so smart?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, though. One thing I shut up my dad. Then I go, hey, Dad, I make a lot more money than you ever did. Mr. Smarty Pants.
You don't have to say that, do you?
Yeah.
You don't do that.
I go, Dad, how's that car I bought you? Of course I have to say that. You go home and watch biography on the TV I bought you. Okay?
That's not nice, Howard.
Yeah, that's what I do. No one said I was. You think it's nice my dad quizzes me every time he sees me?
See, I don't do bad things like that. Yeah. I just call my mother from Monte Carlo.
Right. Torture her. Just where I am, Monte Carlo, Ma. You never got out of Baltimore your entire pathetic life. I'm in Monte Carlo. I know why you call. You never call your mother.
No, of course not.
Yeah, you have to call her from Monte Carlo.
That's
good.
what I figure calling.
Good.
Now, we are now testing this out for proper modulation. As you will know, when you record, the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back and hear the quality, whether this is operating. Thank you.
All right, tell me how you get poison ivy of the vagina. That's what people want to hear.
Well, you go camping in the woods.
Right.
With my boyfriend a few years back, and we were fooling around, and I had to go to the bathroom.
Right.
So, we were pretty experienced campers, and I went off and, found my place to do it. That's number one. But we're guessing what happened is I got the toilet paper that I brought with me. Somehow I must have put it down in a patch of poison ivy.
I thought maybe she used one of the leaves.
No.
That's what I thought. You mean toilet paper resting on poison ivy will give you poison ivy?
You get the oil on it.
I got it.
You got it too?
I got it on my ass.
Really?
In your ass?
Oh.
On my ass.
Wow.
I still don't know how I got it. Because the doctor.
You didn't wipe with leaves?
No.
I thought she was going to say she rolled around in the leaves.
You know what? It's the oil.
Well, you see what
Right,
happened?
well, it's the surface of the leaves.
So it's like if you were to rub your hand, like if you were allergic to it, and you rubbed and rub someone on the back, you could probably give it to him.
Yeah.
So was your vagina full of
fire?
On fire?
Well, not immediately.
Robin's is.
I went back.
Yeah.
I went back to my boyfriend. I breathed it in. I got it down my system.
How do you breathe in poison ivy? Would you put the toilet paper down your throat?
Down my throat. Everything was swollen.
I think I get this.
I think I know how she got
Did you have oral sex with your boyfriend?
Well, that's correct.
After?
Yeah.
After
he got it in his mouth as well.
Yeah. There was all kinds of things going on.
His private parts were covered and so swollen that we both couldn't walk for about a week.
I'm thinking of going down in the woods and giving myself poison ivy of the genitals just so I'll look full and big down there. I want to be swollen.
Have a big one.
All right, thanks.
You wouldn't want that.
All right, I got to take a break. We'll come back. We got a million things to get to. Hold on, we'll be back, including some ratings information, things like that. And a whole bunch of people are on hold. I'll get to you right after everything that we got to do. Every year I try to pick the best album of the year. I think this is it. Can you think of something that was better?
Well, this was certainly the newest, it was breakthrough album.
Yeah, and also I really like that song by David Bowie. I'm Afraid of Americans. I just like the whole idea of that. I like that. I like the thought of foreigners being afraid of Americans because we're so afraid. Most of us are afraid. I know I am. I'm afraid of all foreigners. I do not trust foreigners. That doesn't include you, Canada, because as far as I'm concerned, you're American. So,
what do you mean by foreigners?
You know, like, I don't know, people who speak
American foreigners.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, them too.
They scared you too.
You know what? I realize most of the world scares me. I'm safe in the studio. I like it here. Don't be getting pissed off at me for cutting off that song. I got to get on with the show. You know what I mean? All right, a couple of phone calls real quick. Stinky, you're on the line. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, hi. I'm glad you stopped talking about Scott, but it's been really paining me to listen to it. It really pissed me off.
Yeah, it pissed me off, too. I don't want to even talk. In fact, Robin and I were just in here during the commercials talking about Scott the engineer and how pathetic he is that he took the money from us.
That's
and he's walking around, though, as if he won the money. Like he said to Robin this morning, well, what did he say to you?
Shall I say F you, now that I've got the money?
I can't believe it.
But she gave him a charitable donation.
It looked like the only reason that he went back and looked at the tape was because he wanted to have a reason to admit that he was,
Robin says it was almost like we always had to give him the money no matter what.
Absolutely. The day we made the bet, we were giving him the money.
Yeah, that's not why we made the bet.
No matter what.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, what's up?
Well, I just wanted to suggest that he be fired.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Well, you know what it's like? It's like when America gives foreign aid, and we're still hated by the country we help.
Yeah, thank you.
Exactly what this is like.
That's exactly it. I'm sorry, this is Stinky. Hi.
Good morning, Howard.
That was Stephanie, this is Stinky.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah.
How are
Stinky's
you?
a guy's name.
Yeah, I was going to say a girl named Stinky? That didn't sound right.
Go ahead, Stinky. What can we do for you?
Listen, a friend of mine was at Gary's mother's tag sale last Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, Gary, Baba Booey, man.
He gets into everything.
He does. I mean, I said to him, how embarrassing is that? His mom is having a tag sale.
Why does he have to be involved?
Because his mom involves him, like,
Well, the best part was they kept Gary in the basement.
Why?
Well, he was down there selling all the garbage in the basement.
Wait, you mean you got to walk through the house?
Oh, yeah. You go through the whole house.
Oh, really?
Pick through all his stuff and what you want.
Oh, man. Can you imagine?
Let me get this story straight. So his mom's house is open to the public.
Yes. It's in the newspaper.
Right. And you go down there and, like, you can go up to the bedrooms and stuff?
Sure.
Walk all over.
And what do? You look at the furniture and everything?
Yes. Go through the closet.
And you went through Baba Booey's room?
No, my friend.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Hands down, you farted in my face. Hands down, the most humiliating day of my whole life.
Oh, absolutely.
And can I?
You know what? Why didn't you just give your mom? How much could she have made? Do you know how much she made that day?
It's about $600.
Okay. Oh. Why didn't you give her $1,000 and tell her not to do it?
Because she wouldn't take it.
All right. How's this? You send a friend over that she doesn't know with $1,000. Say, I'll take everything, and then cart it off somewhere.
Well, we carted it off the next day, but my mom, like, even when we had stuff that had to go in the dumpster the next day,
right?
She was still just trying to give stuff away to people. She just she can't bear to see her possessions. No, she can't bear to see anything. She thinks like if something's in good condition.
Like what didn't sell?
Throwing it out, everything.
Like what?
Yeah, they only made $600.
Dude, you know how big a 30-yard dumpster is?
Yeah.
It's huge. I mean, it took up the entire driveway, and it's about 7 or 8 feet tall.
So you had to suffer all that humiliation for $600.
Right, and then the next day...
Was the E-Crew covering it?
No.
Oh,
and then the next day...
Can't we...
My mom wanted to lay low.
Your mom wouldn't allow it?
My family in general was not hip on the idea of the E-Crew covering the tag sale. But what happened was...
I think Gary didn't want to cover it.
No. The Gary Museum. How can we pass that?
So what'd your buddy buy?
He bought the Delabate kitchen piece where it's the family of a doghouse and whoever got...
I knew that guy was buying that because it had our names on it. I knew it.
What was it?
You know, in the 60s, they used to have that dopey thing you hung on the wall. It was a doghouse, and there were little dogs, and every family member, you'd write their name on the dog, and then when somebody did something bad, you'd put that dog in the doghouse.
Oh, wow, I never heard of that.
It was like this little tchotchke thing.
Did your mom ever put people in the doghouse?
Yeah, we'd hang it on the wall. So it said like Mom, Dad, Gary, Anthony, Stephen, and then like if you did something bad, you take the little dog and you go, you're in the doghouse.
So you were in a doghouse.
Well,
like, would she ever take your dog and put it in the doghouse?
Sure, if you did something bad. It was when you were bad.
All right. Scott Einziger, get me a doghouse with everyone's name on the show. and I can put them in the doghouse.
You never saw that thing?
No.
They were really
I want it.
They were really popular.
Would your buddy sell that to me? I want to hang it on our wall here.
I'm sure we could work something
Now
out.
you're going to have to pay an exorbitant price.
What did he pay for it?
Well, this is the funny part. Every time someone will buy something,
It's true.
we would charge them $1 and say, listen, when you see my mother, tell her you paid $20 for it.
What was this?
Well, here's what's going on. I was in the basement, right?
Right.
It's totally humiliating. I'm in the basement. All I want is for this day and this stuff to go away.
I'm with you.
So I'm selling stuff early in the morning, and then people have to go upstairs because my mom's working the upstairs.
Right.
And she's going, did you pay for that? And they go in there, and she goes, what'd you pay for that? And then she's taking stuff back.
Right.
So I'm selling everything.
Taking it back because she didn't think they paid enough.
Right. She's buying it back.
Oh, my goodness.
Buying it back from them.
Yeah, like in other words, if I say I sold a vase for $1,
right?
They'd go upstairs, and my mom said, what'd you pay for that? And they go $1. My mother go, no, here's $1. No, that's not enough. I'm taking it back. So I was telling people, the guy says,
poor Gary.
How much for this? I go $1, but tell my mom you paid 10. Right. I just wanted it out.
Oh.
Yeah, but did his mother ever add it all up and think she made a lot of money?
Yeah, she made 600.
She made good money, for her.
I bet it wasn't even 600. You probably had to throw some in.
No.
Exactly.
We sold a lot of stuff. I mean, we sold we sold an old chest of drawers for $100.
Oh, is that the highest price?
Oh yeah,
the big deal.
Chest of drawers.
The big deal of the day was the
mostly
front and the table that went for $95 combined. I believe.
Was it mostly black people who showed up or white people?
Shockingly not.
Really?
Shockingly, it was mostly white people. And let me tell you something.
Because I know where your mom lives. It's mostly black people.
Yeah, like there was
people came in.
People came from other towns to see?
From all over.
Really?
This is what the ad said. The ad said, moving. Everything must go tag sale one day only. And it just gave the address, no phone number, so we didn't have to deal with any phone calls.
Right.
They came from everywhere.
Really? And I bet you they were real disappointed when they came and they showed up and there was nothing.
No.
Really?
People bought stuff. Like there was this one girl. She was very sweet.
Yeah.
She's probably around 30 years old. She got there at noon and she left at 2:30.
I'd rather hang myself with my underwear than go through this.
She left at 2:30. And I think her grand total was $3. She just wanted to look through it. People just dig that.
Right.
Wow.
People just dig looking through stuff.
But nobody even recognized it or knew it was him.
No, there were a couple people that did, which was even more embarrassing.
Yeah, right.
Like here's something really embarrassing.
Yeah.
When I was in Boy Scouts,
because you're on the radio and people assume you got a lot of money.
I got to help my mom,
I know.
You
know what? I would have hired someone to help you, Mom. The humiliation is just not worth it.
It's just, it's this whole thing.
Your wife.
Yes. Where was your wife? Why didn't you watch the kids?
My wife was with the kids.
Yeah, so why don't you stay with the kids? Let your mom, let your wife be there.
Because it's this whole
no one knows
thing
who she
about
is.
my mom and me, and I got to do things. It's it's a whole guilt thing. I got to help her enough.
You know what I've convinced myself? The best thing to do when you hit 18 is to disown your parents and emancipate yourself. I'm not kidding. Like those Hollywood kids.
Oh, yeah.
And never talk to them again. It's the only way.
Out of my life.
Everyone.
Like Howard, here's a really...
That ain't right, man.
Why does Gary have to do this?
Because I'm the son that lives in New York.
He's the son who lives in New York, and he's got to do it. And his brother's out in Texas, and his brother never has to do anything.
They're free and clear.
Believe me,
come on, man.
But he's just not... Listen, what's he going to do, fly in for a tag sale?
Yeah, let him fly in and do the tag sale.
It'll cost him more to fly in than my mother will make.
That might smarten her up and say, I really don't need to do this.
Yeah.
There was this one guy that recognized me. He was there for 2 hours. And
was your mom crying and stuff that all her stuff was going?
No, that was the next day when the stuff they didn't sell went into the dumpster.
And she couldn't handle it.
No.
She thinks that stuff's gold.
Howard, my friends were cracking up. My mother and I were playing tug of war with stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
And she thinks that stuff is valuable, I guess.
Again, she comes from the Depression era. She thinks if there's nothing wrong with it, why would you throw something that's still usable in the garbage? It's not about being cheap, and it's not about thinking
Then
something
why did
valuable.
you donate it to the Salvation Army?
The Salvation Army didn't want it.
No, here's what happened.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
When the Salvation Army does, my dad used to give everything to the Salvation Army. He had such crap that at one point they said, you know what? They stopped coming to my house.
That's right. They have exercised quality control now.
Yeah.
Before they will take your stuff, they come and inspect it now.
Well, here was the deal. You used to call them up and you'd say, listen, first you try to sell old garbage that you had in the house. Nobody would buy it.
Right.
So then you call the Salvation Army and you say to the guy, what do you value this at? Because you can take it off as a tax deduction. And the guy would go, well, it's $5. $5? Give me a receipt. It says $7,000.
That's right.
And the Salvation Army guys are very upfront. They go, I'm not doing that.
That's right.
And then they don't show up anymore.
Well, now they'll come. You call them and they'll say, all right, we need to come and look at what you want to give away because they've gotten. People use them to haul away their junk.
Yeah. haul away garbage.
It's funny that you mentioned that, too.
I have a bunch of leaves from my yard you guys can give to the homeless. They can sleep on them.
See, we were selling stuff on Saturday, and whatever we didn't sell on Saturday had to go in this dumpster on Sunday because I had all my buddies together, and it was before, now we're back on the show. We were still on vacation. I was like, I want it.
So what'd you end up throwing out that your mom was all bummed out about?
Like, actually, my mom's got so much junk in boxes that I found like...
what about all those Life magazines she saved?
Some guy bought a bunch of those.
He did.
Yeah, and it was really funny. The guy's got...
What do you pay for those?
Well, the guy's got a ton of Life magazines.
Right.
And my mom happened to be downstairs at the time.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, how much for these? And I go, make me an offer. I was going to tell 10.
Right.
He goes...
10 cents?
$10.
Okay.
The guy goes, 15? I go, sold. My mother goes, no. And I go back upstairs, Mom.
Yeah, right. Please. But this stuff is priced to move.
It's worth anything only to you.
Yeah. The people that come to the tag sale are just as scary.
That stuff laid in your mom's basement for 9 million years, and then she didn't want to part with it.
Like here's something. This woman comes down and she finds this little sewing kit that belongs to a sewing machine.
Okay.
Right? So she goes, wow, do you have a sewing machine? So I go, I think we do. So I went upstairs. I go, Mom, whatever happened to the sewing machine? This is like from the 60s.
Right.
And she goes, oh, I think it's in the closet. So I go into this room. I go climb over all her boxes she's moving with. I pull out the sewing machine, and the woman looks at it. She doesn't want it.
Right.
Fine. So the next day, I want to touch the sewing machine.
Your mom now wants it.
No, I want that. I go, Mom, you didn't even know you had it.
Yeah, if that woman didn't bring it up, you wouldn't have known you had it. I need it.
I go, but you haven't sewed in 15 years. My mother has not sewn in 15 years. So the next day was even more scary.
Hey, let's call your mom. I'll torture her. I'll go, I can't believe you gave away the sewing machine. You threw that in a dumpster. You know what that stuff's worth?
No, she kept the sewing machine. I couldn't get it away from her.
Oh, really? What did she throw away? I got to call your mother. I got to call your mom. I got to torture her.
No.
I got it.
Here's what happened.
I love torturing depression.
No, she can't handle it.
What's the greatest thing that you threw away that she thought was valuable?
Well, here's what happened.
Go ahead.
She had like furniture, right?
Right.
And she thought she was going to sell some of the furniture, and it wasn't in horrible condition, but it wasn't new by any.
Right.
Oh, if you would have been there, you would have missed a huge fight I got into with two Haitians as well.
Yeah, right.
Huge argument. Almost turned into a fist fight.
Right. Why?
They bought these kitchen chairs, right? Which are pretty good condition, relatively new. The chairs are worth like $75 a piece. Sold them for $10 a piece.
Right.
Just take them, $10 a piece. Just get out.
Right.
$40. So the woman comes back and she goes, "There's a screw missing." I said, "You know what you do? You go to a hardware store, you buy a screw." So she starts hassling me, and I go, "Lady, they're $75 chairs. They're like 3 years old. They're in brand new condition. You got it for $10 a piece." I go, "If you want brand new furniture, go to Old Country Road and go buy brand new furniture."
Yeah, right.
So she starts yelling at me. "I do not come to your house to steal. You call me thief." And I go, "I'm not calling you a thief." So I took $40 out of my wallet. I put it on the table. I go, "Bring the chairs in and leave."
Right.
So her husband walks in, and she starts screaming at, "This man told me, get out of my house."
Oh my God.
He starts yelling at me. Then I explain to him what happened. Then he tells her to calm down. Then she starts yelling at him.
Right.
They leave.
Right.
And they
what happened with the chairs?
They argue in front of the house for half an hour, and then they leave.
And did they ever buy the chairs?
They took the chairs. The chairs were already in their car.
Oh, they took the chairs.
Yeah, but they were screaming at each other. She was screaming at him that he let me treat her like crap.
That's right. He didn't support her.
Right. Yeah. While she had her insane fit.
Dear.
So the next day...
Sounds like a wild day, man.
So the next day, now I got to get rid of this stuff. I just
think that was your day off.
Yeah, my vacation. My vacation.
Yeah.
Throwing the third day for the closing.
Right.
So we got this furniture. My mom goes, "I want to give it to the Salvation Army." And I said, "What do you care, Mom? Let's just throw it in the garbage."
Right.
I can get the tax write-off. I go, "You don't even make enough money to pay taxes."
Right.
So then a friend says, "Why don't you put it in Gary's name?"
Yeah.
And I go, "You know what? I don't need the tax break. I'd rather just get it out."
Yeah, just throw it out.
So my buddy Frank, Frank,
Big Frank,
big guy.
I know Big Frank. Yeah.
So, and he does like demolition for a living.
Right.
So I'm trying to like ease my mom into it. We take these couches outside. And, he knows how to load a dumpster. You don't just throw stuff in.
Right.
He starts jumping up and down on them and breaking them apart, twisting off the ends and everything.
Right.
My mother was going to have a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's,
your mom's a piece of work.
We took out like bookshelves, and he's out there and he's like whacking them with a sledgehammer, and jumping off.
Your mom thinks it's gold.
You had to watch all this.
Yeah.
In fact, we were throwing away a lot of glassware, and I kept telling my other friends, I was like, my friends were having so much fun, like throwing them in the bucket, breaking them.
Right.
I was going, just put them in gently. I don't want to hear the crashing sound.
Yeah, and they think you're nuts.
Well, no. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's her house.
They know your mom. All right.
You're breaking up her stuff.
How many houses have we left?
So wait a second. So here's the best part.
Yeah.
People come on Saturday, and I'm telling everybody, they go, "Well, are you doing the sale tomorrow?" I go, "Everything goes today. Whatever doesn't sell today is going in the dumpster tomorrow." So this woman sort of jokingly asked,
"Hey, I'll just pick through the dumpster.
Can we come pick through the dumpster tomorrow?" So I sort of laugh and say, "Yeah." My buddies and I are spending all day, and all of a sudden we hear like this rustling in the dumpster, and it's these two ladies. So every time we come out...
Boy, are they cheap. They couldn't just pay a couple of bucks.
Every time we come out, Frank goes, you better get out of the dumpster. I'm loading in. And he just like throws stuff in the dumpster.
Oh, man.
Hurry out.
Man, people are
Imagine.
a bunch of pack rats.
And they hauled a bunch of
You got to get your mom on the
They hauled
phone.
a bunch of stuff. Oh, they had
I'm
a
going to
van.
torture your mom. I'm going to say, you sold those those Life magazines for $15? Are you crazy? Do you know what that stuff's worth?
An antique magazine.
Do you know which magazines they were? Because we could say we saw the guy out on the street the other day selling them.
Oh, I want to talk to your mom.
I really rather.
No, I got to. I got to torture her.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh.
You know, I do anything for the show, but
I know.
But she's fragile.
Oh, please. John, get her on the phone.
He doesn't know the number.
Oh, okay.
But like for instance, right? Like the Life magazines. Like I've been to a flea market. I've seen a guy who has every Life magazine in like a plastic wrapper with the date on it.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you can find that guy, maybe they're valuable to him. But everything...
That guy ain't there.
Right. There's one guy who handed me his card. He's like, listen, I buy watches, I buy gold, I buy lighters. You know, give me a call.
Yeah.
And then people come in and like...
Meanwhile, there's nothing there that he wants.
Everyone's got their own little thing. One guy walks in and goes, you got toy trains? I'm like, no, he leaves. One guy walks in and goes, you got power tools? No, he's gone.
Right, they have specialties.
Everyone's got their specialties.
So, dude, your buddy went over there, and what did he do? Just walk through Gary's house a bunch?
Just walked through the basement. He actually found a folder with a 6th grade picture of Gary in it.
I took it back.
Gary wouldn't sell it to him.
Why not, man?
I wanted it. I knew that the guy wanted it because it was me, but it was my 6th grade class photo, so I just wanted to have it.
Sure, but you didn't know you had it before.
For a dime? No, there's a lot of things that I could never.
So what did your buddy buy? What did he buy?
He bought the doghouse and a couple other little things. But the doghouse thing is very cool.
Howard, you know what one woman bought that was so bizarre? When I was in Boy Scouts, right?
Yeah.
My mom got like a cork board.
Right.
And I got a certificate for like graduating Boy Scouts, and then all my merit badges and like all my certificates and everything on this cork board. It had my name on it.
Right.
So some guy that knows the show, he found it. He goes, Gary, you know, you're not going to want to sell this. I go, please, what am I going to do with that? So I put it down, and he goes, I can't believe you're not sentimental. 2 minutes later, some lady who has no idea what's going on, she goes, how much for that? I go, $1. She bought it.
And she bought your Boy Scout cork board?
My Boy Scout cork board.
You know what? You undervalue these things.
Why do you think she bought it?
I have no idea. You could tell that this woman didn't know the show. She's like a black lady. She spoke with an accent. She definitely didn't recognize me. I don't know what she wanted.
Thought it was art.
Yeah. She thought it was art.
It's beautiful.
And then the other thing is...
You got an original Delabate.
Yeah. And the other thing is, people are so weird. They'll walk through a house. They'll see a million things. You know, we have the house open to anybody.
Right.
So some guy goes back to the laundry room.
Yeah.
And he comes out with all detergent. He goes, how much for this? I go, no, we got to wash clothes.
He thinks that's for sale.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get everything.
My
How
mom got
weird.
Because I sold the floor wax. Some old guy came in. How much did I go? $1 for the floor wax.
And you mean she wanted the floor
Well,
wax?
she was going to wax the floor before she left, but I didn't know.
Why would you do that? She's leaving.
Yeah.
It was a tough day, man.
I bet. Hey, that's cool. Hey, if you got that Delabate doghouse, I'd like to get in on that.
I would certainly love to see it.
Yeah, me too. If your friend can bring it down.
All right.
Thanks.
Howard, there was number or something to call back.
All right, dude, hold on.
You got it.
All right.
There was a guy there that was a fan of the show that was actually pretty nice. He spent like 3 hours and a half looking through stuff.
Yeah.
And he kept coming to me. He goes, geez, I think you're going to want these. He found like a briefcase of like family photos.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want those floating around. You know, and the guy kept going. You know, he kept finding like my old
Thank
report
goodness
cards.
he
Yeah, right.
He was actually nice enough not to buy them.
Yeah, cool.
We should have gone to this tag sale.
I know. We should have been
had
there.
the 6th grade picture, the married bed.
I want the
and
doghouse.
report card.
Now you're going to see, I'm going to have to pop for $150 at least for that thing.
Absolutely.
Hey, here's your mom.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Hey, Mrs. Delabate.
Yes.
I'm sorry I missed the tag sale. I would have come down there.
Fun.
Hey, can I tell you something?
Yeah. Pardon?
Can I just be honest about something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Gary's telling me about the tag sale. We're having a good time kidding around. But, you know, Gary always told me you collected Life magazines.
Yes.
And I said, do you realize what an original Life magazine, were they in good condition?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, they drew up.
I said, you know, when the original Life magazine, I know a guy who's a collector.
Yes.
Each issue can sell for hundreds of dollars.
Really?
Yes. And I cannot believe
this breaks my heart.
What?
That was given away for 15.
15?
Yeah.
1,500? 1,500? 1,500?
No, $15.
What? You allowed that?
No, it broke my heart.
How do you sleep at night knowing that stuff is worth thousands of dollars?
You know what I was upset about?
You should have had me down there. Gary doesn't know how to negotiate.
It would have been great.
Yeah.
Well, you know what upset me? That the next day they threw furniture out that was in good condition.
Oh.
All right, wait. That they could have put at the curb
had people that needed, poor people
could use
come
it
along and take it.
What about
I didn't want to sell it,
Why
but I
did that
felt
happen?
Why do you allow this?
Because I'll tell you why.
Wait,
Why?
I'm a product of the depression.
No, you're right. I
I'll tell you
agree with you. Never mind the depression. Gary has no right to take that stuff and throw
Right.
it.
It broke my heart.
First of all, it's your
You know
stuff.
why?
Yeah.
Because he didn't have a poor day in his whole life.
Exactly. You provided too much for him.
Right.
Now you've hit on it.
Hey, can I say something else? Can I say
Go
something
ahead.
else? When Frank was breaking up the furniture, I heard the whole story. Do you know there were two lovely women trying to go through the dumpster?
I told him to go through it.
Yes.
I just go through it and take it because I can't see him throwing
But
it
Frank
out.
and Gary scared them away. They scared them away.
Yeah, I know. They were very mean.
They were mean.
You know, Howard,
They were good.
can I
They
tell you-
did a lot of work, but they were mean.
But the Life magazines could have been your ticket to a healthy retirement.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
I would have retired for the rest of my
Howard,
life.
can I tell you one incident that
Lived in luxury.
Can I tell you one incident that was strange?
Yes.
Now, your parents, right? Your parents are like about my parents' age. Would you say that your mom and dad are a little bit on the superstitious side?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
They broke a mirror.
Oh, we broke a mirror.
Oh, they're not like that,
She
no.
was so angry.
Oh, really?
She was so mad. Like
And you know what?
And you had a lot of 60s
And
furniture.
then I had an accident the next. The
Ma, come on, you're not going to blame. She had a car accident.
Yes.
You blame that on the
I
mirror?
believe in it.
You're telling me Gary broke the mirror, and you had an accident?
Yes. An automobile accident.
Oh, no.
Nice going, Gary.
I believe in it. I'm sorry. I really do. And another thing is that, they would just, my bake teacher came along,
Yeah.
and I gave him my bedroom set. And
Gary's holding his head while his mom's talking. It's the funniest thing.
All right?
Yeah.
And what happened, Mom?
And what happened?
I gave her the bedroom set and a bureau.
My mom gave her bake teacher a ton of furniture. The lady came over with her son.
Oh, you're right.
Came over with a van.
You know, hey, Mrs. Delabate, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of this furniture was from the 1960s, right?
Yeah, I would say.
You know, since the movie Austin Powers, the 60s furniture is considered retro and is worth a fortune.
Right.
It depends.
Stores opening up, selling that furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Any of Gary's baby teeth?
I didn't mind that they threw the stuff in the dumpster, but leave it at the curb.
Of course.
The good stuff.
But, Mom, let me ask you a question.
Well, first of all, if you had somebody marketing this stuff as retro, you would have made thousands of dollars.
Who did you talk to about this? You only talked to Gary?
Yeah.
Well, now you see why I yell at him. Now you understand.
You know my whole angle on it.
Yes, go ahead.
Like, my mom was like, leave the stuff at the curb for people to take. But I'm like, if people don't take it, I got to come back and
Hey,
throw
why
it
didn't
away.
you like
and, and the dumpster's gone.
If you didn't break that mirror, your mom wouldn't have had a car accident.
I'm sorry. Frank broke it. Wasn't me.
Right. Well, Frank's fault.
They did. They worked it, both. They really did.
All right, Mrs. Delabate, congratulations on the $600 Gary managed to negotiate.
Well, this is the worst part of the whole day. So at the end of the day, my mom sees that we're making all this money and everything.
Yeah.
And they delivered the dumpster at like 10:30 in the morning, and I cut a deal with the guy where I gave him, I paid cash for the dumpster.
Right.
So my mom says, "How'd we do?" We're all exhausted. I got all the money. I pulled it all together. I said, "I got good news and I got bad news." And she goes, "What's the good news?" I said, "Well, we made $580. She goes, "What's the bad news?" I said, "The dumpster was $550."
So I didn't make any money, but I got rid of the stuff.
And $30 was the $30 was for the ad. So I treated for pizza that day. I gave her another 20.
Another gentleman wanted to buy my. He said, "Do you have any gold?" So I said to him, "The only gold teeth I have are in my teeth, and you're not getting it."
Right. You're not until you're dead.
Right. Exactly.
This guy's in the house.
Hey, what happened to all your religious statues? Because you used to keep religious. You used to keep religious statues in the bedroom.
Yeah, I did. I gave it to my neighbor across the street.
Oh, okay.
They brought many good years.
I give something away. I don't really need the money. It was mainly that people,
Well, I'll tell you something.
Go ahead.
The religious statues, I would have thought you would have saved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That I gave to my neighbor.
Did you at least save the coins on the bottom, Mom?
Yeah.
The coins from like 1896.
Oh, really?
Because they belonged to my grandmother.
Oh, those got to be worth
You put
something.
coins on the bottom of the religious statues.
Right.
For good luck.
Well, isn't it bad luck to give away religious artifacts?
No.
It isn't?
No.
I don't know.
As long as you give it to someone that's, religious also.
I can't believe when you used to make love to Mr. Delabate that you'd have the religious statues in the room.
Yeah. Hey, I had a big oil painting
of Jesus
and Mary.
Right over the bed?
True. My brother.
When I went to my mother's house.
That's got to kill the mood.
Woo.
Yeah.
In a way, doesn't it?
No, I thought Jesus was helping me.
Imagine you making love to you.
What Jesus witnessed? Oh, my God.
Jesus is watching you fornicate. I mean, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Did you ever cover up the statues on some nights?
No,
Really?
not at all.
Really? It's probably...
Howard, suffice to say, my mom is going to a better place.
Right.
And all the people at the Jehovah's Witness Church across the street are going to miss her.
Right.
Yeah,
Why
they
not?
like me. They do my walk with
Right.
snows.
Well, they're nice people.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Delabate.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
There she is, Mrs. Delabate, fresh from her tag sale.
And we missed it.
We missed it, baby.
You love this.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks, your Stinky, for calling that one in. I'll be the proud owner of the Delabate Doghouse.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're going to love the doghouse.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Is it? Hey, Jesse, you're on the air, and then I'm going to take a break. Yo. Oops, sorry, that's my fault. Jesse, you're on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
I'm the one that facts in your ratings from Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks for doing that. I didn't know that.
What's happening in Chicago?
Well, ratings just went up again in Chicago. Los Angeles, they just went up. We're huge in Los Angeles, getting huge in Chicago.
Yeah?
Vegas, big. Just unreal. I want to thank Chicago this morning for, we finally got on a radio station that keeps us on for more than 3 months.
Right, so we can actually make some progress.
Yeah, we're actually making progress. So I want to thank you for that.
No problem. I just wanted to know that if Grillo gave you my message on effect, I wanted to request another running of the Nigger Clause.
The what?
Nigger Clause.
Oh, Nigger Clause.
What's that?
Remember that guy?
Oh, we played that before we left. The guy who was doing the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The racist night before Christmas?
Right. The guy, Santa came in and stole everything. And
Yeah. Where is that? That was so racist. I need to hear that again. It was so wrong that I can't even believe human nature.
I never knew Santa wasn't there.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I also asked them, how come you guys never do a Mexican Jeopardy?
Maybe I will. Hey, how'd you get all the Chicago ratings? Anyway, how do you get that stuff before I do?
It was in the paper, but in fact, all I gave them was just a quick summary, but it said complete results on Monday's newspaper.
Oh, cool.
It said on Monday.
All right. Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right. We go to number 1 in Chicago. I'm gonna go down there.
We have to go to Chicago.
Yeah, you bet. That'll be cool.
Funeral.
Yeah, big funeral. Hey now. You know what Gary told me during the commercial? Whatever you do, don't move to Florida.
What?
No, I don't know why he said that.
I just want to tell you, this is a tease. After we do the
Don't you tickle my ass with a feather.
After we do the gossip game at 8 o'clock, there'll be a major announcement, a major ratings announcement. And I can't tell you where, and I can't tell you what it's about, but it's going to be at 8 o'clock.
Is that right?
Yeah, somebody will be calling in to tell you something very important about your ratings.
Oh, really?
Must be Minneapolis.
Nope.
I hope so.
No?
I wonder where it is. All right, let's not talk about it.
Let's go talk about it.
I can't guess.
Might be Canada.
Could be.
Could be. Yeah, we've had some wonderful ratings news, everywhere everyone is listening. The audience just keeps on growing and growing and growing. Hey, it's great. It's great, It's the only worthwhile part of doing the show. Hey, it's time for the Mike Walker game, and then I gotta go through everything that's in the newspaper and get to the rest of the phone calls. But Andy Richter stopped by.
Yeah, I saw him out there.
Hey, let me just clear out a couple of people before we get to this. Rick, you're on the air. Go ahead real quick.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Hey, man.
I just wanted to say how great you are. I wanted to ask you a question.
Well, the best thing to do is just ask the question.
All right. I just wanted to know, I just recently saw the movie, and I wanted to know, not to be offensive or anything, but were you really that pathetic in college?
Oh, well, was I really that pathetic in college? The movie is accurate. I was pathetic. I was very awkward. I think that's what it conveyed in the movie. I would say the movie was accurate. I'll tell you, there was something weird, though, with me that I couldn't convey in the movie. As awkward as I was, and as uncomfortable as I was in my own skin.
Yes.
And pathetic. That every once in a while in college, even Dr. Lou, my friend since I was 9 years old, says this, every once in a while, a really good-looking woman, like one of the best-looking women in the college, would fall for me.
Right. And what happened to them?
And I would sleep with them once or twice, and this is almost kind of noble, I guess, in a way. I just, their brain was like 0%.
Right. There was always something wrong with them.
Yeah. Yeah, but they were always either like psychiatric cases or there was always something.
Civil by any chance?
Yeah, something kind of like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them actually were institutionalized. Now, I know you think I'm joking, but Robin's laughing because she knows I'm not lying. Am I lying?
No.
Okay,
were they institutionalized because of you?
No, I don't
they
believe
were
so.
headed there anyway.
Yeah, they would have been there anyway, but
he was like a speed bump.
But like every once in a while, I get confused. Like I knew I wasn't good looking, and I knew I was awkward, and I knew all these things. I wasn't good with women, and I wasn't good with men even. I wasn't good with anybody. I just remember that all of a sudden, like, there's something about me that, like, once in a while, really good looking women go nuts for me.
Well, let's just say, by the same token, that they were off in a lot of ways.
They were off, yeah. They were. You have to keep bringing that up. And I have no explanation.
All the way around.
Yeah, but I have no explanation for it. Like, it's almost like when, okay, I went out to Los Angeles recently.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take some photographs for the E! Network. We did two things. We shot a new open for the E! Television show, and I had to take publicity shots. And I looked at the publicity shots last night, and I said, gee, from one picture to the next is either a fairly nice-looking man there, with the proper lighting and everything.
As you go around your head at different angles, you could be either extremely good-looking
or extremely ugly. And I look at this and I go, how is it possible
that all of these faces could be contained in the same face?
I'm a man of a million faces. Depending on what angle you first meet me at, I think is that how you use your take on me.
That's going to be your impression.
Yes.
Well, it's like that in the movie too, because like at the very first part of it, you look like a damn freak, and then towards the end you look like you do.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Even okay, like people say to me, gee, it's really cool in the movie how they made you go from ugly to good looking, and I go, well, that was through no fault of my own. In fact, there's one scene where I'm with my movie wife, and I'm on the balcony in Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay, and she comes back to me after she's pissed off about the bathtub incident.
Right.
And I look at myself, I say, I'm a good-looking guy. I could be a movie star. I look at that piece of film and I go, there is nothing wrong with me, boy. In fact, girls really must like me. Then you go to the very next scene, a couple of scenes down, and I'm driving in the car. I've been fired from Detroit, or I left Detroit, and I get out of the car, and I'm talking at the gas. I'm talking to my movie wife, and hoofa, what a dog! I mean, like, oh my God, what a dog I am!
I remember that.
Oh my God! I look at myself and I go, oh my God! I mean, how dare they put me in a movie? I mean, really, what right do I have to be in a movie?
Well, really, think about it.
I'm standing there having this discussion with my wife. I'm trying to look handsome. There's no way in the broad daylight I'm going to be handsome. And it's weird. It's weird. And then there is okay. Check out the movie. The scene where. Okay, so check this out. You know the scene where I'm with my wife toward the end, she's pregnant, and I'm kissing her and stuff?
Right. And you're rubbing her belly?
Yeah, my wife hates that scene in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, she thinks I'm giving tongue to Mary McCormick. Which I might have been, I don't know.
Tell me you did.
What?
Tell me you didn't. I would have.
Dude, my wife's listening. Dude, the tongue was there.
They were real kisses, right?
Yeah. Well, they're movie kisses. I didn't like it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So anyway, you don't get excited when you do. I had such an arousal during doing that.
And she had a big belly and everything.
Oh, it didn't matter. I knew what was doing. I was just getting to kiss a strange girl, you know what I mean?
Well, you palmed her breast.
I certainly did. Because you know what they said? They said, go over and kiss her. And I said, wouldn't it be a better scene if I took her over to the couch and I really started, touching her belly and kissing her and touching her breast? Well, I didn't even say touching her breast. I just went over and started grabbing her breast.
I would have done.
Because if I discussed it, she never would have let me grab her breast. She was like, I don't want my breast. But what the hell?
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's supposed to be real, right? You're play acting.
Yeah.
Right.
I would do when I'm with my wife. I immediately put my hands on her chest. I even thought about it last night. My wife goes to kiss me goodnight. I just palmed her breast. I didn't even kiss her.
You're so romantic.
I palmed my wife's breast goodnight.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, you two.
Good night.
Yeah, goodbye. So, what's weird about it is,
I use them for pillows.
I'm looking at that scene, and then Pig Virus comes to the door,
right.
and I tell him, F you. You look at me, I am gorgeous. I am gorgeous. Yeah, exactly. I look really good. My jaw's square, everything is perfect. Like, I look like I'm better than Tom Cruise. And then the very next scene, I'm on stage.
You're all nose.
All nose. Big schnoz, skinny jaw.
That's all you see.
Yeah, all you see.
Studied the film like you did.
Yeah, but everybody sees it. So you go, who's the real guy? In fact, I remember I was watching the movie with my movie wife, and she goes, you know, that's a good camera angle for you. The one with pig virus. She goes, that's a good camera angle for you. Now, how am I ever going to get a camera to look exactly?
You only have to have that camera angle.
Yeah, like in other words, let me find out exactly what that camera angle was, and now for the rest of my life, be photographed.
Like Barbara Streisand. The camera always has to be set up that way.
Yeah, I'll go on talk shows. I have to rearrange all the chairs.
Well, the reason I noticed that is because I draw for a living.
Right.
I mean, it's kind of a hard not to notice, you know, the humongous schnoz on your face.
Yeah. Hey, listen, dude, I can't do anything about that. I mean, I could, but I don't have the balls because I'm a big pussy. I have psychological problems.
I just wanted to say how great the movie was and that how much of a pussy Scott is, but
please. Yeah, he makes me sick. Okay, thank you. Never mention him again. Thank you. All right. Mike Walker game.
Yes.
Andy Richter's here to play with us. He is the co-host of the Conan O'Brien show.
Right.
He's the sidekick. He's like the Ed McMahon.
Yes, that would be true.
But I think that's an insult to call him the Ed McMahon. It is, right? Yeah, because Ed's such a dolt.
I'll do better than.
I mean, you get to do more than Ed did, I think. Although he used to introduce Aunt Flabby and stuff, and you get to introduce Conan's characters.
Aren't you in some of? Well, he was in some of the skits too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Andy gets to be in some of the skits.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Yeah, you get a segment every night. You get to be in the skits, but when Conan's interviewing, Andy's got to shut his mouth.
Right. He just stays there at the end of the show.
I don't have to shut my mouth.
But you do, because everyone will go, look at him trying to be like the interviewer.
That's it.
When I went on the Conan show, I tried to at least address Andy a couple of times, because it's like...
It is odd, because he's sitting right there.
Yeah, and like, you know, you feel kind of bad for the guy just sitting there on the goddamn couch not doing anything.
I mean, what kind of job is that?
Well, as I like to say, the check cash is the same either way. So.
That's it, my friend. There you go.
Feel bad for me. I'm making a living.
I got a million questions.
Back of people's heads.
I got a million questions for you. Like, how'd you get that job? You know what I mean? But I want to play the game first. Because Mike Walker's online. You understand the game, the concept?
Yeah, I know.
All right, okay. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
All right. Mike.
Howard.
Let me play your intro. Hold on.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know, did Ellen DeGeneres get locked in her high school lunchroom over an entire Christmas vacation with nothing to eat but tuna fish?
You won't accept a guy's tongue in your mouth and you're going to eat that?
I want to know.
Did Patrick Ewing run to the side of the basketball court during a timeout to feel up Woody Allen's made sushi sous-vide?
I want to know.
Did ex-Beatle Paul McCartney try to bribe every radio station in the country in order to get them to play his frighteningly lame music?
I want to know.
Robin Quivers tries to scoop up Christopher Reeve's horse for cheap after the nag throws poor Chris on his ass. Robin's horse Blaze gets jealous and seeks a huge advance for a tell-all book on her.
I want to know.
The whole world wants to know this.
All right.
Find out all the facts with Mike Walker, editor for the National Enquirer.
Mike loves his intro, man.
I love that intro.
You don't play that, man. The guy goes into a serious bumming.
I have missed that intro. Happy holidays. Hope you had a great one.
Hey, same to you. Hey, Mike, what do you make of Cher crying over Sonny Bono? Is that the height of hypocrisy?
Well,
I mean, seriously, Andy, what do you think it is?
I'll tell you what, though. I do report in my column this week, what was happening was that they were actually talking about doing, first of all, you know that there's a Sonny and Cher Broadway play being conceived right now. Do you know that?
Yeah, I got to go see that.
Okay. Yeah, right.
We've been waiting for that.
And they were talking about for Auld Lang Syne to go into the studio and cut an album, like a nostalgia album, a lot of their old hits and some new things and so forth. And Cher kind of tentatively agreed to it.
Yeah, but isn't it
hypocrisy? Look, he's the father of a child, okay?
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I think if you look at, I was looking at some of those old shows the other day on, you know, that channel that runs old shows.
Yeah.
And there was
that would be every cable channel in America.
Probably. And there was a tremendous chemistry between the two of them. And if you remember when Letterman had them on, you remember when he conned them into singing "The Beat Goes On" a few years ago?
Yeah.
They both started, you know, bawling and everything. So there's something there. Look.
Yeah, but you know, but didn't she badmouth him all over the place?
Yeah, I had to say something about him in public.
Yes,
he said something wrong.
Is there an element of hypocrisy there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Kathie Lee? No.
No, nobody's Kathie Lee. Forget about Kathie Lee defending that Michael Kennedy.
Oh.
Would she ever use her television show to defend a guy
Any other child
had sex with a babysitter, an underage babysitter, unless he was a Kennedy and that could help her?
Once again, she blamed the media. She says, look at the media making a big thing out of this.
I'm glad they made a big thing out of it.
He was not 14 years old, she says.
Yeah.
When he was 16.
He admitted to it.
All right.
Yeah, gee, that's fine. I can't wait till somebody has sex with a 14-year-old Cassidy.
And his children should know that it's all right to make love to a 16-year-old
In
baby.
this week's Inquirer, we will report that when she did you hear the story she told about? She said, at the funeral, I go up to Ethel and I go, I want to be like you. And Ethel says...
What, a matronly old woman?
Listen to this. Ethel says, I want to look like you.
Yeah.
I mean...
What a conversation.
I mean, honest to God.
Two dolls.
By the way, congratulations on the rating.
brain in her body.
Yeah, imagine we take Ethel Kennedy, we take her brain and put it in Kathie Lee's body. What an operation.
Regis would probably foot the bill.
Does Regis hate Kathie Lee as much as I think?
I think so.
Oh, he's
How could he not?
He sat there. I watched the tape now 20 times because it's the best entertainment on television. Of her telling the story about how Kevin Costner lent her his plane.
Funeral story.
Kevin, Kevin, what's her name for him? Kevin?
Kevin First Call Costner.
Let's just call Kevin Costner First Call from now on. Let's drop Kevin Costner.
Okay.
Kevin First Call Costner. Is he wonderful? He sent his private jet for any of the Kennedys to use. We didn't even have to call.
It's at your disposal.
And I just want to call him one of the most wonderful, wonderful men.
He's a hero.
A hero because he sent his private plane. What is the world coming to, for Christ's sake? What are we talking about?
Once again, the slave labor making her clothesline, and you know
what Kathie Lee said?
Around in private planes.
14-year-olds are good for making clothes and making love too, according to the Michael Kennedy, Kathie Lee Gifford way of the world.
Hey, listen, by the way, I want to announce this. When Mrs. Delabate, I don't know if Gary's told you this. You know where Mrs. Delabate is moving, Howard?
When?
Well, where she's moving.
No.
Lantana, Florida. You know what Lantana, Florida is?
Home of the National Enquirer.
Home of the National Enquirer.
Yeah, I knew that.
Really?
Well, that's right. You are correct, sir.
Hey, you got anything on Andy Richter?
Oh, yeah, we have plenty on Andy. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah?
But when she moves down there, I want to tell you, Mrs. Delabate, if you're listening, that we will personally give you a tour of the Inquirer and give you a lovely gift. Perhaps I'll give you, if I still have it, my Bob Hope silver letter opener.
Yeah, don't give her anything because she'll just save it for 100 years.
I know. I'll give her the home videos, which are just out of the two Inquirer MGM.
Yeah, by the way, both National Enquirer home videos of the MGM TV specials are available by calling 1-800-430-5995. $9.95 each or both for $19.99. Let's play the game.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it, Gary?
Well, while you're still on the Kathie Lee thing, did you see this thing in the paper today about what Frank did at the funeral?
What'd he do?
As soon as
laugh because he's exhausted.
No, as soon as Frank and Kathie Lee and Ethel Kennedy got into the car, Frank turned on the Patriots game.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But
that's the way it should be.
But Kathie Lee's saying that
Michael Kennedy was if I was that girl's father who he had sex with, I
wouldn't have gone to the funeral if that's the way I felt. Just don't go to
his daughter. Was married to this guy.
But that's what I'm saying. Why are they at the funeral?
Because Kathie Lee has to be the reporter for the Regis and Kathie Lee show.
But would you like to know what the spokesperson said about Frank doing that?
Yeah.
Frank did turn on the radio in the belief that each individual has to deal with grief in his own way. Little Michael is a big Patriots fan. He did it for him.
Sure.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, like if my dad died and I was a 12-year-old or whatever, I'd have to turn on the radio to hear a Patriots game.
And Kathie Lee's sitting there going, God, is Frank insensitive. Not only is he bang that stewardess, but now he's watching the Patriots game.
Well, you know what?
By the way, it was a great game.
She wasn't thinking of that at all because I'm sure that she didn't even notice.
Right.
She was probably thinking about her hair.
So self-involved.
She said that now the death of Michael has taught her that she must forgive Frank because someone could be taken from you at any time.
I would think the death of Sonny Bono would have taught her that. Sonny Bono. Okay, here's the best thing about it. And then we got to get to the game, and then we got to talk to Andy. But the best thing about the Sonny Bono dying stuff. So Sonny Bono crashes into a tree, which I think is a great way for a guy to go who is a joke. You know what I mean? He was a goof. His wife goofed on him.
Everybody goofed on him.
His fellow congressman goofed on him because they interviewed every one of them. Newt Gingrich told them. They said, Sonny, they said, well, say something about Sonny. Sonny made us laugh. What? Sonny made us laugh. The guy is a congressman. He made us laugh.
A little humor.
He brought humor to the job. No, but
hey, fellas, I made a bill.
Yeah. Right, Sonny. Yeah. You're Sonny and Cher, you imbecile. So wait a second. The best thing is, So in the newscast, they have clips of Sonny, Cher, and Chastity.
Yeah.
And Chastity, they start when she's a little kid on the Sonny and Cher show. Now, I'm watching this thing, and I'm going, all right, let's look for signs of lesbianism. Right, how do you figure out when this little kid became a dyke? Yeah, when did she become this big fat dyke? This is this cute little kid. I'm going, gee, you think she's having lesbian thoughts now? So you start to look, and then they show a little bit older Chastity, a little bit older Chastity. Then, all of a sudden, this little cute kid is this big fat dyke. And you're like, when did it happen? Like, how did this happen? And you look for signs.
Some of the pictures are missing.
It's unbelievable. Then you see her running out on stage to Sonny and Cher, and you go, that did it. That made her a dyke.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? The pressure of going out?
Well,
what?
that's what I thought. Right away, when she came out, I said it was all those times they dragged her out on TV.
Right. Yeah.
I read in an interview with Chastity in Out magazine, and she said that when they put her in those dresses, even at a young age, she was uncomfortable dressing like that.
See, I got to go back and watch these things.
I saw one where Cher had this polka dot outfit on.
Yeah.
You know, it was like the little shirt that you tie under your breast.
Yeah.
Bell bottom pants.
Andy wears that.
And they
wearing it
put
now.
Chastity in a little one where she was tied up over her belly.
Yeah.
And she had little hot pants, polka dot hot pants on. And I was like, she doesn't look right now.
Mom and daughter belly shirts.
She does not look right in that outfit.
With matching belly jewelry.
Whenever I see old reruns of that, Chastity always looks like a kid that's like about to be beaten.
Yeah.
She looks like she's under duress.
Yeah, like this is I don't want to do this, Mommy.
You want to have a great laugh? Mike, you got to check this out.
Yeah.
Regis and Kathie Lee were showing like past Christmas show stuff.
Yeah.
It was Cody dressed up as like a pilgrim or something with a Winnie the Pooh bear singing a duet. Now, listen, I'm not saying the kid's going to definitely grow up to be gay or anything. But if they're not grooming this, I mean, Gibbs got to be going nuts. This kid, I gotta play this on here. Gary, you got that? Play this kid singing. I mean, they're grooming. They're going to wreck him like they wrecked Chastity.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because all of the clips have been all over Entertainment Tonight and everywhere else of Chastity as she's grown up.
Yeah.
And I said, this should be labeled How to Raise a Dyke.
Yeah. Oh, man, because, I mean... First of all, I know as a little kid, I was so self-conscious. The thought of getting on national television and performing would have been as foreign to me. Because Kathie Lee's his mother. The kid has no talent. Cody Gifford has no talent whatsoever.
There's no reason for him to be there except Kathie Lee is his mother.
He has no desire to be on television, I'm sure. Although Kathie Lee has convinced herself he has a desire. Of course,
it's in the genes, isn't it?
Well, you know what it is? Little kids want to please their mothers and get into their lives.
Absolutely,
And the only way to get into your mom's life is to buy into her world.
Right.
And her world is you get on TV and you sing to Winnie the Pooh.
That's right.
And I'm watching this kid looking uncomfortable, singing this goddamn wimpy-ass pussy song to a bear, and I'm going nuts. Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Well, you saw the Christmas special.
Listen to this.
Christopher, darling, you're going to have to tell Pooh that he cannot go to school with you after the Christmas holidays, okay? Come, Sarah.
This poor kid. What is that outfit he's wearing?
I have to tell you, and it's not very nice.
It looks like Andy's outfit in Cabin Boy. I was watching that last night.
Forever and ever is a very long time.
Oh, dear.
Why put this kid through this? I can't take it. Turn it off. It depresses me. It makes me so sad. Someone take these kids away from her.
Poor boy.
Yeah. It's just not right. You don't want to put... Look, we all see the examples of what happens to most children, not all, but most, who are pushed into show business at an early age. Where do they end up?
Big fat dykes.
Big fat dykes.
Almost.
What?
I was pushed out too early.
Andy was.
Look at me, I'm a
Look at him.
fat dyke.
You are a dyke. And everyone says it about you, and the Inquirer's coming out with a free-page article on it.
Actually, there's never been a whiff of scandal about Andy. That's kind of interesting. I'm jotting this down. You know, let's look into Andy Richter.
Oh, now they're going to start investigating you.
Andy would be thrilled.
And would you be thrilled, Andy?
I would.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would be really.
He hopes you find something.
I know. I'm actually thinking now. Geez, I got to go do something.
Yeah, it's nice. Andy puts off stage. You're probably pretty much like excuse me, but kind of like a very dull kind of a.
Well, he's a family man, but that'll change.
Is he married?
I'm married. Yeah,
but you cheat, right?
No.
Oh, you don't?
I don't. I have next to no libido, so
really,
not a problem.
You're not gay?
No.
Really?
Not gay, no drugs.
I don't know any guy who doesn't have a libido.
Well, you just met one.
I don't believe it. You really, I can't see you not having a libido.
Well, I mean, I do, but
ever think about the broads you could be getting now if you weren't married?
You know, I'm really just like I'm such a wuss about it that and the thing too is that I don't like to talk to people very much. I'm in the right business.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's like actually, if I ever think about like, hey, if I was single and had this job, I think, Jesus, how many moronic conversations I'd have to have.
Come on, that's bull.
No, it's not.
When you're aroused, I talked about this yesterday. When there's a beautiful woman and you're aroused, you'll never know if you'll like her until after you finish orgasming. Because I can't think straight until I'm done, and then I realize, hey, I don't even like her.
Right.
But I gotta have it. Gotta have it. Hey, listen, never mind all this.
Never mind all this. Let's play the game.
All right, let's play the game. Andy, pay attention. Seriously, you're in show
you know
business.
what the deal is? We're looking for the fake story.
All right,
I know that.
4 stories, one of them's fake. Figure out which one it is.
I'm very distracted by the tear in the real doll's mouth.
I did that.
Oh, that's poor thing.
There's an actual tear in her mouth.
Well, Norm Macdonald did that.
She's disintegrating.
Yeah. He was in here yesterday messing around with her.
Why does she care? I mean, what kind of deal is this?
Well, you know, I used her, but I'm not big enough to tear her lips.
Is there a warranty? I mean, can you get that fixed?
I don't need a warranty.
Or will I just ship a new head?
Andy, feel her chest. Tell me that doesn't feel good. Look at it. Take off her bra.
It's cold.
Take off her... Oh,
you can put her in the tub and warm her up.
That's what they tell you to do.
This is like necrophiliac's delight.
No, you put her in the tub, she gets warm skin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you got to wheel her there in a wheelchair.
Well, I hope they play.
She's 150 pounds.
I hope they play, my appearance in the studio the first time I saw the doll on E, because if you remember, Howard, I really, this was not a bit.
Yeah, you got
really
to third base.
The doll was real. I walked in, I thought it was some chick you had.
Mike had his hand in her panties inside
I did,
2 seconds.
And I now realize, of course, that's on film.
Andy, put your hand in her pants and feel her most wonderful of places. Isn't that wild?
God, it's like moss.
Yeah. All right, anyway, give us the 4 stories. Here we go. Everybody play along at home.
All right, first story.
Looking at me.
It pays to laugh on the Gregory Hines show. Executives are having such trouble filling the studio audience that they've been hiring professional laughers, 20 of them at $86 a day.
Gregory Hines has a television show?
Yes. It's
you didn't know that?
Is it most lowly rated?
No, actually, some of the ratings have been pretty good in the beginning. It
was renewed.
Hey, what was the most... You know what? Gary reminded me of this. Remember a show called The Melba Moore Show?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Remember Melba Moore?
Sure.
Yeah.
That show was so low rated, I think they took it off after 1 episode.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Did not last long.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Tori Spelling got Dad's help to snag some snuggling from a hunky 90210 co-star. Tori flipped for Vincent Young when he joined the show and convinced her producer, Daddy Aaron, to change the script so Vincent became her love interest. Now the romance has moved into a real-life zip code as well, Vincent spending nights at Tori's pad.
Okay, go ahead.
Who's the most lovable lug in boxing? The parents of an 11-year-old boy suffering from a possibly terminal disease in the Newark hospital wrote Mike Tyson and told him their son was a huge fan and would be thrilled to meet him. Mike showed up the day before Christmas
and ate the kid.
Gifts.
Ate his head.
Really thrilled the little guy
with
a pair of autographed boxing gloves.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Lugging 2 heavy bags in the New York hotel lobby, Sly Stallone's mom, Jackie, summoned a guy she thought was a bellhop, and he greeted her, "How are you, Jackie? Good to see you again." Miffed at his boldness, Jackie told him to pipe down and heft her bags to a room. When they got there, she handed over a $4 tip. The guy said, "I don't want any money. Don't you remember me? I'm Ray Liotta. I'm one of your son's best friends."
Oh, man. That's funny. All right, here's the 4 stories. I'm going to go to Andy first. Number 1, Gregory Hines has to pay people to be in the audience of his show to laugh. Number 2, Tori Spelling's boyfriend gets a job on the show. Number 3, the 11-year-old writes boxer Mike Tyson, "Hey, come visit me," and sure enough, he goes and visits him in an ultimate PR move to erase the fact that he bit somebody's ear. And Jackie Stallone tips Ray Liotta $4 for carrying her bags to the room.
Huh.
Which one? The best part when Howard does the
well, he's not really
summary.
accurate
Very
with
good.
the Tori
Very good.
Spelling one.
What was the Tori Spelling one again, Robin?
The Tori Spelling one is that she flipped for the guy. She asked her father to change the storyline of the show so he would be her love interest.
And then they're like really in love.
All right, okay. All right, so I wasn't 100% accurate.
But you're good usually. You're really
usually
good.
I'm in there.
Yeah, no, you're right there.
I listen to you. All right.
They're all really believable.
I mean, they are. They are believable.
Now, I always wonder now if
truth is stranger than fiction, of course.
Right.
All right,
but,
go ahead.
I mean, the thing is in this instance, it's also like, all right, I can believe that.
Well, which one don't you believe? The least.
The one I don't think is real is the Tori Spelling one.
Oh, please. All right, Andy, I'll put that
No, I don't think, because I watched that show, and...
Me too, man.
She was gonna, you know, like this whole thing was brewing with her breaking up with
David,
the rapper, whatever.
Yeah, David.
And, there's no other guy.
Yes, there is.
Is she gonna? No, I mean, there's no other.
With the guy on the boat.
No, but I mean, there's no other guy other than him for her to go out with.
This is depressing. Is this the show that married guys who don't get any?
That's it, Mike. You finally hit it.
Yeah, you finally got it.
I mean, you're really into this, Andy.
Hey, Mike, what's your story?
Sorry.
Mike, you married?
Yes, you're married.
You don't watch 90210? You have a life.
Yeah, you're sniffing around in Jackie Stallone's garbage.
Yeah.
You're making fun of my off hours.
We're decent human beings sitting and watching 90210.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. Here's a guy who says has dirt on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Good. Mike, we got a scoop for you.
All right, here's a scoop. You can put this in the Inquirer. Okay. Danny, go ahead. What do you got on Andy Richter?
Yeah, Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month ago, I seen Andy and his wife when Billy's topless.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you went to a strip bar with your wife?
Hey, cool.
Hey, there's something good for you.
Absolutely.
Andy Richter.
Quiet.
Billy's topless.
Andy Richter and his wife go to Louise Topless. You can take your wife
Billy's
to strip.
Topless.
Oh, Billy's Topless. Why do you go to a strip club with your wife?
Because she sits at the rail. She's like an old woman at a slot machine.
Yeah.
She sits there at the rail and just hands out dollars like, there you go.
Do you ever say to her, hey, honey, how about that one? Like, would you, like, just theoretically, like it's her, would you, the three of us, do you do things like that?
You ever,
use it to turn yourself on?
You ever suggest a threesome with a stripper?
No.
I don't mean you do it.
No?
I mean, no?
No. I mean...
What's the point, though? Why's your wife like going? Is she, like, into chicks?
No, it's like, because it's,
Well, come on, man. What's up?
It's funny. I mean, you gotta go to Billy's Topless, first of all.
It ain't funny.
It's like, it's
I don't find it funny.
It's fun.
What's so funny about it?
It's fun. Tell me what's so funny about it. I don't get it.
Well, it's funny because it's like just kind of like this really normal neighborhood tavern, and then there's like these women doing this nude Tai Chi over in,
Yeah.
I'm not cracking up yet.
Yeah. I don't get the joke.
I'm not laughing.
I ain't laughing.
Sorry.
Jeez. Anybody find that funny?
Howard, women...
Hangout.
What is it?
You know whose hangout that is?
Whose hangout is it?
Freddie's hangout.
Oh, Fred hangs out. Yeah, but he don't take his wife.
Take a woman to scores. Take your wife to scores. It's kind of fun. Women like watching other women. Now, that's a fact, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't go to watch other women. Please.
Howard,
they're usually intrigued to be in a place that they don't usually... I've had lots of women say, hey, take me to scores.
Yeah, they just want to watch their men. That's not about the women.
I don't know, man.
No,
because these weren't...
And you know Andy's sitting there. He's getting excited from the broads.
He's claiming to have no libido, and then the next thing we know, he's at Billy's Topless.
I'm at Billy's Topless with a ball peen hammer banging on my crotch trying to get some life on.
He's got no libido, was spotted at Billy's Topless. I've got my item.
Thank you. Andy thinks Tori Spelling is untrue. Robin, go ahead.
All right. This is very difficult this week. I'm going to go with the Mike Tyson story as being the fake story.
Really? Why?
Because it's that story they tell every year.
Okay.
So it's got to be wrong.
Are you in the game, Fred?
No, I am not.
You are not. Okay. Could Ray Liotta have really carried the bags up in Jackie Stallone's room? I mean, I'm going with that. I mean, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I'm going with the Ray Liotta one. That sounds over the top.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like, how could you make that up?
Yeah, but usually the overtop ones are the true ones.
I just can't believe it. All right, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Give us the answer, please.
Well, again, truth is stranger than fiction. That is one of the most unbelievable items, but it's absolutely true.
The Jackie
You saw Ray Liotta. She didn't. Jackie Stallone. She probably couldn't see him.
Yeah.
And he went along with it. He realized what was
That's a great item. What's the untrue one?
Okay, Robin, you're a big, big winner.
I mean,
come on,
this
Mike
has got to
Tyson,
be the one.
This self-centered thug. I mean, he was probably out biting the ears of these caged tigers that he keeps out in the backyard in that place in Jersey.
So he wouldn't visit an 11-year-old?
No. Never in a million years.
Wow. All right, well, Robin, you're the big winner.
Very good, Robin.
Thank you, Mike Walker. By the way, both National Enquirer home videos of their MGM TV specials are available by calling 1-800-430-5995. $9.95 each or both for $19.99. See Mike Walker all over the country, syndicated radio, Geraldo every Friday, and also in the pages of the National Enquirer. Hey, thanks, Mike.
Congratulations on the ratings, by the way, Howard.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. You guys broke the story about Roseanne and Tom.
Yeah, we did. I did it on television yesterday.
Roseanne and Ben.
Ben, whoever she's leaving this time.
You want to know something? When Roseanne first introduced me to Ben on this show,
we could pull tape.
Yeah, we could. She said, "Hey, I'm going to marry this guy," and in the back of my mind, I said, "Well, isn't he Tom Arnold?"
That's right.
And you said, "Why do you got to marry these guys?"
Yeah, well, I said to Roseanne, face to face, I said, and with Ben sitting here, I said, "Why do you have to marry your bodyguard? Why can't you just do him a couple of times?
Right.
Why do you marry? Explain to me." The thing with Tom was ridiculous. You knew you had bad taste in men.
Right.
Why would you
marry another fighter? And he was also somebody who would piss Tom off the most because it's the worst thing. Like, and I'm screwing the bodyguard. What do you think of that? That's,
Yeah.
It was partly to get back at him, and plus Ben is Tom. It's another fighter, someone who'll fight with her. This thing went on for hours. There were 6 security guards, 6 LAPD, Howard guns drawn. Okay? She called a judge in the middle of it because the cops said,
bouncing
"We can't take him away, lady. We can't do it. He lives here. He hasn't really done anything yet. I know you're terrorized." Roseanne screamed so much, one of the cops gave her the name of the judge. Now, she's Roseanne, right?
Right.
She called a judge in the middle of the night at home and got a temporary restraining order, and that's when they were able then to take Ben away.
Because he wouldn't leave?
Yeah, well, Ben, what was
house? But first, the security guards came in. She was screaming, "Call the cops!" They pulled him out and they closed the door. So now Ben's outside. They called the cops. They're waiting for the cops. Ben finally says, "No one's keeping an eye on me on my goddamn house," and he goes roaring back and kicks the door down and goes running up the stairs. Roseanne's screaming. She's up there with the kid.
What kills me is Roseanne really thinks these guys love her.
I was going to talk to you about that. I said, is she so delusional that she doesn't realize that her money, her fame, her power.
Well, she's like the old guy who married Anna Nicole Smith. You know, I mean,
just totally out of it. Doesn't know what's going on.
Doesn't get it.
Her life is turmoil, and if she does not have something to constantly engage her attention like this, the constant fighting, she doesn't feel like she's alive.
So you're saying what? That she's going to do this again?
Yes, she's going to do it again. She's going to do it over and over again.
Wow. Interesting. Hey, thanks, Mike.
Thanks a lot.
All right, man.
Bye.
Mike Walker, everybody. So, Andy.
Yeah.
Andy Richter's here from the Conan O'Brien Show. Hey, let me take a break, and then we'll chat a little bit.
It's your show.
Really?
I'll just keep turning her fingers back, the real doll's fingers.
I just want to know how you got the job, being the co-host of the...
Yeah, we all know how Conan got the job.
How did Conan get the job?
Remember there was this whole talent search across the country. NBC interviewed every comedian in the country and couldn't find anybody.
And then they said, you know what, we can't find anyone, so we'll just hire Conan. I mean, how embarrassing was that whole thing?
I mean, it was really sad.
It really was. It really was awful.
It was actually, there was even like some stuff on boxes of frosted mini wheat.
Right. You know, like ads for being in a contest. You want to know something? This is really weird. Talk about contests. I get this thing from Warner Brothers. People will be interested in this, and you know these are fake. All right, we even did it. Remember when I was doing my movie? They said, "Hey, let's find the Howard Stern."
The talent search.
Yeah. They do this to promote movies. It says, "We are looking for a new Wonder Woman this Saturday, January 10th, from 10 to 4 at the Warner Brothers Studio store." Like, you're going to get hired in the store. At the store, where people buy things.
Baby, you've got it.
Yeah. Please find the press release with all of the pertinent information. I'll call you to talk about your interest in having Howard and Robin announce the casting call during news or sending a Stern representative to the audition. They're going to hold auditions for Wonder Woman. Now, you know they've already hired the Wonder Woman.
Of course, they've got a Wonder Woman.
Yeah, or they kind of have an idea who they're going to hire.
Yeah.
So a bunch of dopes
are going to run down to this Warner Brothers store
in like homemade outfits to make it even.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
They'll try to look as much like Wonder Woman as they possibly can.
You know, it'd be great if only like 2 people showed up.
And they were men.
Right. It'd be so great.
You should dress up the real doll and
send her over. The new Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She doesn't give anybody any hassles. Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead, Rich.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you why Andy Richter's wife was over at Billy's Topless.
Why?
It's obvious because she's bi.
What do you mean she's obvious she's bi?
It's obvious.
Obvious.
Do you know this woman, or are you just guessing?
Do you know her?
I'm not really guessing. I happen to. My wife and I are swingers, and if I tell you
Are you a swinger?
Yeah, I sure am, and it's a lot of fun. But I got to tell you, I got to tell you, 95% of the women swinging are bi.
Right.
Women being bi is ubiquitous. They all are, and the ones who don't think they are still are, and that's why they go to those clubs and they love it.
I see. So she doesn't know. She may not know she's bi.
Well,
I think I could get.
I guarantee you.
Hey, seriously, man, Andy, you ought to explore that, because if your wife's going to, you know what, I think I could get my wife to do lesbian stuff if I like hung out with her in strip clubs.
Oh, you really do? Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you do it then?
Because you know what, who needs her at the strip club?
Well, you want a threesome, don't you?
Yeah.
Did you hear the reaction of Andy when you were talking to him?
What do you say?
When you were talking to Andy, he got very, very nervous. And his wife is bi, and she doesn't want.
That's because he has his hand in my lap. It's Andy who's bi. All right, this is ridiculous. Hey, you know what? Rather than I got to know the answer to this. Forget the break. I'll take the break in a minute.
All right.
So, how do you become Conan O'Brien's sidekick? Because, like, were you in show business even or anything?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was a pool boy
No, really, what were you doing?
I did improv in Chicago. So
you did? And you got paid and everything?
Not really.
Oh.
You know, occasionally wherever we were working, they let us have a free drink or two. But
all right, that's cool.
But then I also did the Real Life Brady Bunch, which played here in
in Broadway, yeah.
Oh, so you were in show business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just wasn't in any show business. Yeah, I was an
comedian
actor.
kind of.
Yeah, I was an
comedian.
actor,
All right.
an improv actor.
Okay.
So,
if we said, now, remember when
Mike Douglas
used to do that with Sandy Barron?
All right, do me a favor. I'm a tree that has just fallen down.
Right.
And you're a squirrel picking my nuts. And, okay, let's go with that. Go.
Okay. Did Michael Kennedy just crash into your tree?
Hey, you see, that's good. That's good. Yeah, he did, that little bastard Kennedy. You know, and I'm glad I took him out because he was with a 14-year-old. And screw Kathie Lee. Hey, nice bit of improv on my part. Yeah. How do you get involved in that improv stuff?
You should do that.
Hey, I'm pretty good at it too.
It sounds like you're getting some important stuff out.
Yeah, man, I'm working through some material here. That improv really goes.
So that's what you do? Have people yell up things and you do them?
Okay, go yell something at me and Andy. We'll do some improv.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Robin. Premise.
You're a woman.
Thank you.
Who's lost in New York.
Okay.
And Andy is a stranger on the corner.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Excuse me? Are you a black man? Good. I see you're white.
I am.
I'd like to ask you directions. I'm very lost here in New York. Do you know where I can find what's the name of that strip club?
Billy's Topless.
Billy's Topless.
It's obvious you're bisexual.
There you go. Nice.
I happen to know of a few places.
What was that guy who used to go Mike Douglas and do the improv?
Sandy Barron.
Sandy Barron.
I remember. I don't know.
Oh, man. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah, see, I'm 43. I used to watch the Mike Douglas show every day.
I mean, I saw it, but I mean,
you were too young to appreciate
I was too young to know what
you didn't get the names right.
Yeah.
Mike would sit there like a piece of cardboard. You could see him just reading off the teleprompter. And it was just unbelievable. He would read off the teleprompter, and then he'd have Sandy Barron on, and he'd say, Sandy, you're so great at improv. The audience is going to yell out some things. He'd have them on little cards, actually. He goes, the audience has written these things down. Now, promise us you haven't seen these. That's right, Mike. I haven't seen these.
That's true.
That's true. And then he'd go, okay, you're a tree, and I'm a squirrel. And they would improv, and it would go nowhere. It would be so unfunny. It would be so unfunny.
As soon as Mike's part came.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mike would drive the thing right into the ground. Unbelievable. All right. Situation.
Yeah.
Your wife has poison ivy of the vagina.
Okay.
Okay? And you have to tell me that she gave it to me last night. Go ahead.
Your wife gave me poison ivy.
No, I got it. It's better. He's just found out he's HIV positive, and you were his last partner.
Okay, let's go with that.
Wow, that is hilarious.
Hello. Oh, Andy, by the way, last night was wonderful.
Thanks, Howard.
I feel so comfortable in your arms. I really do. You really are fabulous.
Well, I hope you feel comfortable there because we share more than what we just shared.
What happened to your gay voice? Where is it? You're so masculine.
Sorry.
Oh, you're so butch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had some serious news to tell you.
What is it? What's the serious?
I'm HIV positive.
What? What?
What?
Thank God all I did was fellatio with you. I can't get it from that, can I?
No.
All right. All right, listen to me.
Wow, that was
pretty good improv. Yeah, hey man, I like this. All right, here's one.
All right.
You just found out that Conan likes little boys.
Okay.
And I'm a cop. Go ahead. Okay. All right, never mind.
Officer, you know where I could get any little boys for my boss?
What are you talking about? Isn't your boss Conan O'Brien?
Yeah.
He's into little boys?
Look, I gotta go.
Hey, you're pretty good at this. No wonder they tapped you for the job. All right, so wait a second. Explain to me real quick how you get
I
the
got
job.
the job.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know Robert Smigel.
Guy who does the cartoons on Saturday Night Live. Real talented guy.
And he also is the guy that does all the lips in our things.
Okay, go ahead.
Bill Clinton, that's Robert.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the original head writer and producer. He worked with Conan on SNL.
Okay.
I had a friend that worked on SNL.
Good.
I met Robert like a year before in L.A. He was out there writing the Hans and Franz movie.
You're kidding.
No, yeah.
They never produced that, did they?
No, because Arnold thought that people didn't want to see him making fun of himself after Last Action Hero.
Oh. Really?
So he said, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, Arnold's becoming a very deep thinker.
Yeah.
Oh, Arnold was supposed to be in the Hans and Franz movie?
Oh, yeah. He was the linchpin.
Really?
Yeah.
He was the reason it was being made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think you needed him for it.
Things that, from what Robert told me, it sounded like he had some pretty funny ideas. You know.
A couple of comedy ideas.
Yeah,
okay.
Funny comedy things.
Might have made a good sketch.
Yeah, comedies with a K.
Right.
So I met him there, and we just hung out. You know, we just kind of became friends. And then the Brady Bunch ended in L.A. That's what I was out there doing.
Right.
I did Cabin Boy. I was back out in L.A. for that.
Right.
And my phone just rang one day, and it was Robert saying, you know, I know this Conan guy.
Did you have to audition?
No. I was hired as a writer first.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, they hired me. I was the first writer hired on the show.
Oh, I know.
Robert just called me and said, you want to try and be a writer on the show? And I was like, yeah. You know,
why not?
I'm not doing anything else.
Hey, I did Cabin Boy and the Brady Bunch. I might as well do this.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a good excuse to come back to New York. So I met with Conan at a deli and got a free lunch out of it.
Right.
Submitted.
And you said to yourself, hey, okay, the guy doesn't have much going on with him, but hey, maybe I'll outshine him and they'll give me the show. Is that it?
Yeah, I thought maybe I can just park my ass on a couch.
Yeah, watch this guy die.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Get the angle on people's plastic surgery.
Right.
You know?
Right. So then he said, okay, hey, and then he basically said to you, I want you to be my sidekick?
That kind of came about as, you know, they found out how hilarious I was.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know,
all right.
as, you know, hanging around the office. Because when I got hired, they didn't, you know.
And what do they do? Do they, like, test it out in front of an audience one night?
Yeah, well, it started out like in, you know, like there were early test shows with no
audience.
with
audience. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and they just kind of said, go sit next to him. You know.
Boy, there's a lot of pressure. Don't make this guy look funny.
So, well,
yeah, right.
No, that's not, you know, but go sit next to him. And so, and then we did test shows with audiences.
And they liked you?
Yeah, at a certain point. Well, it's like, at a certain point, they bought me more than one suit. And,
right.
And the weird one was one night after a test show, they said, keep your suit on because you're supposed to go to dinner. You're going to go to dinner with Conan and Lorne Michaels.
Mm.
So Conan and I get into Lorne's car. It drives us to a restaurant. We get out and walk in. There's Lorne and Steve Martin.
Wow.
And then it's like Conan and, you know, I mean, it's like it's
like a date.
So new and weird,
yeah,
you know.
They're doubling.
You know, and then so we just sit there and it's like Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin are sitting there and they just are
What do you talk to them about?
They talk to each other and
you know what's weird about this?
We nod.
When my movie first came out, Lorne and Steve Martin invited me to dinner with them.
Really? Seriously?
And you didn't go.
I didn't go. Because I said, what am I going to... First of all, I'm in awe of Steve Martin. I think Steve Martin's brilliant.
Absolutely.
I was just kind of like...
Yeah, and I just went, what am I going to do? I don't know. You know me.
I mean, come on.
I just thought, I'm going to have to sit there. I'm going to get gas. I can't fart in front of these guys. I mean, what is it going to be, you know? Lauren's so goddamn proper. You know what I mean? And I never went.
You robbed us of the story.
Yeah, I know. They called me about 10 times. So you actually went.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting Steve Martin.
You didn't know Steve was going to be.
Yeah,
Are those two dating or something? I mean, why is it always Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin? So does Steve say anything? I hear he's a real prick, is he?
No, he was
nice? Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious that he was a swinger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just from the way he looked at me.
And so they just, like, what did they do? Impart some comedy wisdom to you or something?
Yeah, it was a lot of, the thing you'll learn about this business and the thing you'll learn about TV. And, and I mean, it was fun, but I mean, you got to look at it from my perspective of,
who wants that?
Here I'm coming from like you said, like, were you even in show business? And sometimes I wasn't sure myself.
Right.
And all of a sudden they're, Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin, and they're paying for dinner.
Yeah, I wonder what they would have said to me.
You never know now. You'll never know.
Yeah, believe me, I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
Anyway, see Andy Richter on the Conan O'Brien Show every night.
Every night, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, and now you guys have a regular contract, right?
I gotta tell you, Howard, I'm over in Monte Carlo, and they got those international stations on the hotel TV.
Yeah.
Do you know that Conan comes on every night over there because NBC is broadcast into the hotel?
Yeah, the country's furious about it.
Jay Leno.
There's a protest going on.
What is this?
Yeah. No, you get to see those shows.
It's all over the world. My dad was in Russia. And,
could you be making serious scratch from this show yet, or are they still treating you like a second-class citizen?
There's just not that much money at 12:30.
Yeah, but you're all over the world.
Yeah, there must be. You know what? They always say that, but there's some money in it.
No, but I mean,
how do you know there's no money? Then why don't they just close down?
Well, that's what they say when I say, hey, how come I'm not rich?
You know, Ed McMahon is worth $80 million.
That's right.
Dude, the sidekick thing can work.
Yeah, but
don't fall for it when they tell you there's no money.
You are correct, sir.
I mean, it infuriates me that Ed McMahon has $80 million.
I know. I don't know how he got it.
Yeah.
We're just having a big discussion in the office. I mean, what do you think Andy's salary is? I mean, because John and I were just talking.
What does John think?
He thinks it's $500,000. I think he's crazy.
You think that's too much or too little?
I think it's too much. I don't think he gets $500,000 a year.
Really?
Do you?
It's a national show.
At what point?
You make him more than $500,000?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
$1 million?
No.
Wow. He's making more than $500,000.
So what do you think, Baba Booey?
I think.
Look at Andy, like Andy all proud of himself.
I think that's great for him.
Yeah, I'm totally puffed up.
Yeah, Andy's
you know what I'm laughing about? He's talking to a puppet.
I think that's great for him. I just think it would be that high.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Yeah, but the guy's on camera and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on TV after all.
And it is a national network show.
Yeah.
We got real advertisers, like,
They're paying you too much, man.
ED7 and stuff like that.
Well, John makes about $80 a week, so he's like pissed off anybody gets any money.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, you take it up with John.
I know I'm lucky, but, just wait.
Come on, man. Put yourself down. We'll put you down.
Talented.
Oh, all right. You're talented. All right, listen, Andy Richter on the Conan O'Brien Show. See him every night. You doing anything else? Or just the Conan O'Brien Show? I'll plug anything. You got a 1-800 number or anything?
No.
A web page?
A web page? You got Andy Richter web page?
No. There's some people maintain them.
Right, but you don't have your own web page.
No.
You should get a web page.
For what?
I don't know, like,
What am I gonna,
They're talking about toll booths now. You get more money.
Yeah, you could get more money, man. I'm telling you, you can sell products on there. Okay, Andy Richter, watch him. Thanks for coming by, Andy. It's great to see you. And we'll be back right after blah, blah, blah. Nice. Thank you. Very, very self-serving. All right, let's get down to it. On our phone right now, I have no idea what the announcement is. This is Pat Cardinal, our program director in Toronto, and Ian McClellan, our Montreal program director, both on the line with us right now.
These would be both of our Canadian affiliates.
How long, everybody? Hi, guys. Pat?
Yes, sir.
And Ian, right?
How you doing?
Hey, guys. Happy New Year to you. As a matter of fact, how long have we been on in Canada, actually?
About 2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks? I thought it was like a week. Oh, we've been on, what, a couple of months now?
Since September 2nd.
What month is this, if you don't mind?
This is January, Howard, of 1998.
Well, let me do some quick math, if you don't mind. September, October, November, December. All right, so this would reflect...
You don't count September. You say October, November,
December. All right, so this would be 3 months you're counting?
Right.
Sure. All right, I have no idea what the announcement is, I swear to you. What is the announcement?
You have the biggest morning show in Canada.
What?
In 3 months?
The biggest morning show in Canada. On Q107, you have the largest audience of any morning show on any radio station in Canada.
Now,
Montreal and Toronto together
we have a combined audience of the Howard Stern Show of 1,144,800 listeners.
Oh, yeah.
You're also number one among English language radio stations in Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
That's the fastest ever.
Oh, yeah. What, I'm doing my Jerry Lewis Toad voice. Oh, yeah.
It's Q107, the second biggest rock station in North America after K-Rock.
Hey, ain't that good news?
Absolutely.
Ain't that nice?
Ain't
We're
that
so
nice?
proud to have you guys.
Now, is that number one in the cars or all over? Man. We worked with Soupy Sales. He had no ratings. He used to run around the station going, but you don't understand.
I'm number one in the car.
I'm number one in the cars. They did a special breakout.
You don't understand.
Well, I can't tell you how good that feels because Canada is the first first time that we syndicated into another country.
That's right.
I've said for a long time that this show would go over in another country.
And it's gone over in spades.
Oh, big time.
You bet. Pat, Ian, I am happy to hear the news.
Congratulations, guys, and thank you.
And thank you for all of you. And thanks for being there and hiring us.
And thank you.
All right, man.
Hey, take care.
Let's kick ass in 98.
Absolutely.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
The Canadian national anthem.
Thank you. Everybody please rise. I just looked over and saw my tattoo. Forgot it was there. You know,
I like your tattoo.
Yeah, I forget it's there a lot. And then, like, in the morning, I go to wash my face or something. It's weird having a tattoo. Now that I've had it for, what have I had for, a month or two?
About as long as we've been in Canada. No.
I think about that same amount of time.
No, you have it probably a month.
It's weird. Sometimes I look at it and I go, what is that? I go, why? Like, out of all the things I could have put in my arm, why that? Like, I was looking at Gumps. The weird thing about having a tattoo.
Too analytical.
Yeah. The weird thing about having a tattoo for me is I really like having one. I suggest that people do it. I think you'd like it.
No, not everybody would like it.
Yeah, if I like it, everyone likes it. That's my view of the world. I'm like Kathie Lee.
You're amazing.
So it's like, I'm like talking to Gump yesterday back in the control room, and I'm looking at his tattoos, and he's got like real United States Marine Corps tattoos.
Right, all those emblem tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, his whole life is that Marine Corps thing, which is sort of
he
sad.
just told me he got a promotion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To what?
Weekend job as a soldier.
Yeah.
He's a staff sergeant now.
Oh, really? Great. Way to go. You've been there 20 years. You're finally a staff sergeant. Way to excel. He excels in the Army the way he excels here.
Absolutely.
He hasn't gotten a promotion here.
Here he is calling Robin. I got a promotion. I thought he was going to tell me doing something more with the EJA.
No.
He says, I'm now a staff sergeant.
Great. When is he a staff sergeant? He's here every goddamn day.
I say he's a weekend soldier.
Yeah. Man, is that funny.
Oh, it's crazy.
Where is he a sergeant? He's here all the time.
I don't know how I don't feel safe that he's guarding the country and he's never there.
Well, anyway, so like I have this tattoo. Like he has this real elaborate dragon and pistons all over his arms and like major colors and all that kind of stuff.
Let me see that.
When are you a sergeant?
When I go away.
How long have you been in the military?
I've been in since 1990.
What year is this?
This is 98.
Is that 8 years and you finally got a promotion?
No.
Dude, are you not embarrassed?
No, not. Why should I be embarrassed? I'm proud of what I do.
No, I'm saying, like, shouldn't you be a general by now? I mean, 8 years?
About that,
Yeah, I mean, tackle it. So don't get all smug with me. Don't give me that face.
Handled.
Dude, 8 years, you got one promotion.
No, that's one I told you about.
No, that's the one you told us about. But, I mean,
Wait a second. You were a private, right, when you got in?
Right.
All right. Then what were you?
Then you become private first class. Actually, that's how I graduated boot camp.
All right, that's still a private in my book.
Right.
Go ahead, yeah.
Then you get promoted to lance corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant.
Oh, I see. All right.
Actually, when you asked me to come into my uniform, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
I was a corporal.
Yeah. And when are you the sergeant? I mean, on the weekend?
Actually, I go every week because right now I'm in school for them. They're sending me to.
Maybe you ought to concentrate on your career a little bit.
You know what?
Actually,
it's the only job on earth where you're constantly in training.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and never do you do anything.
You should make captain in 50 years. The way I look at it.
Training is usually like putting on, ripping off a gas mask and standing in a building full of smoke.
Yeah, didn't you have to take a test where you stood in a building where they gassed you?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
just to see everybody's face, we take pictures inside.
It disturbs me that the country is being guarded by guys who are able to breathe less than other people. All right, listen.
What about the tat?
The tat was like I'm looking at it. Like my tat is sort of like.
My tat.
Yeah. Oh, come on, I'm rapping to a guy. My tat is kind of like not much. You know what I mean? It's like
It's simple.
it's very simple.
Yeah.
I think I got to add some crap to it.
Yeah.
I got to add
you
some
think
stuff.
it needs something?
Yeah. I don't know what,
It
but
looks naked.
What are you going to put with it, though?
I think I'm going to put like USMC over here. No, I think I'm going to put like I don't know, some sort of writing across here and something across the bottom. You know what I mean? It needs more going on.
What, are you going to do a Latin thing or something?
No Latin. I've given up on the Latin. I realized how pretentious that was. For years, I was going to put a phrase in Latin.
Yeah, like you speak Latin.
Yeah, and why I don't know, because I figured the phrase was so dumb in English that at least no one would know what it meant. So finally, I came up with some phrase. It was like omni tu veris te touche, which was like, you know, speak the truth or something. You know, something. There was nothing. I don't have a motto. What is my motto? Carry a big nose and walk with a small stick or something? I mean, I don't know. What's my motto? So I figured, what am I going to put on my arm, you know? If I put it in Latin, at least nobody will know how stupid I am.
Look how long it took you to decide on that.
Yeah, I know. It takes me forever. It takes me forever.
So the writing won't be for another 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, my sister came over the house. My parents were there, too. And
you're like Chauncey and put Nietzsche on, you know?
Yeah, right. He put Nietzsche across his back.
Edit the words, you know, to fit.
Yeah, right. What did he put on his back?
Oh, Fred, you know
what won't kill me will make me stronger?
Something like that.
That which does not kill you will make you stronger.
But what did he? How did he say it?
Yeah, so he
chopped off something.
He put it in giant letters on his back.
Yeah.
And he realized he ran out of room as he was doing it. So he edited Nietzsche. Now it makes no sense. It's like, what won't kill us stronger?
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Robin, how long did it take you to decide on yours?
Not long.
She just walked in and got it.
I said, right there, give me that one.
Right.
Did somebody translate that for you? Because you never know.
Yes, I had a translator.
She's got Chinese on her chest.
And for me, it's like any kind of, you know, like a mole or a mark you have in your body. It's just not my tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know.
Obsess over it. I'm like, oh, it's there, it's cute.
Yeah, I like it. I like being tattooed. I like the thing on the back of my neck, but nobody sees it.
I forget that it's there, and sometimes when I'm doing something, somebody will say, oh, my God, I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Yeah, my sister came home and she goes, is it true you had the tattoo? My dad was sitting there. You know, my mom was out of the room.
Oh, you had your arms covered.
Yeah. So, I was wearing a long-sleeve shirt. Okay. So my sister goes, let me see it. So I pull my shirt down, and I see my dad looking at it out of the corner of his eye, and he's like, ugh.
Oh.
You know, that's all I heard him say.
He didn't, like, come over to look at it.
He was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And my sister, like, laughed. And then my mom has never even asked to see it. And you know.
But you have two. They don't know about the other one?
They saw that one, and they had the same reaction. Who cares, though?
Yours is turning an interesting color, though.
Yeah, mine's like purple.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, though. I like purple. Looks like I have AIDS. Yeah. Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, what's up with that tattoo? It's not even a real tattoo. It looks like somebody drew on you with a Sharpie.
Yeah. Actually, that's what it is.
It looks like a joke. It's like a pimple.
Get out of here, you dick.
Yeah, it's like a big...
Don't you goof on my tattoo.
What is that?
People generally like my tattoo. Bastard. Chauncey, yeah.
Hey, do you guys have a problem with my tattoo?
What does it say?
Oh, yours is the dumbest tattoo I ever saw.
You're the only one that says that. You know that.
Oh,
well,
please.
Nobody's going to tell you. Your friends aren't going to tell you this.
People don't tell you to your face.
Everyone, and I go down to the beach in the summer, and people flip out. They love it.
First of all, Chauncey loves taking off his shirt because his whole back is tattooed with writing. Meanwhile, he's got the worst physique. He's got nipples and breasts like a woman. He's got a belly.
That's true. What? I hate when you say that.
And you have love handles, and then the guy takes off his shirt, and he's always parading around without his shirt for some reason.
Because he wants people to see this thing on his back.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous because he's out of shape.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So what does it say?
We have to have another rematch, Howard, because I've gotten in great shape now.
And what does it say on your back?
It says, what fails to kill me only serves to make me stronger.
Ah.
What fails?
Yeah.
Is that the correct quote?
You know what? I think it was a little longer, but I was in so much pain by the third letter. I thought there's got to be an easier way of saying this.
He edited Nietzsche.
Cutting down
no,
words.
I love that. He changed it.
I think it was supposed to be what serves to kill me only serves. I forget. The original quote's longer, but it was just too
many
words.
And the letters get smaller as you go around his back.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
It was 6 hours it took.
You should have gotten your tattoo should have said, "What fails to make sense is where I live," or something like that.
Well, you can imagine.
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
I like this. I am an idiot.
How long did it take to do yours, Howard?
Like 25 minutes.
Did it hurt?
No.
It took mine 6 hours, and it was the most pain I could ever imagine going through in my life.
6 hours must be annoying.
It was incredible.
Yeah. I don't find it painful, but Ralph almost went through the roof.
And Ralph only got this little thing on his hand.
Oh, man. You would have thought they were doing 6 hours on his back.
Depends where you get them. You know, I think your back is a sensitive spot.
Well, you know, that's bull, because then Ralph goes, you did your arm. That's not sensitive. I did my hand. I go, yeah. I said, well, I'm going to do the back of my neck next. He goes, yeah, I will, too. We'll compare. So I do the back of my neck, and I didn't even know the guy was done.
Uh-huh.
I go, well, Ralph, you're going to see, it don't hurt on the back of your neck. We must not have nerves back there. He sat down. He started, like, whimpering and holding my hand. I'm around guys who just got out of prison, and this guy's holding my hand in front of these guys. And I said, dude, don't hold my hand. Drink if you have to. He drank a half a bottle of tequila.
That's pretty stupid, because then you thin your blood and you bleed a lot.
Yeah, he did.
You really did the back of your neck?
Yeah. Oh, don't you tell me that's dumb.
That's kind of feminine, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm feminine. Dude, do I look masculine? At least I know what I look like. You're under the delusion that you've got a good physique.
I do,
He thinks he's Tommy Lee.
I was going to say, he's no Tommy Lee.
No. All right, Chauncey.
All right, guys.
Later.
All right, bye.
It's Chauncey from Steppin' Out Magazine. You got to see this guy's tattoo. And he loves showing it.
Yeah, just ask him what beach he'll be on.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
Hey, you don't need a beach. Oh, man. All right, go. Get out of here. Okay. Go do it. You know what? Isn't it amazing he can sit here and the TV show still goes on?
And the world is still safe.
That's right.
You know, he's a staff sergeant.
The Tonight Show tonight has Denzel Washington and who is Joey Lauren Adams?
Don't ask me.
Tom Snyder has Dennis Miller. I would almost watch that. But I can't stand Tom Snyder. He ruins any guest.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is Tom's there.
Yeah. Yeah. These talk shows are in trouble. They have nobody to interview anymore. They're running out of people.
I heard that people got hurt at Vibe.
What do you mean?
You know, that new Vibe show. I guess Sinbad is now the host of Vibe.
Yeah. How'd they get hurt?
They were in the audience, supposedly, I guess, watching this show, and I guess they leaned on a railing or something.
I thought the content hurted them.
No, I guess it was...
You know what I say to those people?
Falling off those bleachers.
What doesn't hurt you or doesn't kill you?
What fails to kill you
will make you stronger. That's what I say to them. You know where I learned that? On the back of Chauncey. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, and coming up next, I'm going to interview Wood Yi about marrying Sun Yi.
Sun Yi and Wood Yi?
Yeah. But let me take a couple of calls. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah.
How you doing? I called before the vacation, and I told John that I have a portrait of you and Robin on my back, tattooed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and since
That's even dumber than Chauncey.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Go ahead.
Big fan.
Does it look like us?
Oh, yeah.
I got to
Is
admit.
it really big or is it small?
5 by 7.
Shush.
Wow.
It looks better than Crackhead Bob.
Which picture is it of me?
Robin's is the cover of her book.
Yeah.
And yours is the last page in the second book.
The last page in the second book.
Yeah.
Gary, bring me the last page of the second book.
I think it's the last page in the second book.
I think I know the picture.
The one with you to the side. With the glasses?
Oh, yes. I'm very cute in that.
With the glasses pulled down?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to make my nose look smaller.
I suffer from the same affliction, big nose.
Yeah, well, we can't have everything.
So what I was asking was to get him autographed and the guy who tattooed him to come with me and ink in the signatures.
Let's see. Oh, this is my Greta Garbo post.
Let me see that.
Look at me all serious with my glasses.
Oh, that one.
The author. I look like a hairy chick.
What, that's on your back?
I don't know. Oh, by the way, remind me to tell you what I did 2 days ago on my computer. You're going to really think I'm a geek. Wait till you hear this. All right, so what do you want?
So what I want is I want you and Robin to sign it, and the guy who.
All right, come on down here because I want to see what this looks like.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right, let Gary line that up.
Because he wants to now have the tattoos or the signatures tattooed.
Hey, do me a favor. You help me decide here because I got 500 things I got to get to. Pick one that you want to do right now. You want to speak to a guy who broke his penis having sex?
Oh.
All right. You want me to interview Wood Yi about marrying Sun Yi? Or, what was the third thing? Or All right, which one do you want?
You know, I want to talk to the guy who broke his penis.
You want to speak to our, we have a new intern who's a hot piece of ass. Who,
oh, the cheerleader? Some cheerleader?
No, Gary, I haven't seen him.
Knicks City dancer.
He's a Knicks City dancer.
Uh-huh.
Which one do you want to...
Well, let's talk to the guy who broke his penis first.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Wow. Brian.
Yo.
You broke your penis?
Yes, I did.
How do you break your penis?
It was not an easy thing. Well, she was on top. You know, it was late at night.
Oh, you're having sex?
Yeah, we were having sex.
You're with a woman? Your wife?
With my ex-girlfriend. This happened a couple of years ago.
Are you large?
Substantial amount. Yeah, you could say that.
Give me in inches.
And, you know, she was on top. Right.
Give me some inches.
What? 6, 7.
All right.
6 or 7. Yeah, you know, I hold my own.
Yeah, I got 4. I got I figure I'm a good 3.5 to 4 inches.
Yeah, no, I got some size to me.
Yeah.
And she was on top, right?
Right.
It was late at night. We were a little toasty.
Right.
You know, and she was going and going and going.
This guy is describing as my biggest fear.
Wow.
Oh, it is. Trust me, it's bad. I wouldn't wish this on my worst freaking enemy in the world.
I'm not a real large man, as you know. And there were times, like, even in the missionary, that I slip. Because I just don't have... Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. And she's not the most coordinated woman in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, there were times where, like, she could really break me.
Yeah, well, obviously it happened. Nobody believed it.
Yeah.
What is it, Gary?
I believe this guy because, you know, Amy that works for us, her mom's a nurse.
Yeah.
She got called in special on Christmas Eve to assist in a surgery for a guy that this happened to.
Did this happen Christmas Eve? Dude, did this happen Christmas Eve?
No, no, I don't even remember what time of year
She said that, Amy's mom said that it was unbelievably swollen and all sorts of colors.
No, mine there was blood all up the front of my glove. I was in the hospital for 4 months.
Dude, 4 months?
I had a catheter in for 8 months, and I couldn't have sex for a year and a half.
Oh, and what about now when
worst case in the United States?
The third worst case in the United States?
10 years ago.
Who told
I know Johnny Bobbitt's got me a little got me beat now, but
so
at the time.
It snapped in half, like you could actually see the inside?
No, it didn't. You couldn't see the inside. It bent over and snapped.
And
the yolk. I had in there for 8 months, and then
I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, it was real bad.
So, dude, now when you have sex now, how many years has it been?
Like 8 years.
Okay.
8 or 10 or so.
When you have sex now?
Yeah, it works fine now. It's just a little crooked. It goes a little to the... No, it don't hurt no more. Sometimes it gets a little... Yeah, I know. I've never had a complaint since. I can tell you that. They like that little left curve.
Yeah, it gives it some character.
Yeah, basically, yeah. A little bit bigger on one side, too.
There you go. So
where all the damage was done.
And you can urinate okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. You know what happened after they took the catheter out? Like a week later, it got scar tissue on it inside, and I couldn't pee no more.
Hey, you know what? And then they had to go back and operate?
Well, they did like a quick operation.
What you been through?
He took like this thing. It was like the size of a Macdonald straw with a flat end, and he just rammed it in there.
Oh, man.
The scar tissue, and then he put a bigger one over that, and a bigger one over that. 3 times.
You know, can you imagine being in the hospital for that many months?
4 months?
I mean,
4 months in the hospital.
And a year and a half to recover?
Like a foot diameter around my whole thing was like black.
For something
right
stupid?
To the end.
And everybody's coming, it's not like you can ignore it. Everybody's got to come in for that reason.
After you had the operation, did you have to lay in bed for a couple of months? Were you able to walk around and stuff?
Not in the hospital, no. After I was bedridden for like 6 months after I got out of the hospital. And and I had to have like one of them portable bags on my side to, because I finally got sick of staying in.
Wow.
So I was like, like
you had to go to the bathroom in a bag?
Yeah,
you had a catheter in it.
Man.
Sure.
Man.
That was strapped to my side. That was the only way I could go out. I was limited use for like about a year.
Hey, thanks for warning the audience, because guys, when a woman's on top, if she's a klutz.
And that's how it happened to him. She was on top.
You know what? I really don't like that position for that reason. Listen, I don't complain about that.
Oh, because you think you can control?
Yeah, I don't want to be broken.
It was bad, man. That's why I tell them, don't let them on top, man. Never.
Oh, really?
Don't let them on top.
Have you ever had the woman on top since? Have you ever had a woman on top since?
Yeah.
But you have?
They don't get a little crazy.
All right.
Yep.
All right, dude. Thanks for telling us.
All right, listen, you can do me a favor?
Depends what it is.
It's real.
I'm not getting on top.
One of my friend Anne-Marie to me.
All right, Anne-Marie.
She's the one who got through and started this whole little mess.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Anne-Marie, everybody. Jesus Christ. Guys got to go through, shouts out to this one and that one.
I never heard of that happening.
I always dreamed that could happen.
Does that hurt when it,
what?
You've had these experiences where, you've just missed.
Yeah, you know what? Everything down there hurts. Any little mishap.
Really?
Like, there were even certain things I can't handle, like, when a woman, I could say this, goddamn FCC. Well, even when like I'm real sensitive on my grapes. Okay.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
I know what you got.
So even like a woman kisses me there,
you can't take
that's painful.
You wouldn't be. Is there any way for that area to be
anesthetized?
No. Massaged? Or
no, it's
you
just...
You can't go near that, huh?
Unless you've got a really great woman.
Like when you're all worked up?
Yeah, even then, you got to just mellow out there, girls? It's weird. I guess every guy's different. I don't know, but I can't handle too much activity, because I know guys who like, wrapping tinfoil around that area and
getting everything. When you watch some of those stupid movies, they act like it has no feeling at all.
Hey, you want to start a new intern or not?
Well, it's probably going to be a treat for you.
Yeah, I want to see what everyone's carrying on about. Evidently, Gorillo's had his eyes glued on her ass for the last two hours.
I thought Gorilla was in love.
Yeah. Yeah, his girlfriend. Because everyone says, like,
What?
I feel bad for a girl when you have Gorillo's eyes. Yeah, honey. Yeah, baby. Next city dancer. Hey, you do have a good body, huh? Yeah, you are good looking. Wow, yeah, you are good looking, huh?
Hi.
I can see a big distraction going on back there.
Is there any work getting done in the office?
You know what we ought to put in the office? We ought to put those dividers so people don't have to look at her.
Yeah, she have her own little cubicle.
Why would we hire her and then not look at her?
Well, I would find it distracting.
And that's okay. She's doing a good job.
Hey, listen, every girl we hire I can't look at.
That's true.
Like, I'm not allowed to mess around with the interns. And I hate that rule. How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm old enough. I'm 26.
Yeah, fine. That's the age I date.
What is she doing here as an intern?
Oh.
Yeah, aren't you a little old?
I am. I know.
Yeah?
I started school a little late. I've been dancing for a long time.
You've been dancing what, like a strip clubs and stuff?
No.
No?
I've been with the Knicks for 7 years.
Oh, no kidding.
7th season.
And then you said, hey, maybe I better go to college because dancing with the Knicks doesn't pay anything?
Yeah, how long did you do this? So what are you majoring in?
Right now, liberal arts. I want to go into journalism, PR, that kind of stuff. That's why I'm working here with Gary.
How many of the Knicks did you date?
None.
Really?
I swear. None. Nobody does it. You
Really?
can't. I mean, it's actually in our contract that...
You're not allowed to date them?
Fraternizing.
Really? Are you still a Knicks City dancer?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, no
So you
problem.
at all the games?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Yeah.
All of them. There's a game tonight.
Patrick Ewing never came on to you?
No. Nobody's ever come on.
Really?
They're all married.
Say, I swear to God. Oh, who cares? Please. Married? Like, oh, yeah, no one does it.
Howard, my buddy worked for a baseball team. I won't even say what team.
Yeah.
But there's a bar in Oakland, right outside where the Oakland A's play.
Yeah.
And he said this is the bar where players go to get laid. Like, this is where all the groupies hang out.
Right.
And there's one of those in every city.
Of course.
But he said, like, if you're a regular guy, women won't look at you. But they know that after a baseball game, there's going to be baseball players there. That's where they go to get them. And married guys are in there doing that.
Look me in the eye and tell me you swear to God you never dated Patrick Ewing.
I swear.
Really? To God?
Off my heart. I swear to God.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Figure he goes out with all the chicks. Because he's the head guy.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's got a plan.
No, they don't.
Really? They really don't? They don't mess around?
I mean, not with the dancers.
Really? Swear to God?
I swear.
To God?
I swear to God.
What?
Don't confuse me.
What about Van Gundy? You never did him? No? Really? Never came on to you?
That's a funny looking guy.
Oh, there you go. A missing link. Oh, that's pretty cool.
You know, the Knicks are having a tough time right now, Howard.
Yeah, they lost Patrick.
Patrick broke his wrist.
And Dennis Rodman's saying that they suck, and he's right.
Well, he said they stunk with Patrick, and he's right.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, why would you be mad about that? They know these things, don't they?
They put that in the newspaper, like everybody knows that.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, they don't stink like last place stink, but they stink like they're not going to win anything.
They stink pretty bad.
You know, I've never been to a Knicks game, so what does a city dancer do? Like, what do you wear?
Oh, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Well, it's always outfit changes.
Yeah.
They never wear the same outfit twice, or if they do, it's like far away.
These outfit changes during the game, like Cher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you go to change during the game?
We have a dressing room in the back. We don't sit out in the court. We're not cheerleaders. We don't have pom-poms or anything.
They come out during during timeouts and stuff.
Right.
Like one of my favorite outfits that they wear. I've been to the game a lot of times.
Yeah, evidently.
One of my favorite outfits that they wear is this little sequin like hot pants one-piece thing with the Knicks emblem on the front. That's pretty good. Then they do this really.
Can you wear that for your internship?
We're wearing that tonight. No.
You won't wear that for interning?
No.
Why don't we have a Howard Stern City Dancers uniform?
And then they have this really good outfit where they wear jeans and these like little bippy top things.
Yeah, belly shirt they call that.
They're great.
You got any belly jewelry?
No.
No, not that happening?
No, just earrings.
You're not allowed to have that?
No, you can.
You can pierce your belly? Some of the girls have pierced bellies?
Yeah, you can.
I bet you got a lot of hot friends from the dancing, huh?
They're all pretty cute.
They're like the Fly Girls. They do like all hip-hop dancing.
Don't you feel stupid for getting married now, John?
I go to the basketball games. I got to tell you, I don't really like basketball much, but I love watching these girls dance.
Yeah,
They all have hot
He doesn't
bodies.
like basketball. He goes for the dancing.
I swear, Howard, they're great. They get on the floor. They simulate.
I mean, you could walk to Harlem and watch black guys play basketball for free. What do we care?
Howard, like some of the moves are like they might be dancing around there like the Fly Girls, like Rosie Perez and stuff. Then also they hit the ground and they pick up their arms and they start like humping the floor.
Really? Is that true?
She'll say it's a dance move, but I say it's humping the floor.
Can I see this? You can't do it?
You got to show them.
Show me. Can you do a routine for me?
Oh, come on.
What?
Come on.
Oh, come on. Why can't you mean you do it for the Knicks and you won't do it for me?
No, I can't.
Get close to that microphone.
I can't.
Why?
Is it against the rules?
What do they pay you a game?
You guys go to the game.
Yeah, what do they pay you for a game?
I'll double it.
What?
Go to the game.
How do they pay? How much do they pay you for a game?
We get $90 a game.
I'll give you $90 right now. Give me a little dance.
There you go.
What's the big deal?
Come on.
Come on.
You guys, please.
Really? You're embarrassed?
I'm shy.
Are you really?
I don't mind being out in front of thousands of
Do you
people
think-
dancing.
Hey Heather, do you think
I'm
that?
used to it, but otherwise I'm...
Heather, do you think like maybe like next week or something, maybe you and two of the other girls would come back and give us a little demo?
You know what? That has to go all through. You have to talk to the
I know who to talk to.
I have to talk to the Knicks?
I know who runs that department. I'll
Yeah,
follow it
that's
out.
up
I'm sure
to
they.
them.
It's better than the game.
I'm sure they'd love the publicity, but yeah.
Well, the way the Knicks are playing, that's absolutely true.
So like you wear a unitard? Hot pants unitard? With the belly cut out?
No, the belly's
No,
not
a
cut out.
unitard would not have a belly cut.
What other outfits do you
No, we
have?
wear a lot of tasteful outfits, actually. We're
Really?
pretty covered up for the most part.
No, but there's one that shows your belly, isn't there?
Yeah, that's the jeans and the belly
I mean, they're
top.
like sports outfits that you wear to go work out in. And
You wear jeans and a belly top?
yeah, sometimes.
Ooh, that's cool. Can you wear that for your internship?
It's
Ever?
a little cold back there.
Really?
Yeah.
Do the girls dance during their periods and stuff? Is that okay to do? To dance?
Because they're not naked.
Oh.
At Scores, it's probably no good.
Yeah. But that's pretty cool. How'd you get that job? You just go down and audition?
Yeah.
And how do you learn how to dance and stuff? You just
I've
basically...
been dancing since I was about 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But Howard, it's really funny because they're into this whole politically correct thing. I've been watching the Knicks City Dancers for years. There's always a couple of black chicks. There's always an Asian girl. There's always a redhead.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean?
the United Nations on the dance
Yeah.
Right.
You're a white chick.
I'm Italian.
Oh, yeah, that's white.
And there's always a couple of blondes, like Pamela Lee looking types.
You're lucky to have that job, because you could have been iced out by some Chinese girl or something, Seriously.
They could have already had all the white applicants they needed.
To get the white slot. It's very difficult.
You would like this kind of dance too. It isn't a boring kind of dance.
Yeah, like, what do you do? Like shake your ass and everything?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all like sexual kind of.
See, I'm sure it sucks for her because I'm sure that she probably took dance classes and it's interpretive dance, but to us it's like, hey, there's Heather with the cute ass shaking it out on the court.
Right.
But I appreciate your work.
They're all trained dancers, though. Everybody.
Big deal.
Of course, they do that.
If you guys just came out and stood there naked, I'd be happy.
But you know that there's guys that watch you guys because they're just admiring you, and not necessarily the dance part.
Yeah, they don't care how
They
you
don't know
move.
that you're a good dancer.
I think she doesn't want to admit that. I think they know that in their heart.
I mean, you're a pretty girl.
Hopefully they see it,
A lot of guys stay seated, for their dances, Howard.
The dance
usually
moves to them are simulations of sex.
Right. What did you say?
Usually, you guys when they get on, they're supposed to go up and get beers and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of guys just stay there and watch them.
So how many times a game do you come out and start dancing?
We come out usually 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. And is it at points in the game where you have to get the team spurred on? Like, are they doing bad?
No.
You just know automatically what time you're coming
Yeah,
out.
it's like when there's timeouts and stuff. When there's a TV timeout, so they have a little extra time, or maybe like at halftime, but mostly like it's TV timeouts and stuff.
Yeah. $90 for the night?
Yeah.
That seems pretty cheap.
Yeah, I just think like after you get done with like spending all those hours there driving down and everything and
And
back.
don't you have to rehearse?
No, you know
all
where they
that
make them.
stuff?
You know where they make their money?
Where?
Personal appearances.
Oh yeah, you make personal appearances?
Yeah, we do personal appearances.
Oh, really? I've
Oh, yeah.
never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, you'll see like with the grand opening of the Wiz, the Knicks City Dancers will be there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And when horny guys come down
Do
there?
you have to dance, or do you just sign
Yeah,
stuff?
we dance.
I gotta go to that.
So wait, if you dance there, why won't you dance here?
Because you get $90.
Yeah, but there's TV. I think it's cool to dance here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I can't do anything as a Knicks City dancer.
What about as you?
With our job. I mean, as me, yeah, I can do whatever, but then it's just, you know.
I just want to see you like roll around on the floor and stuff. That's cool. What do you do? Like you push your pelvis into the floor? Is that one of the moves?
No.
That's what Scott was doing the other day.
No, there is a move.
There is a
when
move.
you have your arms in the.
No,
I'll show it to you.
do a game. You should really.
What is it? Show it to me, Gary. It's different when Gary does.
Yeah, I don't want to get sick.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh, like a. Oh, whoa. Yeah. Wow. Hey, that's good.
Gary knows the whole dance.
You know better than that.
That was nice.
I watch it close, man.
Gary could be a Knicks City dancer.
Because that looks like you're having sex on the floor.
Yeah.
Come on, I wasn't that far off. I mean,
That was pretty good.
I had no rhythm, but that's the idea.
I got news for you. That wasn't bad.
I was going to say, Gary, I'm shocked that you could do that.
Wow. I almost had. I didn't see that again.
I don't remember what I did.
Do it again. It was great.
I just know the part.
That was choreography. So is that what you do? Isn't it bad that like Gary can do it? You've been dancing since you were 12. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. God, that ass looks like Jello on you, Gary. There you go. You ought to get implants and try out for the dancers.
You got all the moves.
What do you do? Are you friends with a lot of the girl dancers?
Yeah, I'm friends with all the girls.
Yeah?
They're all really nice girls.
And you hang with them and stuff and go over their apartments and stuff?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do any of them have affairs with the Knicks?
No.
She says no, but
That's got to be so.
I don't buy that.
I'd like to just know, like, if anybody's single, they should just ask Heather what she's doing this weekend, and you go meet like 10 Knicks City dancers at a bar. All pretty girls.
Yeah, if I was single, I'd ask you out, and I'd meet all your dopey friends, and I'd do them.
You go through the whole group, huh?
You I like. You'd be my main girlfriend, and the other girls would just be my, you know.
There's got to be one in the group.
Yeah, but what about her?
Yeah.
Do you guys ever?
You horny, baby. Yeah, do it.
Do you guys ever get on TV? Like during the games? Cause
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Do you hang out with any of the basketball players? Like, can you hang out with Patrick Ewing or anything? You can't even hang with them?
Mm-mm.
I don't buy that. I know that's not true. I don't buy it.
Why would you say that if it wasn't true?
I don't buy it.
No, I mean you could if if you see each other out at a charity function
Really?
or hi, how you doing, whatever. But
Right.
otherwise, there's nothing.
Nothing? I don't buy it.
No.
I don't buy it.
Okay.
Would you date Rodman?
No.
No?
No.
Not at all.
Because he's black or because he's ugly?
Are you a racist or are you just smart? And he's just not a good guy. Whatever. Well, that's pretty cool that we have a Knicks City dancer interning.
Yeah, is she a basketball fan?
Yeah, now I am.
Oh.
I wasn't before, but I've been with them for so long.
Really, you actually follow
Finally
them.
figure out the game.
Yeah.
See Howard plays real good.
Yeah.
I'm really good.
Yeah, 'cause he's so small, you
I
must
used to
be.
play in high school and a little bit in college.
He could have been a Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk to you about it later. Actually, that's a bad idea. Well, that's cool. I used to play in Europe. Basketball, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. For about a year I played in Europe.
Yugoslavian League.
The Yugoslavian League.
Yeah,
And Japan. Hey, isn't Japan in Europe? Yeah, George, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yes.
She's lying.
What do you mean?
She's lying.
What do you mean she's lying?
That is lying.
What do you mean?
I used to go out with a roommate of hers a while ago, and Ewing used to call her house all the
Oh,
time.
really? You're just saying that. You're trying to get her in trouble. It's not true, right?
That's crazy.
That is crazy?
George.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
No, she's lying, Howard.
How do we know you're not lying?
I'm not lying. Why would I gotta lie? I'm working right now.
Because you're trying to make her look bad.
No. It's George. Tell her it's George Chambers.
You know a guy named George Chambers?
No clue.
No clue, really?
She's playing
about her
stupid,
old roommate,
man.
Nancy.
What do you mean?
Well, I think she's lying.
What do you mean lying? Why would she lie about that? I don't think she's lying at all.
She has to.
That's crazy.
She has to.
Why does George Chambers know her?
Because what did you say? You dated someone?
I used to go out with a roommate,
Well, what's her roommate's name?
Nancy.
Is
that
that your
true?
roommate?
Her ex.
That's not even your roommate.
No.
Her ex-roommate.
You ever had a roommate named Nancy?
No.
You never did? Really?
Lie.
So you're lying.
She's lying.
He's just trying to make you skip that on. I don't buy it.
Which don't you buy?
I buy she's telling the truth. I think she'd say if she hung out with a guy. Not that she dated him, but if she hung out with him, what's the big deal? Who cares? Right? What's the big deal? Well, anyway, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe one day
enjoy it.
you'll show me some of the dances.
Okay.
But if you don't want to, I understand.
Okay.
And don't let Gorillo burn a hole in your ass. You know what I mean?
That was an NYPD Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just tell you all his acting credits.
That's Heather, the Knicks City dancer who interns for us. Have you learned anything since you're here?
She's just gotten here.
A lot. I just started, though.
Oh, you did? I think you probably learned everything you're going to learn.
She's doing good so far, actually.
Yeah? What'd she do?
Well, she's good with the phone calls. She's,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's not, a lot of times we don't answer the phones right. She's doing good.
Don't you feel stupid getting married? You could have asked her out.
Yeah, I've had my share.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for being on.
I'm allowed to look still,
All right, good. Keep looking.
Well, you don't know. He was on the road with his album, so he experienced that whole rock star lifestyle.
Oh, I see. And now he's ready to be settled down the rest of his life.
Done.
Okay, good. Thanks. Okay, man.
He actually told me he was ready to have another kid. I was like, please.
There you go.
Please.
With who?
Stop it.
I'll take a break. When I come back, maybe we'll talk to Wood Yee, and we'll do the news.
Okay.
Okay? Right after this.
The Lord is a God of mercy. Howard Stern is living proof that the Lord is a God of mercy. For Howard Stern is a professional blasphemer, but yet Howard Stern is alive and well because the Lord is a God of mercy. But it's because of God's mercy the Lord is giving sinners like Howard Stern a chance to repent. Repent! Turn to Jesus! There is a burning hell.
I love Jesus. There, I said it.
Hello?
Yes? Mother?
Hello?
I have voices in my head.
Hello?
Hey, tonight on E! A revealing interview with Roseanne's second ex-husband, Tom Arnold, while our own Fred Norris has sex with the real doll. Check it out, baby. It's Rubber Love Friday, tonight at 11, only on E! Rubber Love. Rubber Love. Rubber Love. Rubber Love.
Kevin Costner, who was unbelievable. We were in the car from Vail to Aspen when we got a call in the car. Kevin had found out and said, listen, my plane is available to whoever needs to go someplace. And most of the Kennedys did fly out the next morning very early on Kevin's plane, which is, I call him now Kevin First Call Costner. Because
First
he
call.
is a real hero to our family.
Yes, us Kennedys. I mean, us Giffords. He's a hero. Yep.
I'm a bitch. I'm a phony. I make dough off of Cody. I get Howard Stern in bed. If I saw it, I'd get ahead. I exploit my miscarriage and make money off my marriage. I'm so perky it could almost make me puke.
Yeah, she's some babe, huh? All right, I see Wood Yee is sitting here. And first of all, Wood Yee tells me that he has a terrible, terrible cold.
Is that right?
It has been traumatic. The press has been all over him.
That's right. They probably haven't had a chance to have a honeymoon.
Let me just say congratulations, Wood Yee. Congratulations. Now, listen, what was the best thing about marrying that Chinese girl, Soon Yi?
After they threw the rice at the wedding, Soon Yi picked it up and cooked it for dinner. What a resourceful gook.
Wow.
He does have a cold.
He does. How did you propose to Soon Yi? Did you get down on one knee and give her a ring? What did you say?
I said, you liking me? I like you. Marry me? Chop chop?
Wow.
Oh, how sweet.
Wow. Tell me about your plans for the future. Will you be having children right away?
Children? You must be higher than Chris Farley on a case of Liquid G. No, we will adopt a nice 13-year-old Filipino girl with no chest and a flat head. Yum, yum, eat 'em up.
What is Liquid G, anyway? Do you know, Robin? They say Chris Farley was on Liquid G.
Really?
Yeah.
It's in sneakers.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Liquid G, that's new to me.
I know.
It comes from Kenny G.
Now, Wood Yee, what was the honeymoon like?
Before or after I washed the grease off my fist?
What?
All right, never mind that question. And what did Soon Yi say after the marriage ceremony?
Now you making me movie star? Now you making me movie star.
All right, are you saying that Soon Yi wants to be in show business?
Does Robin Quivers like to bend over a sink with a stranger?
No.
Yes. Would you, after 10 years of courtship, you finally decided to tie the knot. Why?
I love her big flat forehead, her dime slot eyes, her saggy ass, her dumpling breasts. Ooh-wee. A hot mama like that, you don't let slip through your fingers.
What does Soon Yi wear to bed when she wants to turn you on? Silky satin negligees, black lace garters, loose nightgowns, what?
Bag on her head and a butt plug.
Oh.
They were wedding gifts from her uncles.
What do you think is the key to a successful relationship?
Never go to bed upset. If I am upset, I make her give me oral.
And what if she's upset?
I make her give me oral.
Have you spoken to Mia Farrow about any of this?
I'd rather swallow Robin Quivers' colon irrigation water than have to talk to Mia again.
Thank you, Woody.
Word up, G, and sayonara.
All right, word up, G. All right, there he goes, Wood G, on his new marriage. Sayonara.
Word up.
Word up, G. Well, there you go. I got so many faxes about Michael Kennedy, so many Michael Kennedy jokes.
Really?
And Sonny Bono jokes. Oh, of course. You know people.
I'm shocked still.
Really?
That people find these things to joke about.
And tons of Sonny Bono, Michael Kennedy song parodies.
I know. I've seen a lot of those coming over the fax machine.
I don't even know. Like, I would sing them to you, but I don't even know if they make any sense.
Nobody's recording them.
Well, I can record them, but
I mean, people, they're just passing in their lyrics.
Yeah, they send them to me so I can put my voice in it. Do we have this song? What is this song? I Got You, Babe? You have that?
I think Scott might have grabbed the bed.
Let me see. He took it with him, and I've never seen it since. I would have sung it for
I'll get it back, Howard. I'll have it in 2 seconds.
All right.
Why did it go away?
Scott takes everything and then never brings it back.
He's working on a bit with it, Howard.
Yeah, well, why doesn't he?
Sweet 16.
Why doesn't he record it and then give it back? No, never mind.
You're a tough man to work for, Howard.
I know. I complain too much, don't I?
You want your stuff here handy? What's the matter with you? What the hell's wrong with you?
Lewis, you're on the air. Go ahead.
We get you on WBGG, Big 106, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Big 106 in Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Right.
They cut you guys off at 10 o'clock.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Because the show goes on for
10 o'clock sharp?
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, the show goes on until about 3 o'clock every day.
Yeah.
They shouldn't do that. I'm going to look into that. I don't know why they would take a successful show. I know we're very big in Miami. Why would they cut us off at 10 o'clock?
I don't know.
You mean they have another important program that has to... What comes on after us?
Dog races.
They go into music.
They go into music?
Yeah. They've got you slotted from 6 to 10, and at 10, you're out of here.
There's a whole bunch of program directors in this country who think that they have to rush back to that music.
Yes, that somebody misses it.
We get bigger ratings than the music.
We used to get you on WCLB in West Palm Beach, where I live. And WCLB was a country station. It's Wild Critters Love Bubba.
Whatever. I'm just glad you get us, and I wish they wouldn't cut us off at 10 o'clock. If that's true, I'll check into it. Yeah. Thank you. Ridiculous. Yeah, Tom, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, I was up in your studios back in early December, and I got a picture of the real doll while they were cleaning it.
Yeah.
And we came back to Memphis here, and I went to get my pictures developed from New York, and I didn't even think about it. And then when I went to pick my pictures up, the lady up there that worked at the Walmart was throwing a fit and telling me that I was obscene because she thought that the real doll was a real woman.
Yeah, that's how real it is. Yeah. I got to say, www.realdoll.com rules.
Yeah, she wasn't even going to give me my pictures until I, convinced her what was what, but she wouldn't develop them. I ended up having to take them somewhere else to get them developed.
She thought you were doing stuff to a girl over a sink.
Yeah, well, she thought it was some type of sick pornographic, that I was some kind of freak.
Right.
Oh, you are.
You had a real girl.
I showed her my ID, explained to her that I was a police officer, that it wasn't a real woman. She still wouldn't believe me.
This real doll looks so real, and sir, you are a testament to this, that literally people are so freaked. I had Norm Macdonald on the show yesterday. He was fondling this thing for a good 15, 20 minutes.
TV doesn't do it justice, though.
No, it doesn't.
Until you see it in real life, I mean, it's really kind of spooky, especially the way he had it laid out like it was being raped with one foot up on the screen.
Yeah.
And one down.
She's still in that position.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't you get? I sent the picture to you.
Did you?
Called the station here.
We didn't get it yet.
Had them FedEx.
All right, thank you. We'll take a look for those.
All right.
All right, there you go, guy who almost got in trouble for real doll pictures. You know, the internet is so fascinating to me. I found this website. I got to tell you this. www.cucme.com.
cucme.com.
Right. cucme.com.
That spells Hanukkah.
Right. Anyway, so I go on this website.
How do you find this?
A friend of mine told me about it.
All right.
And I download software. Okay?
Okay.
You go right on there, you download this stuff into your computer.
Is this like where you can see somebody?
Yeah, listen to this. So you know you go on, you've got on chat pages, right, where you chat to people? This one, you can see the people, and you can talk to them.
How?
Now, the phone company must be, and the software is like $29.
How is this possible?
I can't even figure out.
You need
how
video conferencing stuff. I think.
No, you don't. You just need a little camera.
A little
camera. Yeah, little camera.
Yeah.
Which,
What do you mean a little camera? What
$100.
is a little camera?
A lot of computers have little cameras. You just you attach it right to the back of your computer. You can even use your home video camera.
Uh-huh.
You can hook it into your computer, okay?
All right.
So, all of a sudden, like, I go on this thing. It was real easy.
Uh-huh. And wanted people to see you?
No, I didn't have my camera hooked up.
Uh-huh.
So I'm what they call a...
voyeur.
Yeah, voyeur.
Yeah.
I'm looking, right? So, I go on. I'm talking to this guy in Japan. He's in a Japanese department store. There's like 20 people in this room. They give you a whole bunch of rooms you can go to.
Do they speak English?
This guy spoke English. And I don't know, like, I'm talking to this guy, I'm looking at him, and I'm going, the phone company's got to be freaking out over this. No wonder the government wants to get control of the internet. It's the best thing in the world.
That is amazing. And you saw him clearly?
Clearly. Clear as a bell.
Wow.
Then I'm talking to this kid. He's 16 years old. He's up in New Hampshire at a boarding school. He's got a pool table there. I say, I'm watching him play pool with his friends. I mean, how weird is that? How great is that? So, of course, Ralph was over my house the other day, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So, and I got my camera. I got this $100.
You know what cracks me up about this kind of technology is that the first couple of times, you're watching a guy play pool,
right.
You're talking to a guy in a department store, but immediately it'll have sexual applications.
Oh, please. Now there's a whole bunch of websites that have CUCME. They're X-rated.
Right.
Like the one I was on is G-rated. You have to keep your shirt on.
Uh-huh.
2 seconds I'm even on the G-rated one. Some guy's pulling down his pants and showing his penis. Swear to God. So anyway, I go on there.
Right away.
So I had this brilliant idea. I get the camera. I go on. I don't want people to see it's me. I go on, and I've got these weird skulls and heads in my office.
Yeah.
So I pose the head, and I have this one head. It's a medical head, like used in the 1800s for medical to demonstrate to medical students how to open and split up a head.
Right.
So it's a head, and it's got all kind of scars all over its face. It was built in like 1800s. I stick the head in front of the camera, and I start moving it, and I start typing in, hey, I need to meet girls, I love chicks, anybody dig my look? And these girls are thinking I'm real, because it looks real. You know what I mean? It's wild. And then I started taking out various other heads and skulls and stuff and morphing. And this guy in like Brazil is laughing, thinking I'm great. He goes, hey, you're a funny guy. He goes, you should have your own show.
Yeah, you should be in show business.
And it dawns on me, I have my own show, and I don't put this much energy into it. And I'm getting all this stuff in my office that looks like real heads, and I'm putting puppet shows, and I'm typing stuff. There's maybe 20 people in the whole room. I got a TV show that reaches millions. And I'm busy doing this.
Doing a show to 5 people.
Yeah, to 5 people. It was wild. I don't know. And people didn't like me. They thought I was obnoxious after a while, and they blocked me out.
Right, because they wanted to have a serious conversation.
Yeah. Serious.
And you still want to play.
And you know what the conversation is?
What?
When they're having serious conversations? Like, hey, can you see me? And the guy goes, yeah. Is my picture clear? Yeah. Okay. What kind of camera are you using? And they're typing this stuff back and forth.
See, this is why I don't bother.
Then I'm rapping to this guy in Israel, and I was thinking how weird it was, like for free. I'm talking to this guy in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
We had nothing to say to each other.
How could it be for free?
Because you just go on the internet. It's whatever your local call is to your internet.
Sheesh.
That's pretty cool, huh?
That's why they don't like the internet.
I know.
Yeah, it's all going to be free. $19.95 a month. Unlimited access.
That's right.
The Howard Stern Show. 5 people watching it.
Right.
They say you're not ready for television.
Yes, Tammy. Oh, Tammy's our promotions director in Miami. She says our show runs all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Is that right, Tammy?
Absolutely, 100%.
What's this guy talking about?
You know what? Maybe from Best Of. When you're done at 10 down here. It's over at 10.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. You were on vacation, remember?
I hear you.
You going to come down and see us?
You bet, Tammy.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
But your Tammy's good looking, too. All those Miami bitches are good, man.
Got that tan line.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Whatever. Unreal. All right, so I got a bunch of these Michael Kennedy, Sonny Bono things.
Yes, what are these jokes?
All right, here's what. Now, I didn't write these, okay, so don't blame me. Okay. What did the priest say at the Kennedy and Bono funerals?
What?
We are gathered here today on this slalom occasion.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I told you I didn't write.
No, I'm glad.
What's the difference between Sonny Bono and Michael Kennedy?
I don't know.
About 5 days.
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
How did Congressman Bono die?
How?
Sunny side up. See? I had him write them.
Yeah, but you reading them.
Yeah. All right, and this is another song. I wonder if I should perform these songs that people are sending me, because the songs are as bad as what I just read you. So I wonder if I should even. I'm trying to.
I know, and everybody thinks they've got a great one because they're faxing them in, with
ad nauseum,
great speed,
and they're turning me off from writing a good one. Okay, I see. This is one part is Sonny, and the other one is Michael Kennedy. I could be
singing a duet.
Yeah, I could be Michael Kennedy. Fred, where is Fred? Now I need him.
He walked out in a huff.
What about Fred? Can you do a Sonny Bono?
Can you do a Sonny Bono, Fred?
Sure, he can.
Come over here to this microphone and sing with me. I'm sure we'll last about 2 seconds on this.
Probably.
And I'll be Michael Kennedy like this.
You can always go back to the jokes.
Yeah. Here we go. I didn't write this. They say that we can't go down the hill before we go. We really should write a will.
Well, I don't know. That's all true. Watch out for that bush, 'cause I think it really grew. Tree.
I hit you, tree. I hit you, tree. They say that football on skis is real dumb. Before we know it, we'll both be very numb.
Well, I guess that's so. The wind's in our hair. You did the sitter, but baby, I did Cher.
Maybe this isn't so bad. Tree. I hit you, tree. I hit you, tree.
I got flowers on my grave. It was stupid. We seemed so brave.
And we didn't drink. We were just acting like clowns. We didn't see the tree, but we sure found the ground.
Well, don't let them say that we can't ski. We were doing pretty good until we hit that goddamn tree.
So I put my little hand on the branch, thought I'd break my fall, but wound up buying the ranch. Tree. I hit you, tree. I hit you, tree.
I had Cher to hold my hand.
He had you, then found a real man.
Well, I had Newt to think with me.
I had Ted to drink with me. I went and kissed that tree goodnight.
Split my skull from left to right. I hit the tree. I can't let go. My blood is dripping on the snow.
I hit you, tree.
I hit you, tree.
I hit you, tree. I hit you, tree.
I hit
you, tree. Where's the water bottle football?
That's my career.
This song never does end, does it? I hit you, tree. All right, enough of that. So anyway, that was sent in by a listener. That wasn't so bad.
It wasn't bad. I hit you, tree.
I hit you, tree. Let's see what this one is. Here's another exact same idea.
It's a duet between Michael and Sonny.
Let's see. Yeah, you want to hear this one?
Yeah.
You do, really?
Sure.
All right, well, I got to rewind this thing now. Hey, the listeners are on a roll today.
Everybody came up with the same idea.
If you could just rewind that, because my coat is caught in the chair and I can't move. Imagine me on skis. All right, this is sent in from no name on this, and I don't blame him. Oh, Caroline. Okay.
Don't say her whole name, Howard. She's known.
Oh, she is?
No.
Yeah, she's a reporter.
Oh. You're kidding? She wrote this?
Big fan.
All right.
Where does she work for? The New York Times?
I wonder which one is Michael Kennedy. Here, okay. We'll have to figure it out as we go along, Fred.
Okay.
I got a feeling we're not going to get all the way through this one.
Okay, here we go.
Somehow I don't think she writes for the New York Times. Here we go. I think I go first because I'm young Kennedy. They say that I skied into a tree. Another bad boy dead, young Kennedy.
Well, my lesbian daughter's all alone because I too crashed and broke all of my bones. Babe, I died too, babe.
I died too, babe. I did the sitter when she was young. Oops, is that a branch that stuck in my lung?
Well now, sex with Cher was like sleeping with wood. Compared to her, the tree was really good.
Babe. I died too, babe. I died too, babe. All I wanted to do was ski. Then I got smushed into a tree.
Now I got termites all over me. Why couldn't have been that smelly Kathie Lee?
Never again will I make a dude. Wow, John Bonet, she's getting pretty cute.
Well now, me and Michael, we're both dead. What a couple of yutzes. We'd rather ski instead.
Big finale now. Here we go, babe. I died too, babe. I died too, babe. I died too, babe. And it goes on and on and on. You get the idea?
Well, I like these choruses.
You do. The chorus makes you laugh. Rather offensive if you ask me, but
I died too, babe.
Close my eyes. I thought it was them.
Yep, it's like they were back.
I died
too, babe. Well, you know, we got news to do. You want to do a couple of stories right now?
Sure.
Okay.
And now here's Robert Corey with the news.
La 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 la. Beautiful theme music for the news right now. All right, Robin, what's in the news?
Very beautiful. I'm just listening to that.
Robin, I love you.
Oh, thank you very much. Ted Kaczynski, he is the man accused of being the Unabomber. There's a trial going on in California. And today, I guess, they're going to have some psychiatrists talk to Ted Kaczynski because he has requested that he be his own lawyer, that he be allowed to defend himself. He doesn't like the legal team who's defending him.
Yeah.
And so he at once tried to get the judge to let him fire these guys because they want to present an insanity defense. He doesn't want to be portrayed as insane.
Right.
And then he requested that the judge allow him to defend himself. So the judge said, well, you'll have to be examined by a psychiatrist, and if you're competent, then maybe I'll let you do that.
Yeah, he's real competent.
Meanwhile, last night, they say, he probably tried to hang himself with his underwear.
I love these guys in prison who try to kill themselves. Like, remember when John Hinckley tried to kill himself with Tylenol?
Yeah.
And then he was like, he failed to kill himself with Tylenol.
He tried with his jacket, too, or something.
He tried to kill himself with his jacket, but this is great. Ted Kaczynski tried to kill himself with his underpants.
So,
what is he, Polish?
He came, I guess he has that orange jumpsuit.
Right.
That everyone wears in prison, and then they have to take him for a shower, and they put him in a suit to go to court.
Right.
And when he was doing his thing there, the prison guards realized that his underwear was missing.
Uh-huh.
And he had this red line around his neck. So they asked him what had happened to his underwear, and he said, I lost it in the shower.
Right.
So I don't think they've ever been able to find the underwear.
Why doesn't he just admit his guilt and then we can kill him? And then he won't have to commit suicide. I don't understand these guys.
I don't know what's going on here. But they say that he's afraid of psychiatrists, that his disease is so bad that part of his paranoia also spills over into the realm of psychiatry, and he's afraid of those guys anyway.
Yeah, those guys are all crazy.
Death by underpants.
That's why he doesn't want to talk to them. But he keeps winding up in these situations where he's going to have to.
Wow.
So anyway, I guess he's going to talk to psychiatrists, and they'll determine if he is competent to stand trial, and this will delay the trial for another week or two, they say.
Right.
So now he's sitting in a cell when he's not in court, where he's watched 24 hours a day, because they don't want any more of these incidents where he gets his underwear and tries to hang himself.
I see. Well, my underpants have killed people. Were there skid marks in his underpants, too? All you'd have to do is smell my underpants, and I guarantee you would die.
That would cause suicide.
Yeah, you would choke on your own vomit.
Ramzi Youssef, the man who was considered the mastermind behind the World Trade Center bombing, was given life plus 240 years in solitary confinement.
Yeah, well, what if he lives?
By a federal judge yesterday.
What if he lives 2 lifetimes in 240 years and he'll be out on the street? How do you not get the death? There was no death penalty for them, right?
I guess not. This is, again, it's a federal case.
Right.
So I don't know, there is a federal death penalty, but I don't know why he couldn't get it.
Let him go.
Yeah, why not?
They suffered enough.
That's what it seems like.
Meanwhile, he showed absolutely no remorse. In fact, he gave a 15-minute diatribe in the courtroom in which he said that he was proud to be a terrorist.
His punishment should have been they drop him off the top of the World Trade Center, and if he can fly, he lives. And if he doesn't, if Allah lets him fly, he would live.
You remember that cab ride I had? The guy sounded just like this Youssef guy.
Right.
In the diatribe, he said, you are butchers, liars, and hypocrites. Money is your God. Hypocrisy is your courier.
So far, I have no problem with that.
And?
So far, I fit all of that. Money is my God. Hypocrisy is my courier.
So leave us to our misery. Why you got to blow us up?
And why are they worried about what we are?
I have never understood what drives these people. What is this music?
Cab music. This is what you hear in the back of a cab.
The jury forewoman.
No, that is the dumbest song ever made. It was dumb when the Fifth Dimension did it.
Yeah, but this rendition is about the dumbest.
Yeah.
Because what is that instrument?
Sitar.
Oh, good.
Isn't it? Who's the artist? Robbie Shankar?
I don't know.
That was him trying to go mainstream.
Like, is that somebody playing mouth banjo?
Jew harp. What else is in the news, Robin?
The jury forewoman who has been critical of the government's handling of the Terry Nichols case says that she's now getting bomb threats.
Well, of course. Terry Nichols.
Nikki Deutschman
yes.
told police she received a series of calls Wednesday night from a man who threatened to blow up her house.
Ted Kaczynski.
All I can tell you is that is a travesty. We finally have the guy, it's so frustrating. We have a death penalty. What is the worst crime you can think of? Blowing up women, children, men in Oklahoma.
As they're going to work.
They even say, we know the guy helped make the bomb. That's it. Give him the death sentence. No, they go, well, technically we can't figure out if he knew what he was going to do with the bomb. When a guy's making a bomb that big, he should have reported it to the police if his buddy's making a bomb like that and he's participating. No. He let it happen. We are such a nutty country. Lawyers have turned our heads so screwball backwards, we can't even think straight.
Well, this woman, she must be getting a big ego rush from this whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because every day I see her on the news. She's got Janet Reno answering her in the press. You know, this is just fabulous.
She's getting more coverage.
And now she's getting death threats.
Yeah, exciting. She's getting more coverage than Cher. Poor Cher crying her eyes out over Sonny. All the
Tyson commented shortly after the jury deadlocked on the sentencing of Nichols for his role in the Oklahoma City bombing. She said the government dropped the ball in the case, and she says the evidence was sloppy and the FBI agents were arrogant. Deutschman also suggested that others were involved in the bombing and authorities needed to find them.
How did she describe the FBI? Sloppy and arrogant?
Yeah.
Sound like me.
Her comments are being criticized by the Attorney General, relatives of the victims, and some of the other jurors as well.
Right. Well, listen, this guy, people are pissed, man. Their relatives, their loved ones died. This guy was involved. We know he was involved. And he walks free, really. They say he might not even get the life sentence.
You let the guy go because you don't like the people who arrested him.
Right.
They were arrogant.
They were arrogant and sloppy.
You let him go.
You should have seen the FBI. They were arrogant.
Yeah.
Well, who cares?
Would you do me a favor and play number 9 over there?
Number 9?
It's my favorite.
Number 9. Number 9.
Number 9. You don't want to say who it is? You don't want to announce it?
No, just play it.
You're going to play this tape and not tell people who it is?
Right.
Wow. This is interesting. I've never heard a newscast like
Very
this.
daring.
Very daring. All right, listen to this, everyone. We're not going to say who it is.
There's something about the ring in a real way and a symbolic way, which is
That's not what I
puts you
want.
That's number 9.
in an enclosed space where you confront things that are fearful.
Really?
And certainly the first time is a very particular time.
You want to hear this?
That happens.
No.
Is that Sarah Ferguson?
I was shocked that you were playing it.
You sure that's number 9?
That's number 9.
Is there something marked net sound there?
Yeah, that's number 1.
Oh, well, that was misnumbered.
Number 1 with the bullet.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Nat sound. Listen to this, everyone. We're not going to say what it is.
You'll recognize.
That was a fart.
No, this is the organ music you would have heard.
Organ music.
Were you to be able to file by Sonny Bono's coffin.
By the way, that's going to be broadcast
In Palm Springs, California.
When is that going to be on E?
It's got to be today. The funeral is today.
So, that's going to be on E. I'm going to watch that.
Wonderful. And, we'll be able to see it because they're 3 hours
Well, let me see.
earlier than we are.
So let's see. The time is 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh, good. I'll be home by
2
then.
o'clock, we'll be home. We'll be able to watch. And you said that, now, Cher did speak yesterday at a private memorial service, but that was just a preview. So the eulogy she will give today. She had people in tears yesterday, Howard. They say the raven-haired singer and actress will say her final goodbyes during the burial, which will feature a military salute and the release of 40 white doves.
What's Cher going to wear?
Oh, something see-through.
Yeah. Is she going to show the tattoos on her ass? Or why don't they show clips of her bad-mouthing Sonny all over the place as she's talking about how much she misses him?
Now everybody is saying, well, yes, she did say some disparaging things about Sonny in public, but they were always good friends.
She was only kidding.
Yeah. Hitler was kidding, too.
Tattoo on her ass says so long, loser.
They say her eulogy was just touching and heartfelt. The preview eulogy she gave yesterday.
I can't wait to see it on TV.
I heard a rumor that they built the coffins out of the wood from the trees those two guys skied into. Is that true?
You're pretty funny. Yeah.
I understand that Sonny's coffin is an open coffin.
Really? Oh, are they going to show that on E?
I don't know.
Hey, let's call Fran Shea. Hey, Gary, get Fran Shea on the phone. Are they going to show the body? They should sit him up. And she could do I Got You, Babe, with him, but he'll just be silent during his part.
Which is what we always used to say. Why is he singing?
Yeah, he could just shut up. I tell you, the act won't look that bad. We could put those giant glasses on that Sonny was wearing toward the end?
Yeah.
Those would be nice.
And they say in the paper here today that...
Big aviators.
You know, he gave one of those prophetic interviews where he said, you know, he was now in the role that would define him, but he didn't know if he had enough time.
You're a dead person.
Yeah, you know what will define him? Everyone will remember he's the guy who skied into a tree.
He meant his serious work in Congress.
Right.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Gave this interview to Capital Style magazine in
Right.
November, and it's supposed to be published in their March issue.
Wow.
And he said in it that, I think I'm now in an environment where I'm now defining myself, but I think that for so many years I didn't define myself with clarity. So will I go down as Sonny the politician or Sonny the entertainer?
Sonny the entertainer.
If I'll get the credit attributed to me.
I think he thought he was going to be like Ronald Reagan, like, you know, become this great politician.
Yeah, like he'll become president one day.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's Fran. Hey, Fran.
Morning.
Hi. She hates being on the air. That's why I love putting her on the air. Fran's the head of the E! Network.
Yes.
She makes all of the... she's the Warren Littlefield of E!
She's the decision maker.
She's the Les Moonves of E! What are you wearing? What?
What are you talking about?
We're wondering what you're wearing.
Oh, come on.
What are you doing? You sleeping?
Yeah, I'm up.
What time is it in L.A.?
10:15.
No, not... She's in Los Angeles.
All right, so it's 7:15. Don't you go to work?
Anyway.
Hey, Fran?
Yeah.
So you're going to do wall-to-wall coverage of the Sonny Bono funeral?
Yes, we are.
Will Joan Rivers be out front goofing on what people will be wearing?
What they're wearing.
Of course not. Of course, don't be so silly.
You call that a morning dress?
She'll be like, what was Melissa, what was the last thing that went through Sonny's mind? Tree bark, Mom? You're learning. Good. Look at that dress Cher's wearing. No, we want to know one thing.
What?
It is going to be open casket. Will the camera show Sonny?
Oh, stop. We are covering the funeral because of all the people coming. I mean, he's a politician. He's an entertainer. There's a lot.
No. Don't give me the crap.
Will we see Sonny?
Will we see Sonny today on E?
No.
What,
No?
How do you know? You've already had a
We're going to cover the funeral, Howard. I mean, we're going to cover it as a serious...
You won't show the coffin?
Of course we'll show the coffin.
Oh, so you will show the coffin.
You know what? We're going to cover
And if the casket is opened, will we see Sonny?
You know what? I'm going to tell you that I don't know, because I don't know.
Well, right here it says that yesterday at that little preview memorial service that
Sonny was there?
had an open casket.
Sonny was there?
You know what? Sonny wasn't in an open casket yesterday. There was a flag covering the casket, and there was a picture of Sonny.
Oh, darn it. Why did they say that in the paper?
Why do we have to bury Sonny at all? That's my question.
All right, you.
Why don't we freeze him?
Spring, yeah.
All right, can I go now?
No, I have questions.
Darn it, the casket's not open? Because I thought, wow, Sonny hit his head.
It was not open yesterday. It
should be open today.
Were you there?
The guy slammed into a tree. He can't look that great.
That's what I thought. I said, well, this must be
Robin, I work at E! I know what's going on in the entertainment industry.
I just asked if you were there. Don't get defensive.
Why do you have to know what goes on in the entertainment industry? You're running Melrose Place for your brother.
Well, you know, she's got to
4 o'clock every afternoon.
She's got to cover that Corey Feldman life story.
Oh, that's right. I can't wait.
Excellent. That is a great rating.
Can't wait for that.
That's the Phoenix one, yeah.
So what will Cher wear? Do you know?
I do not know, but if you tune in, I'll bet you will see.
And who else is going to be at the funeral? So we know.
They said there's going to be like 100 people from the Washington.
Yeah, because Newt Gingrich is going to be going to head a whole delegation.
Yeah, but I want to
someone from the Clinton administration, and then look at all the people they just had at the vigil yesterday, and this is actually turning into quite a big event. And I know that we're not the only news agency.
Now, what about the rumor?
No Elton John song, nothing.
I will do a song.
Not that I know of, Robin.
If you want, I'll do a song. I have a Sonny song.
Don't do it.
Let me ask you something. Shouldn't they put skis on the bottom of the coffin and let Sonny take one last run?
How about that?
Would that be
the best?
Fran, will they be doing that?
You can do all this without me on the phone.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, it's no fun unless you're there.
Would that be the best? The coffin going down a hill on skis.
Sonny's last run.
Oh, please.
When Sonny gets blue.
And another tree could take him.
That's all.
Hit the Kennedy limo.
No, but so in other words,
know how we will cover this event.
Will you guys allow me to Chiron stuff underneath Cher while she's like being all sad, but and then Chiron, all the negative things she said about Sonny his whole life? That would be cool.
Listen, every night at 11 we allow you to do whatever it is you want, and that's it for you.
All right. Well, you know what? Give me the tape of the funeral, because I want to,
work on it.
Work on it for our show.
I'm not sure if I can get that for you.
I can't believe you're going to do wall-to-wall coverage of Sonny Bono's funeral.
Well,
the
that's
E-Network.
when that somebody's giving him some attention.
I'm going to watch it. I'm thrilled.
See?
I want to see Cher's speech.
It's interesting.
Are you going to show? Are you going to show Chastity?
Is Chastity going to speak?
Be there.
Is she going to speak?
I don't know. We're covering what happens there.
I bet she wears pants. Oh yeah. She never likes to compete with them. My mother's probably going to be wearing naked clothes, like a belly shirt, belly jewelry,
something cut out.
Yeah, something cut out.
All right.
Are you going to
I'm going to go now.
All right.
That's what I'm going to do. Okay?
All right, take care.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks.
Bye.
Wall-to-wall coverage on E starting at 2.
I think the coffin was closed yesterday because it was a Jewish holiday.
We should send Katie Lang to entice Chastity during the funeral. I try to seduce her. So it'll be interesting.
Well, I'm looking at this picture in the paper. You see Cher and some couple of other people and Susie Coelho, and then there's Chastity, and Chastity must have brought a friend.
Yeah. She gets hot chicks, right? Is it a hot chick? No. Chastity's a big girl, man. I love the news reports now, because every news report is showing when Chastity was little, and she comes on the Sonny and Cher comedy hour, and the parents are dragging her out in front of the audience.
Right, you see this little shy kid who doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there going...
tortured into talking on television.
And you're sitting there going to yourself, I wonder if she knew she was a lesbian then.
Look at her and think about Cody. That's all you got to do.
Same deal. All right, do we have to take a break? I got to take a break, and then we'll continue with the news?
Yes, we will.
Right after these words. Yeah, baby. Thank you, Roseanne. I am, I'm still in her good graces.
I don't know that.
Oh.
We haven't talked to her in a while.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not.
I was just thinking about that. I said our relationship with Roseanne is as vital as the one with her husband.
Yeah, maybe worse. Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, Roseanne is getting a divorce. She's divorcing her third husband, Ben Thomas, the man she married after divorcing Tom Arnold. They have one son together. There apparently was some kind of an altercation or run-in on New Year's. Ben had been out partying. He came back, and according to some reports, now, I think this is a compliment. He was demanding sex from her.
I know. I read this. I said, this has got to be a publicity stunt. You're telling me that guy, Ben, is demanding sex from Roseanne?
Demanding sex.
And she won't give it.
Caused the problem.
She must be one hot bitch in bed. I mean,
he was drunk, He said he came back from partying. Give me sex. What other reason could there be? You're staring at me like a cross.
I'm just wondering what you're talking about. No, but the thing is, for Roseanne, when you give a woman, a heavy-set woman, almost $1 billion, she's got to know that these guys might not be that into her for real. But then you read in the paper that he's demanding sex and she won't give it to him.
She's saying no.
There's something wrong with that story.
I know.
Was he demanding the sex from her?
Maybe that's the problem.
He did come home and
That's what it is.
sex, so I figured it must have been her.
All right.
Oh.
What the dealio?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
So anyway, there have now been papers filed. Do you think this will go through? Because, Roseanne has also been known to file the papers and then withdraw them.
Right.
So I don't know that there'll necessarily be a divorce this time around.
Well, let's see what happens, Robin.
We'll have to see.
That's right.
I predict she takes Tom back.
Wow. Now, there's a bold prediction.
There you go. That's out on a limb, if you will.
Thank you, Maya.
You're welcome.
A 16-year-old boy who tried to aid an off-duty police officer here in New York, who was being attacked in a subway station, was shot by the officer and initially described by police as a possible suspect. The youngster, Raheem Dawkins, was wounded in the leg and remains at St. Vincent's Hospital and Medical Center.
I wonder what kind of background this kid is. Raheem Dawkins.
Well, I know he's not white.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
How do you know that?
How do you know that? That's an unusual name, Raheem. You know what's funny? Gary was telling me, I got this book called The List of African Names.
Uh-huh.
And because black people do come up with unusual names, I think. So So Gary says he sees. Where did you see that name?
Ricky Lake.
Was it Ricky Lake? Ricky Lake had a show.
This is where you can study these names.
Yeah, most of the guys who have odd names are on Ricky Lake. She must go through the phone book, look for odd names, and just book people.
And just build a show around.
Yeah, she figures they're up to something. The guy's name was X-Steven.
X-Steven.
Well, it was actually X-Steven. But when they put the graphic up, it was Steven with the EX in front of it.
Yeah.
And he called himself X-Steven.
X-Steven. Now, I was saying to myself, well, is that like Malcolm X, but X-Steven? Book that guy. I gotta know how he got his name.
There's no basis in reality for that name. Like, you can't go back and find an X-Steven somewhere in history.
I know.
How do you know that?
Please. It can't possibly be an X-Steven in history. You think his parents were history buffs?
We still laugh in the office about that guy, Anthony Hardaway.
Yeah.
Anthony, yeah.
Because, again, look at history. How many other Anthonys are there?
No, you know the parents were like, Anthony. And they figured that's how you spell it.
And they spelled it the way they pronounce it.
You bet. You bet. What about that guy, Nazmo King? His mother was in the hospital, and she saw the no smoking sign, and named the kid Nazmo King. That's a true story.
I'm telling you, the Cy Phyllis story is a true story.
That's
the woman was in a doctor's office. The medical book said Cy Phyllis, and that's what she named.
Hey, you know the twins, right? Molly and Famali?
Right.
Male and female.
Being female.
But you know, there's a kid that played, Howard, this is true. There's a kid that plays high school basketball. We talked about it about a year ago in New York. His first name is Scientific, and his last name is Maps.
Oh, stop it.
Get out of here.
I'm serious. He was in the Daily News.
Scientific Maps.
Wait a second. You're telling me there's a basketball player in New York? We got to interview this kid.
Scientific Maps.
I got a nephew named Urine Test.
Scientific Maps is the guy's name?
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
That is amazing.
And he's a big deal basketball player?
He's one of the top high school kids in in New York.
And have they ever interviewed the parents and said, how did you get your name? Or?
No, they didn't know.
Nothing. Do me a favor. I'm serious?
Yeah.
Let's get the parents on the phone.
They wrote it in the Daily News like his name was Joe Smith.
Right.
You know, Scientific Maps might go to St. John's, or he might go to this.
Yeah.
Can you stand any more accolades, Howard?
All right, let me hear something good. Hold it. Fred, come on, give me some music.
Tim.
All right. Okay, I'll take that.
In Philadelphia, on WYSP, you are again number one.
Oh.
Okay. You had an 11.5, which is a huge rating. You're up now to an 11.7.
Wow.
Which is monstrous. But here's the big number, Howard. Men between the age of 25 and 54.
This is like a telethon.
You were at a 19...
And we're collecting ratings.
And I'm like Jerry, just sitting here. Yes. Oh, yeah.
This is your Ed.
Yeah, this is my Ed.
Give me a tote, Ed.
Give me the tote.
Men between 25 and 54. You had a 19.7. You're up to 22.9.
Wow. I don't know what that means.
That means,
you know what that means?
1 in every 5.
That means 1 in every 1.
Everybody's.
That means everybody's listening.
If you had a 25, you're at a 20. You're almost at a 23. If you had a 25, 1 in every 4 men between 25 and 54 who have a radio on are listening to the Howard.
Wow.
Dead people listening to you.
There you go.
Dead people in the grave.
Right.
Radios they listen to you.
That's right.
Sonny Bono.
Well, I would like to thank the people of Philadelphia.
Oh, wait a second, Howard. This is an amazing number.
Go ahead.
Your closest...
Wait a second. Give me some music.
So you're at a 20 with men 25 to 54. You're at a 22.9.
Right.
Take a guess what number 2 is. The number for the person that's right behind you.
A 12.
No.
What?
An 8.5.
There you go, Robin. There you go. I'm getting nervous. People are listening. What do I say? Testing, testing. 1, 2. Thank you, Gary.
That's very wonderful.
That is beautiful. We love to hear that.
Usually you don't like to talk about these things, I know, but we're all proud of you.
Don't ever embarrass me again and bring that up.
Well, anyway, this young man who was originally believed to be an attacker of the police officer turns out to be a hero, Howard. He was trying to come to the police officer's aid. They do not know if the police officer thought he was trying to attack him and shot him, or if the gun went off accidentally. The suspect in the case, who was actually attacking the police officer, was later arrested. And though this young man is a hero now, and everybody knows it, he has not had any visits from high-ranking city officials or even a word of thanks.
Right.
Yeah, I know the black kid was a hero. That's why he only shot him in the leg.
Well, there you go.
That's terrible. There are 2 more of these people who are trying to go up in a balloon and go around the world.
What is with this?
Over the last several weeks, we've had a number of these attempts. I don't know why people need to do this. What will we learn as a result?
There's a lot of guys who, like, a lot of rich guys who want to go up in balloons.
Did you see, I was watching, there was one guy, he's a very wealthy guy. He went up in this balloon, you freeze up there.
Yeah, he froze.
There's no shelter.
Right.
You gotta do your business in a bucket.
Right.
And throw it out over the sea.
I mean, it's not even fun. At least a plane, you're enclosed, you could bang somebody.
Yeah, or even if you go on a boat, you get, a bed.
And you know what, there's not even any exercise involved in this.
No.
You're just at the mercy of a balloon.
And yeah, the winds.
Yeah.
The reason this guy who was up there had to come down was he got into a bad stream of wind and had to come down. But he's up there in 40 below weather. It's ridiculous. So now there are two people who are going to try to do it.
People with too much free time.
Yeah, too much money and too much free time.
Right.
You're spending it on coke.
They say if all goes well,
they should be spending it on coke.
Yeah. Will take 14 days. I told you that Branson guy from Virgin Airlines and Virgin Records, he was going to take a balloon, but the balloon took off without him.
Did you see that? He was there, ready to take off in the balloon, and the balloon lifted off without him.
What a dope.
The balloon left.
It was like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it was great.
Damn, I missed a 9:15 balloon.
He says that he's going to try again.
Next time a balloon comes by.
But that's how ridiculous it is. There's nothing to do with these balloons.
Maybe you and I should go up in a balloon.
What a maroon.
What is it, Gary?
I just want to say that I just got off the phone with somebody. I'm in the process of tracking down scientific map. It's not maps. It's scientific map. But I also have confirmation that he's got a brother named Majestic.
Majestic Map?
Yes.
Really?
He's also a high school basketball player.
At least Majestic has nothing to do with map.
Yeah.
But
you have a scientific map.
Yeah, a scientific map. Even the name scientific.
I know.
What do you call him?
Rand McNally.
What about, where are the parents?
Well,
I got to interview the whole family.
We're going to track them down.
All right. Scientific
and
map.
ask these parents how they came up with these names.
Yeah.
Majestic is another stupid name, though.
Mm-hmm.
Majestic.
I could see like a periodic table of elements, but not scientific map.
Here's your cousin Treasure map.
All right, what else is in the news?
Power crews are scrambling to restore service to millions of people who've lost their power due to an ice storm. Some 3 million people are without power in the Northeast and Canada following an ice storm that has glazed roads and cracked tree limbs. It's expected that not all power will be back on until sometime next week. The governor of Maine has declared a state of emergency and given non-essential government workers the day off. In upstate New York, hundreds of people who lost power have spent the night in the state prison facilities opened to them by the governor. The New York National Guard has been sent in to help in 5 ice-packed counties. I didn't even know this was going on. We're experiencing spring.
Right.
So you don't know what to do with this weather.
What's the weekend weather going to be like in New York?
I think we're going to get more of the same. I think we're supposed to break a record today.
Wow.
Yesterday we broke a record by reaching 65 degrees.
I'll have to check my scientific map.
Wow. A judge plans to decide today whether a California mother is guilty of felony child abuse in the death of her 680-pound daughter.
Oh, yeah.
If convicted, Marlene Corrigan faces up to 6 years in prison. The prosecutor is now charging that Corrigan's daughter was neglected because she was not taken to the hospital to be treated for her overweight and for sores that had developed on her body as a result. Police say the teenager's nude body was found lying on the floor covered with bed sores and feces.
Oh, what that must have looked like. A 600-pound kid in feces and bed sores.
She died in the month of November in 1996. The defense attorney says Corrigan was overtaxed, caring for 2 sick parents, 2 kids, and working full-time.
And they can lock you up if your kid gets fat?
Well, it's not because of the fat. It's because she's dead.
Right.
And she had feces in the folds of her skin.
Yeah, well, how are you going to clean her? She's 600 pounds.
Is she hiding it for later?
Oh,
what's the matter with you?
I was just thinking.
I saw this story while we were on vacation, and it bears. I always am interested in stories like this.
Robin, excuse me, I'm checking the folds of my skin.
Thank you.
But there's some over there.
Family squabbles.
That's a baby Ruth. That isn't feces.
Fascinating.
Can I have that?
Yes.
A football fan killed his 26-year-old son with a shotgun blast for standing in front of the TV during a college game.
I saw that. That's pretty good.
James Shivers.
I bet you never stood in front of the TV again.
Well, he's dead.
Right.
Was charged with murdering his son Tony. They say it's mind-numbing.
Sometimes I think like my dad
shared an apartment. What?
Sometimes I think my dad was rough on me.
Mm-hmm. But not this rough.
Not this rough. You know, really, I have no reason to complain.
He didn't kill you.
Eh.
The two men shared an apartment where James Shivers was watching Monday's game between Missouri and Colorado State when the younger man deliberately stood in front of the TV set. This you do not do to a football fan.
No.
Police say James Shivers fired a pistol at his son, but missed. The son then grabbed the gun and beat his father over the head with it, breaking the weapon. And then Shivers grabbed a shotgun and fired again. This time he did not miss.
My dad raped me once for interrupting 60 Minutes, but never killed me.
You never did it again, did you?
No.
You learned.
I was squirming all night.
I bet that hurt.
I'll tell you one thing, it's a good show.
You know, spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
In Canton, Georgia, a man who threatened to kill his girlfriend and their daughter was ordered to marry the woman as part of his sentence. Can you believe that?
Wow.
What?
Can I say that again?
The man threatened to kill his girlfriend and his daughter.
Go ahead.
So a judge has sentenced him to marry the woman.
Wow.
Go stand in front of the TV set, honey.
Wow.
Dow Meadows agreed to plead guilty to disorderly conduct rather than face a more serious charge of threatening to kill Angela Wally and their 2-year-old daughter, Nicole. The judge ordered Meadows to marry Wally by mid-February.
Look out.
Looks like Lance Ito got a new case.
Wally asked for the ruling, but critics condemned it. You can't make people get married, according to the ACLU. And the executive director of the Cherokee Family Violence Center said marriage can give an abusive man even more power. So you certainly don't tell a man who's already threatening to kill people that he should marry them.
That's really bizarre.
I think responsibility will make him settle down.
Let's hope. Well, maybe if he marries her, he won't go after any other women.
Yesterday we had on the comedian Norm Macdonald, who has just been fired from the Saturday Night Live news segment.
Right.
So people are still talking about it. They don't know why Norm was fired or what's going to go on now, but we have some tape from a 1995 interview with Norm in which he was asked how long he wanted to do the news on Saturday Night Live.
I don't know. I never think ahead, but I'd like to do it forever, but you can't do that in show business. Like you can't just stay any place. You gotta move on.
No, you can't. That's a good point, though. You can't stay. People after a while. Like the thing I'm thrilled about is that Seinfeld is leaving. I'm so sick of the four of them. If I tell you, I think it is the greatest
thing. Such media darling.
Oh, I'm so sick of it.
I watched the show last night. It was not funny.
No.
It is time to go.
It's horrible. Oh, please, go already. Don't drag it out anymore. Do you know, they were saying in the newspaper today, I don't know if you saw this.
No.
They listed the amount of money the network offered Seinfeld.
Oh, yes.
To stay.
Absolutely. I didn't know you didn't know this.
Yeah, this is amazing to me. And they offered him $125 million for the year. $75 million in stock options for NBC. All right? Which is really unbelievable. $75 million in stock options. And then I guess the remaining money in cash.
Yeah. But the point is, he was already making far more than $1 million an episode this season.
Right. And he was smart to turn it down.
Yeah, he wants to do stand-up.
That's right. He wants to go work at Chuckle.
He's going back on the road.
Yeah.
Howie Long, who is a football player turned actor, they say he's going to be the next big action hero.
No, he's not. They've already tried that. Isn't he the guy on the Fox broadcast?
He does the broadcast with, what's his name?
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
He was in Broken Arrow, too, right?
Yeah, I thought Howie Long had his shot in the movies.
Well, they're trying him again.
Howie Long.
He's going to be in an HBO movie called Firestorm.
How's he long?
And here he is talking about what that job is like.
It's anywhere, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are parachuting into a raging fire. It's a frightening prospect.
He plays a fire jumper.
Who is that, Ted Kaczynski?
In this movie for HBO. Here is a scene from Firestorm featuring Howie Long. Let's see how he acts.
At 300 degrees, trees explode from their own boiling sap.
Grillo's better. Did you see Grillo on NYPD Blue?
No, I didn't.
Here's a clip. Go ahead. What is it? Go ahead, Grillo.
Two scumbags and his eggs is front and back.
Here's a clip of Steve Grillo, our intern. He got a mercy booking on NYPD Blue.
Yeah.
From Mark Tinker. This is his part. Listen carefully.
We don't know what we got in there. Rope-head scumbags. We got eggs in the front side and the back.
Oh, my
So you and take the back.
The music's louder than him.
Very compelling. He's not acting.
There's low beds. This is what I don't.
Scumbags.
I watched it. I didn't even understand what he said.
I know.
We got low beds gumbags.
Is that slopehead or ropehead?
Gropehead.
Gropehead.
What? I thought he said slopeheads.
I thought he said ropehead.
I thought he said mopeds.
It's ropeheads, Howard. I don't know what it means, but that's what it is.
What is a rope head?
I think they have dreadlocks, maybe.
Ropeheads, Dangy informs me, are Rastafarians.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me hear it again.
We don't know what we got in there. Rope-head scumbags. We got eggs in the front side and the back.
Oh, exit. I thought you said we have eggs in the. I thought you said we have eggs in the front side and the back.
Very compelling.
Eggs and bacon on the sides.
Very compelling performance.
I keep telling him you got to learn how to speak English if you're going to be an actor.
It would help.
And he recites. He's not acting. Ropehead scumbags.
Well, you know how hard it is for him to remember stuff.
We don't know what we got in there. Rope-head scumbags. We got eggs in the front side and the back. So you and take the back.
Oh, Howie Long, at least you can understand him.
Yeah.
It's anywhere,
Right, let me see if I can.
Where's the scene?
I think we ran out.
500 degrees, rocks explode. So let's go! Faster, faster, faster!
I don't know, man. Who do you think will get the Academy Award this year?
Between Gorillo
and Howie Long? I think Howie Long.
And Heche, who is best known as Ellen's girlfriend,
right,
is in the new movie Wag the Dog with Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro.
I want to see that. That's a cool premise.
She says that, I guess she got real political when she was being interviewed about this movie. She had a lot of feelings about the power of celebrities. So here she talks about media power of celebrities, Howard.
You just want to hear her talk about lesbian stuff.
Well, let's see what she said.
All right. Media power.
I think a lot of celebrities don't take responsibility for their celebrity. I think a lot of celebrities don't have anything to say.
So?
But I think
you do.
Kind of a magical thing when you start learning that by telling the truth, you're all of a sudden heard. I much rather be a person who is known for telling the truth. And once you do it, it's so...
Listen to her. I think celebrities don't have anything to say. Now she has something to say because she's doing Ellen DeGeneres.
Right. What is this truth she's talking about?
She's telling the truth because she's
like
going...
women.
Yeah, I like women. She has a whole agenda now.
Shocking that people want to listen.
Yeah, people want to listen because you're doing something so outrageous.
Yes, she says people started listening to her when she spoke the truth, Howard.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible that now all of a sudden I found this voice through telling the truth about something that people were not comfortable.
They want to hear lesbian stories, you idiot.
Yeah. And there was a big shock and woo and fireworks, and I kept sitting back going, "What is the big deal about this?" But the big deal was that it had never happened before. There was never anybody who said, "Look, telling the truth is the most important thing to me. Like it or hate it."
Oh, no celebrity. Listen to this.
Nobody's ever said, "I need to tell the truth," but her.
Yeah, listen to this egomaniac. No one's ever told the truth. Well, not many of us have had lesbian affairs with Ellen DeGeneres.
This is the most important thing to me. And after everyone kind of pulled it apart and picked it and said something bad and said something good.
I guarantee you there's plenty of stuff in her life she hasn't told the truth about.
She's not going to.
Right.
And said something bad again and then said another lie and then another truth and then...
Look how excited she is about all this,
I love
too. Look, no one's ever told the truth before.
After all of that was all put through the washing machine, what came out was, wow, here's a person who's still telling the truth.
Oh, jeez. And what would she like to be known for?
Oh, she's stupid.
What a dope. I mean, if there would be anything I'd like to be known for in my acting, it's to tell the truth in a part.
Everything is to tell the truth.
I want to be that person.
She should be the hostess to tell the truth.
She might as well be a Spice Girl screaming girl power.
I know.
Talking through your nose. Through being the person that I am in a movie and what I choose to talk about by the film that I'm doing.
Gosh, she's stupid.
And about her political power?
And it's kind of interesting that as life parallels art, I am now in a kind of political position doing a movie about how Hollywood has more importance.
She's in no political position. She's licking Ellen DeGeneres. That's the position she's in. She's in the 69 position.
Almost in politics. And at the same time, have met the president 3 times in the last 6 months, and he's also saying hi to me.
Wow.
And what's your next movie? Hi, Bill. Don't worry, I won't touch my girlfriend in front of you.
Oh, she an idiot. So proud of her lesbian.
Oh, boy.
Lesbian of the month. Speaking of the president, he was here in the city yesterday. Couldn't get anywhere. I was on the Upper West Side.
Goodness, I was over on the east side.
You're lucky.
There was one point where I was approaching. I was going west, and you could see the nightmare that was unfolding.
He said, he was standing in front of the Dakota where John Lennon got shot.
Yeah.
He said, quote, "I'm a very schmaltzy person." I love when guys who aren't Jewish use Yiddish, and they don't know what the words mean.
Yeah.
"I'm a very schmaltzy person, so I get all choked up when I come here." You know what schmaltzy means?
No.
Schmaltzy? He isn't either. Schmaltzy means fancy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he thought it meant, like, sentimental.
It actually means it's chicken fat, and you put it on to make food, like, more enhanced.
But schmaltz would be something that is like, has nothing, what he means to say is, I'm a very, stupid person. And I cry in front of the Dakota. I'm a schmaltzy person. Schmaltzy would mean fancy.
Like to say hi to all my Heeb friends.
Yeah. That's to get the Heeb vote.
I'm in New York, so I better use some Jewish terms.
Yeah, look, we're in Jew York. I'm a schmaltzy person. I'm a schmaltzy person.
And Daniel Day-Lewis, the star of My Left Foot, has a new movie out called The
My Right
Boxer.
Foot. Yeah, the sequel. The Boxer.
Yes, it's called The Boxer, and here he is speaking on the emotional impact of the boxing ring.
There's something about the ring in a real way and a symbolic way which puts you in an enclosed space.
Not that ring.
Confront things that are fearful. And certainly the first time is a very particular time. The first time that happens when you face to face with someone that's trying to hurt you in that way.
Oh, wow, look at this.
What?
Cher will... The raven-haired singer and actress will say her final goodbyes during the burial, which will feature a military salute.
I read that.
I know. Please. And the release of 40 white doves into the sky.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I just read that.
No wonder we got to watch the E coverage.
Where were you when I was reading that?
I missed that part. Although we had our public disagreements,
we were always close friends.
Hypocrite.
Funny that, she wouldn't tell anybody in public she was his close friend.
Yeah. Why not? If you're a close friend, why do you have to be so mean to the guy? Sonny's lower than, this and that, and horrible politician, blah, 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 blah.
In Victorville, wherever that is, probably in Canada somewhere.
Right.
There's a man who has pleaded no contest to a charge that he was having sex with horses.
Big deal. Who cares? Is it wrong?
You know what I thought was interesting about this case? Some people have reported that some park horses were turning up in places they had not been left by the people who were supposed to be dealing with them.
Right.
Bars.
They said, we don't know what's happening here, but we come in the morning and the horses are near the swamp. They're not in their stalls. And so some police staked out the area, and they saw a guy come in on their third stakeout. They saw a guy go in and lead a horse down by the swamp, but they lost track of him. And they didn't find him till he was coming out of the swamp again. So they grabbed the guy and they started questioning him, and he actually admitted to having sex with the horses. They hadn't seen him. They hadn't caught him doing anything. But as soon as they started questioning, he wanted to tell. That's how he was caught.
Well, hell, he's in love.
It's hard to keep that a secret.
Man likes to talk about that.
Why would you ever admit it if you were doing it?
Yeah, why couldn't OJ have that compulsion?
No, it's a guy who makes love to horses who wants to talk.
Cops must have been sick to their stomach.
I'm in love with that big chestnut over there.
Yeah, he admitted to having done it twice, as a matter of fact.
You know, we've interviewed guys who have made love to animals.
Yeah.
And it's always bizarre because the first thought you have is like, well, how do you do it? You know, how do you get the horse to comply? And then I saw a film of it.
Oh, no.
You know, sent from Germany. And I don't even think in this country it's legal. Some listener sent it to me. I didn't know what it was. I pop it in the VCR. And this was two women making love to a male horse, which is even more complicated.
I've seen that.
Yep. And it's complicated. They have to hold them down, and one manipulates with the hand and the mouth. The other one is busy holding them and
feeding them oats.
Oh, it's just unreal.
A lot of work there.
Yeah.
I just got a phone call from Governor Whitman's office, and I have a message directly from her for you, Howard.
Oh, wait a second. No. Wait, Fred?
It's an important message.
My goodness, a show full of important messages.
Yeah.
Yesterday on the show, you were talking about you looking at the Christmas card, and you said that her daughter Taylor was a hot piece of ass.
Yeah.
She said that Taylor is her son. He's a hunk, not a hot piece of ass.
I don't think she had two daughters.
She looks cute to me.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Yeah.
She looked pretty good.
The press secretary just called me.
I still don't believe it.
The press secretary just called me and said, the governor just called from upstairs.
Oh, really?
Howard's confused about the governor's children.
Okay, he's a hot piece of ass.
All right.
You happy now?
What's the difference? Male, female, I like them all.
Go see what Hanson.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's what's happening. The guy confessed to having sex with the horses up in Victorville. He will have to stay away from the park.
They were female horses. He's not gay, you know.
Right. Yeah, the guy wasn't weird.
And he will not be listed or registered as a sex offender.
Right.
Because he was having sex with
the horse.
He won't? If that isn't a sex offense, what is?
The horse wanted it.
What's that, child abuse? All right, Robin, thank you.
That's what's happening.
Have a good weekend. Thank you, Maya Angelou.
You're welcome, honey.
Yeah, you were great. Mike Walker, thank you for today. Both National Enquirer home videos are available by calling 1-800-430-5995, $9.95 each, or both for $19.99. Mike wanted you to know that. Also tonight on E, a revealing interview with Roseanne's second husband, Tom Arnold, while our own Fred Norris has sex with the real doll. We're calling it Rubber Love Friday. We hope you tune in tonight at 11, only on E.
You know, I didn't understand that at first, but we were interviewing Tom while Fred was in with the real doll.
That's right.
Oh.
There's a lot going on in that show.
I thought it was two separate items.
No.
They were happening simultaneously.
It's a jam-packed Rubber Love Friday on E. And also, let's thank Andy Richter for coming by.
Yeah, he was fun.
From the Conan O'Brien Show. And we'll see you on Monday.